from the blind and a buy in the 2v2.
The one thing I'm really afraid of for RNG is like you look at DRX's comp and like they have range DPS that's going to scale throughout the game. You have so many tanky champions where Gala Shahu, they're going to be looking to...
Assault and battery is available to him. Whether he decides to use it, sees and desist rather. Holds on to the trigger. Eyeball chains come out. Ball breaker, slam down, cease, desist.
RNG with resets and bot lane being pushed in by Def at the moment.
And when we're saying for RNG, right, it's scrappier, it's skirmishier, you typically want to get those done. He plays weak side, he's all right, and he's been faring well for himself, mechanically outplaying Breathe on a few occasions.
Oh man, the empowered strike. Counter-strike's gonna come out. Can't find the stun. Gets away at least from some of those autos.
Yep.
Finds the stun! And it's
That's
really like from DRX, the investment in Vision, it set up the player that was ultimately really safely secured. Tower First Blood now picked up. Kingen gets caught up by that cease and desist. Infernal Chains by some time. Way's taking a lot of damage, but Breathe closes it up. 2-0-1 on a Jax versus first tower and an instant tower apply. This is where you start to get nervous for DRX.
Yeah, I feel like both teams kind of got something that really heavily benefits them, because for RNG now, you have the...
I think the big one for RNG, though, is the fact you have a reliable cow to stand behind. So he's tanked us up. That's going to be great. Seka.
Oh, Chains caught inside the Twilight Shroud. And now all of a sudden, RNG starting to back away. Breathe has found a flank opportunity. Onto Death. Gets the leap in power. Did not use the counter-strike. Holding on to it. Infernal Chains pulls backwards. And that's Breathe down. Death picks up the first of the fight. He continues to fire away. Uncontested, unchallenged. Rocket jumps forward. Gets the reset. Waits for the jump. The boop. The bop. Zahu's going to be able to get away to safety. And Pioshik, the Bramble Smash was beautiful. The tree does it. And RNG are getting dunked. 4 members down, 1 remaining. And Shahu's running for his life. Limping. No flash available. Gets at least 1 back for the Bud Light Ace.
And Deft is showing us why he makes an appearance on the international stage so often. 3-0-2 on the Tristana already. He's massive.
And it's such a pivotal way to do it as well. It's the third Drake that you fight RNG on. If they get that on the fight, that's pretty much the game over, because you manage to stabilize.
Going to brushes, come off weird angles. Pioshik just says no.
Oh no. This could be scary. This could be scary. 1, 2, 3 versus 4. 3 versus 4. Crashdown comes out. Magnet as well. DRX is on a rampage. Looking for the 5th, and he finds it. The dragon. It starts with the tree, and they get 2 for free, and that makes Lyric happy.
You know what? I gotta apologize to people like Atlas out there. Chronicler, I've been ribbing them quite a bit, but for DRX, I mean, when we've been talking about RNG wanting to make these plays towards sides, wanting to look for these picks, like, if we know that, you know who else knows that?
It's a 4-man unit, because even if it's in the 4 versus 4, it's still DRX that's going to be winning out on this.
5 to 10 minutes ago, Breathe was 2-0-1, just taken. DRX managed to slow things down, calm and pick up 2 Hextech Drakes back-to-back, and I have to ask, is the next tower's about to fall. I mean, Lyric, expectations from regional play versus what we're seeing now, can we draw some inferences? Now with 13, you need Breathe there. There is no threat for Baron because of this composition they put together. DRX get the Dragon, they're on Salt.
Started up, so let's get serious again. Way no flash, he does have that Q of course on the Vine. Let's see what they actually look to achieve with this play.
Starting to charge up that Vault Breaker, holding on to it. 3,000 hit points on Baron. The Fatal Chains come back, 2,500, 2,000. Vault's pushing inside. Smite! Stolen! It's Shahu! How?
This guy has always been...
Or if we look at vision, if we look at positioning, RNG currently pushing, they want to contest this.
I feel like RNG are going to need to look for a moment to force, like honestly,
Because the minion wave is something that you're going to have to paying attention to. Now Drake down to half HP.
Gala's got himself that GA available. Slap, 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 whip, whip, whip. Nature's Wrath comes out. Way stepping onto the dragon, picks it up. 3 dragons a piece, but at what cost? Gala's going low. The Apotheosis has already been used. The knockback is gigantic. It's Pioshik that goes down. Breathe gets 1 back. Deft has got himself a double already. Now trying to fight out. Breathe, the counter-strike keeps him alive. Infernal Chains don't pull him out. 3 for 3. Deft goes golden with a stopwatch. Breathe, looking to stun. He finds it. He gets the shutdown onto Deft. It's Breathe, Jax, the team fight. They're trying to close it out. Landing for another. Zeka's running for his life. 2v1. It was the Jax, but it wasn't in the side lane. It was in the fight.
I honestly cannot believe that RNG were able to bring that back. Way, you still gotta be careful.
Oh, the blast card. alone. But here comes Breathe. Can he can it? Another one. 4 versus 4 in terms of
Zeka,
death.
don't do
Now
it.
Breathe gets taken down by Zeka.
So well, found numerous times he 4-stepped away until he was finally able to get the lockdown. Was huge. The problem is,
It's looking right now, no, you don't even want to kind of risk that one member is going to be going down, because then that will just be the game. So DRX,
Maybe hoping Breathe was a bit closer. Didn't work out. The ace ends up landing. And can Lightning...
who's just going to take these turrets so incredibly fast. So DRX is going to increase their gold lead. We're going to see members like King and Pioshik able to pick up more items on their next back. Then we're going to come into the final Dragon fight where DRX should have a sizable item lead.
yeah, and 2 lanes now being pushed in. Yes, it's nice getting the objective here, but it's even more so just keeping RNG in their own base, so they have no vision to play around with when that Drake finally comes up and gets active. It's even just like, you can continue here, get good reset timers. You can even look for fight if Min gets pulled in. He doesn't. But it continues with the siege.
3,000 gold advantage thanks to the Red Bull Baron power play. A minute left on the siege. Bottom inhibitor is exposed. Middle is being secured. The little sapling is slowing down Gala, who may as well have played Evelyn. Nearly invisible this game. It has been about the deft Pioshik show, really. Flanked and supported by everyone on DRX. Please don't get me wrong, but the way that those team fights and the vision have been played out, RNG have been unable to really maintain any foothold in this game. Timer for both. Way. Correction for Deft. Way has his up. This is for the soul. Dragon is being chunked down. Kingdon's coming in from behind. The engage is started.
no, no.
Barrel's gone. Barrel's gone. Show just deleted him. The Infernal Chains comes out, and Zeka's going to run for his life. Death is staying alive at 12 hit points. The Dragon is now resetting inside the pit, and Way's going to run away. But Saltz is not going to be able to use that dash over the wall. Now all of a sudden, 5 members of RNG turning the focus onto the Dragon. It's stolen. Pioshik gets the soul. Death gets the kill. Followed up by another for Pioshik. Breathe is still standing with the flash available. He's going to run for his life. Going to run for days. Get back to base, and DRX may want to look for the win.
We see Pioshik come back into the roster. Worlds gets the steal that matters and enables Deft to keep popping off.
You asked why, he answered. I can't believe you actually managed to steal that as a Maokai of all of the things. Now Breathe doing his best to hold it up, but he's still fighting 5 members off the side of DRX.
Nothing that they can do. DRX and Deft dominate RNG.
And how sad are you?
Hey, look at that face. It's never a bad day for anyone in the world.
See the alpaca happy.
Exactly.
True
Everybody,
that.
all of my
True that.
homies love Deft. So, you know what?
I have not met a single person that actually hated him, and just the way he stepped up in this game as well. Zeka as well in the mid lane, like them two was just a wonder duo in this game, and even Pioshik.
Well, I also want to, again, Pioshik and Kingin, because they were the 2 members coming in that no one had any expectation of.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, Kingin wasn't finding advantages, but mechanical outplays in topside, and Pioshik overall doing a great job of reading everywhere Way wanted to go.
Can I remind you that in Group B, the Saigon Buffaloes, Mad Lions, Istanbul Wildcats, and Isurus are watching and waiting. I am very intrigued to see how each of those respective teams will match up, DRX and RNG, because that was a maybe surprisingly... It was an interesting game to start off versus expectations coming in.
It was also just like very different reads on the meta from what we've seen so far. The fact that DRX had this heavy prioritization of the Akali to the point where they wanted to blind pick it. RNG probably came in with what I define as a little worse read on and what was actually coming through here. They went for something that was very old school and not so much what we've seen on the newer patches.
Because, okay, never mind. We get the Renata Glass coming through. 8 picks on the split for Taki, counting Worlds. And yeah, let's them cover all the bases for Bill, right? Where it's like, okay, everyone picks on champ, by the way. Always interesting. When there's no swaps here for DRX, it's going to be rolling towards the bottom side, thinking that actually, if they're pushing, we can gank them. Is it going to happen, though? Level 5 on Tom Kench, but already Deft walking far enough back. But it's the top side, it goes even better. The flash follow is enough, and a Hosmid gets away from Q2, but not the third one. First blood
They have to zone the bot lane away as well, because there's just no vision on the map for Saigon right now, so they're not really sure. I mean, is Juhan sitting in the bush? Is he on Dragon? Like, where are these? Even Beryl stealing away the grub there as well. Walk away from that one, but at the moment again, DRX, like, it's a little bit of a slow burner, but they're just playing it out well. I mean, you're getting the advantages on the map. Zuka will spot BeanJ here, but BeanJ hasn't really found a spot that he can get into. Oh, hang on.
They're gonna try again. No flash. Has the ult. Pushes Froggy back in the tower. He will just barely live, but the shots still come through. The flash for Lix and a 1-for-1 assist is gonna like, okay, he's gonna be low enough that if I put in enough hits, I'll kill him. Identifies it well. Really good handle on the damage output. W blocks some of the damage. Ults for some space, but will it be enough? The stun comes in, but the damage is still way too good. Damage you can.
Get something anyway, but Shogun a little bit worried about his life there, so we'll just manage to escape away.
Yeah.
And now you lose mid tower, you lose presence in river, and I love how aggressive Deft is playing this Ezreal. It's so fun to watch him try and play on the edge. Hasn't been punished for it just yet, but Osmond might be punished topside. Juhan does get caught.
A bit of damage actually. Oh, the ulti doesn't land, but a flash gets away from Galio. Flash can't get the rest of it, and Zeka's already there. It was so nearly a good play from Saigon Buffalo, but it is nothing. Froggy kills off Shelly, and on the other side of the map, there are enough resources that DRX are going to grab this Drake as well, unless they can get the rest of it. They know there's no smite. It should be BeanJ's, but the Drake resets. They still want to go for it. Shogun, no ulti, no health, no hope, but Drake claimed, but at what cost? There's already been a couple of kills, and there's gonna be a third. BeanJ falls 6-1.
Even losing his red buff on the top side of the map as Juhan is stealing that away. It is disaster for Saigon Buffalo. The 4K gold lead now starting to come in for DRX, and that's not even with who's going to be able to collect this tower on the bot side as well. They've already got the two elsewhere on the map. DRX now start to move the waves in, get the vision control they need, continue to play for this dragon stacking, and I just don't know how you try and break this to Saigon. You don't have that pick potential without a good engage to it.
They come their way away from Aatrox.
I love how DRX are taking a spooky season real serious here.
Taki just gonna die for that one? Yeah, there's no way you live. I think he wanted to go for a flash handshake and hope the kill came through afterwards with bailout, but just it's getting bad to worse now. Froggy gonna be found out. Hello, buddy. We're gonna do a little devour, little Zeka action, little 2v1 now on the support, and Barrel versus stopwatch, and not enough time anymore as Juhan's on the way over. BeanJ loses the shield bow. He's gonna be rooted in place. Oh, that was pretty much perfect by Froggy. Actually, tanked a lot of it, blocks some Azir damage, and just keeps the jungler alive. Fancy plays here from Saigon Buffalo, but the end result is probably still gonna be just the 1-for-nothing. Atonda's in, a stun, and actually, maybe they kill off Juhan. They know the ulti's gone. Gale Force auto. Shogun on the board. Gets away from Deft, has to flash.
From DRX, and I mean, that's why at the moment they're posed to top the group, because RNG was the team that everyone was kind of waiting to see if they could take down.
Oh, the flash in. Good reflexes by Deft. Able to arcane shift away.
Stops this. I mean, Shogun, BeanJ, they're so incredibly short range, and Juhan is sitting in behind them.
There's the ulti coming across. Shogun should survive this one, but it still means ow on the front line. Hosbin, though, tanky enough. Had gone steel caps, but still walks away in time. I assume that's tenacity elsewhere in the build. We look at the bottom side now as Froggy gets to clear the waves, though slowly. Gets rid of the cannon and just tries to hold on, but there was a 70 CS lead across the mid lane here. Zeka is huge. Solo kills the top lane. Turret, he's
what Saigon Buffalo have. I mean, you just get to be a side lane threat now, Zeka, because no one actually has the engage realistically. That's why we keep seeing Taki go for these flexibility for Saigon Buffalo, right? Like we were talking about the Siobhan and the Mordekaiser jungle. They lost that game, right? Yeah. And now they've brought it this cup as well. That ain't looking so hot as the siege continues for DRX.
Oh, the flash over the wall might get BeanJ. Flash to the safety, stays alive. The true shot bar is going to land, but Hosbid will get yet another death. Maokai finally falls as the Galio dives in and buys a second, but bailout will not change anything. The flash to the back line sets up the double kill, and everyone is gone. BeanJ left alone to watch his base crumble. A fast one in front of us here. 24.5 minutes. Inhibitor already gone. BeanJ going to cut the next wave, as they can't take this forever. But with TP they can. Very heads-up play there by Kingen. Means they have enough. They cycle it through. The spellbook? No, it was Death's TP, making sure it happens. They have enough minutes to kill the Nexus. A 25-minute slaughter. DRX 2-0.
And the double kill at the end. Absolutely no trouble for DRX in this one. They make it look clean. And again, I mean, DRX looking fantastic coming into. A lot of people as well, I think, coming into this were like, hey, look,
this should have been Liv Sandbox position, right? Like, Liv Sandbox died so DRX could get here, and a lot of people are like, we need to see DRX take that big step forward to represent what the LCK has become in League of Legends. And I mean, they've had a fantastic tournament so far. Now, only day 2, but you can already see that big performance increase that we wanted to see from the squad.
Yeah, and it feels like to me they've played through most of the tough competition. Yes, we give credit to Mad Lions. Can they make it happen? They are also 2-0, and that's the current top of the table clash. Of course, Mad RNG certainly, yes, won there as well, but it feels like DRX have taken on all comers, and they've looked like the better team so far doing it.
Yeah, especially, Mad Lions didn't exactly look phenomenal yesterday in their 2 games as well.
If they won like DRX, wouldn't be like, oh, that's a real play for first, but like, based on day 1 and 2 so far, Mad Lions look shaky.
Even caliber of opponents, right? DRX, I mean, beating RNG yesterday, who were, for a lot of people, like favorites to top the group. So DRX really coming in and looking phenomenal.
Expect them to win here. Generally speaking, Amumu lanes, he is not a very naturally tanky tank. Like, he's recovered without the way out. Like, he's really good at starting it, but you hope you're winning the fight at the very beginning, otherwise he is instantly popping. It very commonly goes glacial as well, so he doesn't have to.
It definitely feels like now Beryl and Deft have to play significantly safer. Ferret, but upon Juhan as well.
Yeah, the problem is they don't have bot pressure right now. MF and Amumu are actually the ones pushing right now, so even though Juhan is kind of pushed around, now they've got the pressure, now they're gonna find the stun, and this could be enough to kill Amumu. The CC is gonna land. Beryl will drop first blood for the Wildcats.
Def gonna take a lot of damage on the way out here as well.
That's
Phoenix feeling it.
Double up there onto Holy Phoenix, and again, with their jungler around, Wildcats gonna have no problem going for the bot side. We see Leona starts it up, damages the minions, puts the sunlight down, and lets Holy Phoenix kill a little bit faster, but the bullet time's gonna look pretty good. Good hop to the side, Holy Phoenix, with the presence of mind to Q, then sideways. Saren has mid-pressure with a calling out of the tower. This Drake should be claimed. I mean, no MFO. I don't know how you win this fight, but DRX are walking up. They've got a calling now coming down as well. But is there a chance for a play? They know where Beryl is. A flash over the wall for the stun. They could lock down Amumu. He ults one, not even. He's going to be interrupted by Kalista, but Ferret now has to flash away. Akali's in. Zeka gets the kill, and the re-dive comes in. Saren can't get it, but Holy Phoenix is through for one. Ulti coming across for a bunch more. Cliff's down for the double kill. Holy Phoenix still alive, but Juhan could lock him down. The flash in for Zeka gets another, and it's DRX winning this fight. They don't need bullet time. They've got the kills, and it's going to be 4-2 in the bottom river.
Istanbul Wildcats. Very big overextension.
He's gonna try again. Stopwatch here, but isn't enough time because Deft's coming around. No bullet time though. Ulti's to buy a little bit. The auto's coming through. They re-stun. And Deft, can he kite away? He has cleanse, but will it matter? Zeka's on the way. They'll find the stun, but he cleanses it. And we're gonna get more kills. You tried your hardest, and it's not gonna matter. Kingen does not have flash. He gets the double hop off a minion. Buys a lot of space, but Ferret gets the slow. He should get the kill. Nah, he's gotta have it. You've gotta be able to reach him, and he does. 400 gold picked up.
Wait, here comes Juhan, the 1v2 for the tree. I don't know if you win that one, but look, sometimes you just gotta look terrified, right?
I gotta say though, I love this build for Juhan. So, Demonic Embrace is very good on Maokai, because it turns out he has good AP ratios, he has some dots on the kit, he has low cooldowns. If you're a little bit ahead and you're like, let's make sure they die, Demonic is the item second to kill him. Goodbye. Oh, the smite. Oh, that was pretty cute, but he still gets it despite the smite. There's a sapling. A little bit of AP. Thank you very much. Kill picked up. TY for leash, TY for domination. Stun coming across though. Maokai ult will be blocked for one. A little bit of time there. Farfetch now no longer has the aftershock, but they can have Saren come in. Beautifully timed! Underneath the wall. He does not get pushed around. Farfetch is the front line, but he is low on health. W times out. Zeka could chase it in. Chooses not to. A flash to safety. Holy Phoenix chunked low. Here comes the rest of it. Zeka is godlike. A nice pickup there for Kingen. Bullet time over the top. Saren should drop. Cannot find the Akali kill. And Starscream forced to run away. Ferret, yeah, he's in the base. Not going to mean anything. 13-5 now. DRX are walking over him.
So what is the earliest 25 stack majors we've had of these? Because we're getting real close to it. It's already
if he R2'd in her tower, he would get 25 stacks. He'd lose them, but I would have been right.
Yep. The technical right is the best.
Zeka is inting me. It's Schrodinger's 25 stacks because he could have ulted at that point in time, and, you know, might have been the case. Flash away for Deft. Nice sidestepping. Predicts where Farfetch is going to go. Still scoot backwards, though cannot outrun the soldiers. And a shutdown comes through. Kingen jumps in for Ferret. Can't get him yet, though. Pillar in the way. Not an easy way out. No flash, no hope, and shutdown again comes through now.
All right, nice job from Istanbul. Well, they end up spotting that Zuka's on the bot side. No TP, so Sarah moves in towards the top side. Now, Beryl?
Gonna take demonic embrace damage and let him get the kill. He smites him. Q. Yeah! Juhan on the killing spree. Turret falls as well. Thank you, demonic embrace. Will keep running through his saplings when they come back from cooldown, but it's about to be in a 1 versus 3. Gets away from the first knockup. Still pushed around. No flash available. And as DRX play a lit. Oh, that's a nice ult. Heal. Oh. Yeah, almost enough.
Will go across the DRX as well.
Yeah.
Looks like Fair's going to try and trade this with maybe a play on top side, but King and reading this, going to reset, but is he quick enough?
Yep, Pillar's easily there. He could have gotten with the auto attack, but makes the safe option. Flashes up there, gets away from the Ornhorn. Ferret, I think, didn't know how far into the recall he was, but he definitely had enough time, like from spectator vision, to auto and then save the Pillar, but didn't quite know. Pillar just have to recall, and it means that Flash is enough to get me out instead of Flash and Pillar killing him. But it is an objective bounty. It is a little bit more money into the pockets. Wildcats
Side, though, Istanbul Wildcats trying to set up a pick here. I really like that they're going for this.
Yeah, all right, Kingen. We know he's no Flash, but he's nearly Mega Narn. That makes it so tough. Ferret's like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll just play in this rush, look for Krugs. Maybe Holy Phoenix can beat Kingen. Oh, there's more going on, though. Guess what? You got everybody coming across. The house is going to land. You're walking up to the wall. The stun's going to land, and you've got Nakali. Zeka gets the kill. Legendary, but on the bottom side, Def is going to drop, and Juhan gets some damage. Amumu can go for broke. Farfetch is tanky. Ignite. He needs to dodge the Q. He's going to cry on him instead. Lands the bandage toss, and that man's going to need to go to the hospital. You hack in 35 seconds. Farfetch. Nah, I don't know how you're going to get away from this one. Oh, there's a blast plate. You can execute. There's a sapling. Nah, they know. Oh, that is pretty beautiful. That is a nice attempt. Trying to get all the way back, but we know Juhan's going to catch him. Would love to hand over the assist. Can't do it. Give it to the... Oh.
Yeah. I thought he's going to give it to the Sav.
The Sav would have been funny.
But either way, I mean, look, we're still getting a lot of training back and forth.
No.
I'm not going to say that this game has been the most strategic one, but it's definitely been a hell of a one.
Does not scale with rank. As far as crowd control is concerned, Barrel is full power. And you can see they're like, you know what? We're not going to fight you for it. Amumu's in fog. Zeka's coming towards us. You know what? It's yours. Just take it. Give you that one. No big deal. Mid-wave claimed. Dragon up in 1 minute, and Starscreen may have waited around for too long. He kind of sat there, like, with S pressed for a while. Maybe this will be a team fight. Ornhorn is going to catch a lot of people in a corridor. They get a double stun, but it's not going to mean much.
Turkish region, but unfortunately only able to pick up one win against Hycan, as Istanbul Wildcats weren't quite able to do the TCL proud, but still Istanbul Wildcats, like, they are a team that has represented the TCL 3 out of the 4 splits that this team has been together, so it's definitely one that is synonymous with the TCL. We just have to see if they can find their reputation against some of the other teams.
I'm gonna try right now. Here we go, a 4v1, but Zeka jumps around, jumps over, gets knocked up, but will it matter? I think still holding on to his final charge R2, and indeed gets out.
I wasn't sure what just happened.
So Holy Phoenix landed his E, but got yoinked back by Callista, so he didn't follow his target to like set up a stun combo. End of the day, again, R2 is being held by Akali, who's pretty much always gonna get out from that one. And now we get to see a little bit more happening right now. Obviously the third Drake was claimed, no problem. Fourth one in just over 4 minutes. Kingen holds the front line for now, not an easy target. Pretty tanky, 2.5 items. The half item being a stopwatch, pretty strong to be honest. And not gonna be a problem here, DRX. Happy to keep going. We see a side lane play now as Akali likes to finish the tower. Will do so, and Ornn is okay, I understand. It's all yours.
Yeah, Zuka just keeping pressure onto that top side. He's going to pick up the blue buff as the rest of DRX start to push on in. You've even got the Kingen stopping his reset as well, just to keep the pressure on this bot lane inhibitor. So trying to milk as much as possible out of this Red Bull bar and power play. Only 10 seconds left, but I mean, they should be able to get both of the inhibitors regardless.
Waves go down. Feeling good. Farfetch gonna look to team, but yeah, Falcon Mega Gnar has a stopwatch. They're gonna try. Here we go. The chance at a 3 versus 1. Barrel coming around, not a big deal himself as the flash is down. The stopwatch dodges the stun. There's now a dive into the base itself. They'll find one and have to collect themselves and answer the push. The inhibitors had not yet been killed. Top lane is pushed in. Mid inhib will drop to death. And now Zeka would like this fight. Farfetch has no cooldowns. Holy Phoenix about to have no life left. Legendary for Zeka. The running back Majai is doing a lot there. Gets a second now as well. Bot lane for Wildcats is dead as they push for the base.
Holy Phoenix says holy moly as Zeka absolutely decimates him. Now DRX starting to push on through. And there are no helpers. I mean, Juhan and Zuka not exactly at their looking their best or peak performance, so DRX will just back away, happy that they could get both the inhibitors and make that top lane look very shaky as well.
Yeah, still feeling like a DRX likely. Ooh, I like this knockup. Zeka, though, actually gets knocked out of his E, so a chance here for Starscreen, but there are reinforcements. Juhan is here. Moonwalk's gonna land at 2 as well. Zeka's gonna have the cooldowns. Yes, he does. Dives in, kills the Azir. Ulti not gonna do much of anything. Starscreen now running back. Barrel's starting to be up relatively soon. Where's he walking? All right. This Ornn is far away. The pillar. A little bit more time.
I want the bloodthirsty support. I need it in my life, but I mean, Kingin and the rest are just taking the base.
And there we go, nearly the kill. Kalista ult gonna find that first stun, maybe. Zeka knocked up, and Trundle goes down. Ulti still burned to stay alive. No, that is the shot by Beryl. Knocked back over. Ignite is on. He's crying, and he's gonna die. Beryl gets the solo kill on Starscreen.
And that is the real play of the game right there. Beryl for MVP, as now they go into the turrets.
And they'll get the last couple. Nice stop on Holy Phoenix, but Juhan, Q, thank you, Demonic Embrace, thank you, AP Ratio, thank you, Extra Kill, 24-10, DRX, and made it an entertaining game. The first 10 minutes, they got the lead, the early scraps went their way, and they made a show out of it. Turrets will fall, Nexus will drop, DRX gets their 3rd win.
And we're going to have to ask who put Zika as the highest KDA, because 11-0-8 coming out of that one. Even actually padding the scoreline a little bit more. Zeka really want to make sure he gets his name in the scorecard.
Well, very well done. I expected the result to be fair, but I'm glad of the way it happened. I think Wildcats had a strategy in mind. I don't think it was an unsound sort of tactical set of choices, but execution was so much better every time. Just DRX played those fights out better, and they got the lead, had a bit of fun with it.
But I gotta say, like, I like some of the answers that Istanbul Wildcats came in with, right? Look, they fell behind, don't get me wrong, but being able to, you know, make that TP in towards mid lane, catch depth when he's overextended, like, there's so many teams that are in that position just kind of roll over and let the game happen and play out, but Istanbul Wildcats tried their best to make any sort of comeback, and I think you can kind of just see, look, DRX a level above so many of the teams that are in this tournament. In the playing stages, it's hard to try and go up against some of the behemoths that are here.
Yeah, it really is. So 3-0 alone at undefeated. A game ahead of Mad Lions, a game ahead of Saigon Buffalo. RNG, of course, 3 to play. So we'll see how much catching up they can do as time goes on. But we're running out of teams who are able to beat DRX at this point. They got Mad Lions, they got Isurus. You know, if it oh no, sorry, Mad Lions already was that one, so looking pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? It does just look like at this stage it's going to be DRX advancing into that first place spot, which means they automatically qualify for groups, and there's going to be a lot of teams that are kind of scratching their heads against teams like RNG and even Mad Lions if they're to make it, and see if they can try and punish them.
And that is not really in line with the Isurus draft so far. And that was kind of actually my biggest complaint previously about their other draft. While it was very crazy with the Scion mid and stuff, it just felt like there was not something for the Scion mid
to slide on, because Beryl, Pioshik and Deft are stepping forward. Won't be able to find any of the CC. Then we'll find on the second bandage toss, but this is enough to push Grell away from Red Buff. Jelly comes forward. It is still secured by Pioshik, and he gets the flash from Grell. Grell is now caught in place. A third bandage toss is thrown. 150-10 first blood to Grandma Beryl.
Gaming's bot lane trying to salvage all these situations, playing aggressively after the invade went bad.
Oh, that's
this
a
might be too aggressive.
Pioshik's right here, Pioshik's right here. Bandage toss will find the target. Defensive flash away from Gavoto. Cleanse is available to him and just used. Here comes Grell. A 2-man knocker from the Pulverize will not be enough to save Gavoto's life, and Jelly down to 200, 100. Below that, and Deft secures the kill. Another 2 for DR position. There wants time and items and levels. You're also behind in kills. They will be able to secure a dragon. This is good. This is cheeky. But the point I want to get at is, I understand you are playing for your tournament life. I understand you want to win it, earn it on your merits. But patience is a skill that could have been a difficult category when it comes to goal difference, experience, first towers. I think they get first dragons in second, 80-odd% of the games. And the engage will come in. That's a kill onto Grell. Jelly gets caught up by the bandage toss. Beryl lined up the first, he lined up the second. No access.
In knockout, they're both ready to go.
And theoretically, like, arguably as well, some small advantages to hiding how an individual player plays an individual champion to some degree. as well as along that jungler. So pay attention, watch closely some of their opponents. Not 100% certain whether DRX are going to win this group, but you anticipate it to be the case. That is going to be the kill secured on behalf of ADD, taking down Beryl, now at the cost of Grell's life. Jelly's going to be the target for Zeka, secures the kill. 2 members of Isurus are down. Pioshik's trying to prevent the blast going, but he can't do it just yet. 100 HP as ADD's forced to flash for his life. Now Gavoto's the next target. Flash available to him. He gets underneath his inner turret. Won't be able to find enough damage for the kill. Here comes Zeka. Soul unbound. Will not be able to get the damage.
Sometimes people feel he has low game impact despite being oftentimes the best player on some of his teams. And then when you put him on situations like a Saigon to try and have really big impact, that doesn't speak to a lot of his strengths.
Yeah, unfortunately, and this time round, they're margining behind CS plus 20 in favor of Zeka. The kill secured onto Gavoto. This was trying to turn this one around. Emperor's Divide is on cooldown. The re-engage from Zeka finds it. Jelly's got no unbreakable will available to him, so he drops to 3 members secured. Zeka's going to step backwards. That Fate unsealed on cooldown as well. The tower's being focused, the plates are being focused, and in what is, 3-4 minutes, it's gone from 2,000 gold to nearly 6,000. Actually, just over 6,000.
Terror plates just dropped it right before they got that charge off. Unlucky for DRX there, but still another skirmish going heavily in their favor. The fact that they got Seiya's ultimate out in the mid lane prior on that dive where he had to save himself with it meant that when he went flying in to cover that play, he did not have it available. Beryl also had a nicely timed ult right as Seiya started shuffling in to find that kill. Here, ADD getting a little aggressive. He's actually going to win this.
Get it! The healing from Silas put him right back in. Zeka's chasing, hunting, kill the bird, and he does for the solo in this middle lane.
Off the reset, Zeka TP's back in, finds the solo kill with the extra influx of gold up to 5-0 and 1 now. This
Leaning you away from my quick stats quiz. How many
No, I mean, look, there's another solo kill. We gotta talk about this one. Hey, now look, Zeka's gonna die for that
He will
too.
die indeed,
We need to talk about this. We need to talk about this.
6,500 gold up. They were able to secure themselves one of those Cloud Drakes, which is why I've been trying to get you to predict it. DRX going to look for another tower. They've got 3. 2 in the middle lane, 1 in the bottom lane, looking to take another. This will be the 4th secured. I'll tell you what, I'll ask one quick set question and then I'm going to let it go and move on. Which dragon is the most killed at Worlds?
It's gotta be Hextech.
You are correct.
Okay, you're just talking strictly comps,
Yeah,
champions
champion
in the
versus
game.
champion, if executed to, the way their intention.
Yeah.
Zeka does get jumped on right now, stays alive, soul unbound, gets him to safety inside the pit. The shield has popped up and ADD joins the fray. The Nature's Grass is thrown down. Kingan re-engages, finds the chains, the lockdown, the hold. Curse of the Sad Mummy still available. Curse of the Sad Bullet Time still available. Waiting for it to be fired out. Nobody's died just yet. Pioshik's the next target. 1 for 1. Gavoto flashes in for that, but it's a double for Deft. Can he dunk any more? 1-2 more secured for DRX, and Gavoto's
Providing front line to make sure that Seiya is safe. And now, obviously, DRX wants to finish off the Rift Herald, but that keeps him around, so you get this flash re-engage here. Gavoto for Gavoto to kill, but he had already backed out.
Yeah, Gavoto 1-4-2. He's just been jumped on so often this game. 10,000 gold. And with Gavoto being down, DRX are just looking to secure this Baron. I mean, Nature's Grasp was thrown for the lols. Doesn't get followed up. There's no AD carry. They really want the damage for Aphelios. And with that Baron buff now, DRX can continue to play. They can even look to play the side lanes. And there's going to be a setup. The bullet time is firing over Seiya. Forced to flash to safety. Stays alive thanks to the heal for now. And actually escapes. But for how long?
The bounce!
Double up! Deft manages to make it work. The hijacked Nature's Grasp does more than what ADD could do in the pit. And DRX are looking to shut the coffin on ISG's Worlds.
DRX respond to the play in the mid lane from Isurus. Beryl again with the quick ultimate, locking up Seiya for the bullet time. And from there was an easy chase down, finding all those kills, dropping Shelly in the mid lane with Baron. Trevor, I'm smelling a dancing herald.
No ways, no ways, no ways! Will the Rift Herald dance? Charge is coming in, 3,000. Jelly and Gavoto stepping forward. Shelly
Protect
is
Shelly.
running low, 1,000, 700,
Don't do it, Grell.
400.
Don't you-
Shelly
Oh.
dies! Shelly dies! So do the playoff hopes for Isurus. DRX are hunting, picking up sharks where they can. Kingan is trying to keep Deft up as well, stepping for the Nexus, is being focused by Beryl. The Sad Mummy head-butting away, as all of a sudden, that's a Deft going golden thanks to the Hourglass. Baron Empowered minions doing work, another for Kingan. At this point, it's bullying. They're dead already, as Isurus Gaming are eliminated from playoffs. DRX pick up the win.
DRX speed run that final game of the day here. 22.5 minutes, just about 22:41. That might be the new fastest game of World so far. I believe Loud held the previous record.
I'm going to go on record. I believe that is the fastest game of World's play-ins. Great catch, Mark.
There we go. DRX move up to 4-0, looking absolutely dominant here. Setting up a very highly anticipated matchup against Mad Lions tomorrow.
And of course, for Isurus Gaming, one last matchup against the Wildcats. The only two teams sitting at 0-4. One of them will pick up that win. That team fight at Baron, a glimpse of how the comp could have played out. And for DRX, as soon as they smelled blood in the water, they went for it.
Blood. The
You
shark.
get it?
Hey, there's blood in the water, level
Such
1,
a
man.
smart guy.
Yeah,
Such a
at that
smart.
red buff, Grell getting angry. It felt
Flashing
like
for that.
over getting invaded.
Flashing for that red as well.
Yeah.
Sending a message.
Unfortunately, DRX were able to punish that. Never really not controlling the game. There were a couple opportunities for Isurus, but not able to put one together.
Vex gonna be that matchup, and Mordekaiser, I have been waiting so long for Mordekaiser as a counter pick to Yuumi. She flies in with Silas, flies with Camille. You ult the Camille, and Yumi's like, there to siphon someone out. We'll see what comes out of it, though. But look at this game. I wouldn't even mind getting rid of Sejuani, but we got to fight, of course, in the top side there, Kingen. Gonna go ahead and find his first couple of stuns. The 3v1, the fear's gonna land the damage. Should it be? There it is. First blood comes through the jungle, but the TP coming across. Big damage towards Elyoya, staying alive for now. Death Realm has been popped, so Zeka cannot get anyone useful, or Pyosha can't tell which one. I think it was a Sejuani he had grabbed based on the damage profile, and it meant that you couldn't deliver the stun. You couldn't lock anyone down. Zeka, it is a lower DPS build. It's wave through its push power and whatnot. It lets you play a melee range lane, but now with the Herald being summoned up, it'll be shared across the two. You saw Kaiser backs up far enough away to not leech local goal.
They stopped to play a tiebreaker after. Niski looking like he's dodging another gank.
Oh, I think flashes down for like 20 seconds longer, gets stunned up, kites away, the fear lands! And Elyoya is here! Finds another, comes back to take the oath.
Far behind on CS, and now they take the Drake.
Well done all the same though, a nice gank, but yeah, it's gonna look beautiful. Cloud Drake claimed, definitely late.
Seeing the little pip. Deft is still a problem, like a really big problem. So this is actually kind of Deft versus the world in this game.
Yep. And range and smite, but if you are in range, you can be like, I'm ulting you, and then you can try to smite on spell shoot right before it lands.
But he doesn't have smite, he's top lane.
You're right, I'm stupid. So we gotta fight in the top side. It's already forgiven going down. I die. Mad Lions gonna find themselves with 2 turret lead.
Both solo laners show top lane for Mad, so Elyoya uses that opportunity to go take the bot turret to try and get farm on the top turret. But then Mad is also conceding the Drake to get the even more valuable inner bot turret.
Looks like Herald actually hit that one, so even though they kind of left Herald alone after they got the first turret, it actually managed to slam, so a 1/4 HP bot tier 2, easy to kill. Armor again getting the gold. Zeka topside. I don't think any other tank mythics go out of the Aegis, so gonna be on Sunfire second, level 11, but with Cleanse being up, it's not much of a play, so nothing going through, just taking the waves, just chilling. But we are on 2 full items now for Deft to play now into the left side of the map. The dive on in, Elyoya gets a kill, you go to the top, and a flash away for Deft, but Barrel dropped at the same time. He was over the top.
They're just going for
and he
Bear.
couldn't find a new
They
player.
have demonic Mordekaiser and a Belvat. This thing is just dead.
This is that so incredibly fast. MF on an item is good enough. It's DRX every time realizing we just have to cross map. Mad Lions are simply too strong. Every time they pick the fight is right. And look at that, a 22.
So if they don't have a clean engage, Deft's ricochets can do a lot of damage. But at this point, that's a pretty rose-tinted take because it's a completely different beast. And I think they're showing that in this game.
Looking good right now. Elyoya, ton of power. Oh, it's going to keep him outside the Baron pit, so now Kingen is going to guarantee be locked down. They're going to get the whole squad around him. When he comes out, he could flash the wall. Will try to do so, but I think he has it too early.
Also being double the CS of the other jungler, but they're going for a fight.
Yeah, 6-0 objectives. Don't keep that one too far away as well. Pyosha forced to be flashing away to stay alive. Kaiser will survive the tower. Yuumi wants to put the ulti on, but not enough in time. Almost kills him, but not enough coming across. He will survive it. Teamfight looking pretty good. Armor forced to flash to safety. The chase on in. Zeka gets one, and he's got a Yuumi in the pocket. Could they get more? They jump on in. The bot line's in danger, but Deft is down. That means Zeka pretty much left alone with a pocket cat. Kingen, Kipi's back in though, looking to make
3v4.
3v4, Yumi heals, she's got plenty of mana still. How good do the recalls look? A quick slow into Elyoya. A little bit of poke. Soon the fear available for Niski takes some more.
This could be the game
damage
deciding
from
fight right
Prowling Projectile. The squad is here. Unforgiven is low. Here comes the push on in, and Kingen has to ult to safety for a little bit of time. They shut down Misfortune with the Prowling Projectiles. A dive in for Zeki gets a second, and the health bar is going to be too much now. But the Stone plan, however, Abscond Abduct takes one down. 5-8 and kill. He finally gets the ulti off to push them around, but now the fight continues on, and Pioshik just so incredibly low. Belva's putting out so much damage, but Kingen got onto Unforgiven and solo kills the AD carry.
Oh my.
So a 6-kill Belveth, level 15. Primary carry here.
This is one game where actually, like, the AD carry is super overrated for Mad, because Belvath Mordekaiser is plenty of damage, but they can't just lose like that.
Kaiser, yeah, Def. I mean, he killed himself flashing on the AD carry in the previous fight, went too aggressive, and Niski was there. This one almost oversteps as well, but Kaiser still kind of locked down. Zeka will try to find that kill. Kingen is able to get out, and finally Leona drops.
Gold. It's 13,000 gold on Zeka's Silas, and here he comes.
There's the root. There's a whole bunch of damage instantly deleted. He built armor, and Silas wanted to kill him, but Zeka gonna get traded back out. Huge damage. Mad Lions. Trinket spots him, and you can see Armut walks over. He's like, I'm going to play on that side of the map. Ocean Soul claimed, and now Grievous Wounds is everything's stacked up, but Armut is playing to zone. He just ults Pioshik. They're just going to burn it. They're just going to burn down Baron. Uncontested Smite. Can they get damage in time? Because the fight is coming in. Zeka dives in. Can he kill Elyoya? He comes out in time to smite it and stay alive for now. But it's going to be dangerous. 1,000 gold shutdown comes through. And it's only 3 for nothing. Unforgiven has to run away. Mordekaiser cuts the wave, but there's no way Misfortune lives. You may have got the Baron, but Zeka took your whole damn team apart as DRX go up and kills.
And there are already minions at this turret, and 5 alive for DRX. Freak, I think they might have just won the game.
30 seconds. There is so much time. You've got to find a way to buy it for yourself. Armut by himself can try. Pop the passive, pop a stopwatch, cut a wave. I think he needs to get this wave before it reaches his Nexus turrets. That's the best chance you have at living. And it means he has to play up in about 2 seconds. He's going to take some Yumi poke, but he needs to buy them the time. Yoinks in what he can. He can't barely get almost anything done. I don't think he even got a passive on. There's no damage being dealt. He just dies instantly. And the turrets are going to fall. Respawns come in for just as important. Kaiser, do they care? I guess they'll go back to the turrets. They'll finally kill him. And the Nexus will drop. DRX get the comeback, win and secure first place.
It wasn't pretty, but DRX is now undefeated in the group stage of play-in and advances to the group stage of the main event. Hats off to Mad Lions for getting the soul, having a large lead, and making this game go the distance. That's a backbreaker for them. DRX takes the bow. They're going to group stage.
Congratulations, DRX. As Mad Lions fall to 3-2, they are hoping now for an upset win. They are hoping that RNG drops a game and can shark second from them in a tie break. I think that's arguably the better road for them. I think that's always going to be your hope. And so they get to wait and see. We can still see Mad Lions fight for second if RNG drops the next game. Otherwise, RNG, of course, if they take the win, they just grab second, no problem. Mad Lions, no matter what, are going to be playing a best of 5 to move on. That is the thing. If they want to make the group stage at Worlds, they will be playing 1 or 2 best of 5s. Need to win all of them to make that happen.
As of now, it could be against anyone. There's still that 3-way tie that needs to be resolved over in Group A between DFM, EG, and Loud. What does not need to be resolved, though, is
heavily down towards mid and bot. So very interesting. I was kind of expecting more of them trying to look for a counter to that Maokai and actually just slam that Sejuani into jungle. But going Lee Sin here, focus on
this mid 2v2 and impacting both side lanes.
Both sides has a stun, but it's still going to hit Nami, though. Trimby could be in danger, but the bubble down does not land at the AD carry. Second bandage shots, I believe, missed, so Barrel's nothing. But the Q's going to land Juhan on the board now. Cop forced to run back to his tower, taking a shot from Def.
There's the power. Fight on the screen there on the bottom right. Looks like Odoame's found Juhan looking for that top crab. No flash from earlier.
Ulti land, Q back, the pillar there. Juhan does not have flash. That was beautiful. Ward hops back away. Damage to the bottom side. Barrel nearly dies. And now we got a bit more going on. Juhan collapsed on by Larson. went back down the Riverton of his own jungle and gets killed for it. Double not going to land here, still trying to trim.
Yeah, it's really, really interesting, right? Because he has the extra longsword and he doesn't have a quick cloak. So, you know, it's like, you know, is he even going in towards it or is he just building that and then going to something else? But if Larson doesn't spot this Sejuani on the wraparound, things could get a little bit dangerous. There's already 4 members here.
Flash this one that might not have landed, but now it's going to be the jungler stuck in place. Marwan gets his stopwatch in time, immunes the Amumu stun. And King without flash simply could not live. The shuffle guarantees it. They hand the kill over. Larson 2-0.
I really like what Malrang a little bit on limits here. Threaten Rogue as Deft is on the way. The more time they can buy here, the better.
Lenda's auto TP to make it a 5v4. Here comes the first engage. Sun's going to land, but will it even kill? No one is in range. And finally, Zeka comes in, knocks down Tribby. A trade of support for support. That costs an ultimate.
Deft is almost here.
Good smite comes through from Malrang. Ulti's not going to do a whole lot there. Zeka back out to safety. Full time on to 4. Juhan builds his face, stays alive.
Battle lines drawn, both teams in a but I don't know if DRX have the information as to where the Nami is, so it would be a bit of a risky dive. Is it worth going for? Wave extremely.
You know, they haven't had eyes on a lot of these rogue members for quite some time, so even though it is just this 1v1 between tanks, Kingen has no idea. They really have in enabling Larson and always keeping him safe. It's going to be a TP here onto Zeka. We'll see if they can actually get him. He can just R to safety, I think.
Got a flash, gets knocked out first, doesn't have a good target just yet. Dealt around, ulti is for Amumu. Is it first kill going to come across? Larson attacked and down, killed off. Both junglers with 1 kill on the board, a safety hop for the Lee Sin, but now Barrel doesn't have an easy way out, jumps down to 1, but he is surrounded and he will die. Comp, his 3rd kill of the game.
It looked good.
A lot safer moving up there as Comp. You know, even with the strat from MF, which traditionally you are going to have an advantage on these moves, he's having to take the longer path, and as a result, he's not really to enter. And it will be a tough one. Zeka is going to take this down, but with him stepping forward and not actually...
The fight's basically over. Maokai ult as well can just cover so much ground. Zeka's TP'd in. Level 14 will get spotted out. Barrel!
There's the ulti on the 2. Front line, they'll kill Barrel, but will they get one back? Trimby just stays alive. Front engage comes across again. A kill for the Lee Sin. Deft low, flash to safety. Juhan low, doesn't die either. Gale Force does not find the kill. Odoamne wants to walk forward. The Dragon slows them. Locked down. Kingen running for his life. Comp wants it. The shot's still coming through, and he gets them. 9-4 in the scoreboard. A rampage now, 4 in a row. And they're going to get the second dragon of the game for Rogue.
Massive fight for Rogue. Yuhan's kick there onto Trimby actually saved him. He
doing a great job through these first 25 minutes.
A lot of pings. Comp stashing forwards.
Stepping in, gets this done though as Barrel flashes into a 3-man ulti. And they're going to shut down 2. Finally, DRX get the ult. My God, must have been picking this one. It's like 15 seconds away still. So they cannot flip it. They have to get Malrang out of the pit, get him away. And right now, Vision is spotted. They know where he is. Kingen might just in for it, but no, they're going to go for the fight instead.
Oh, Yuhan!
He gets the kickback, but will it be enough? Larson scoops. Larson stays alive for 1 HP. Deft gets the kill, but he had to dive in to make it happen. So now he's surrounded, trying to live. Will he Gale finally drops down. Odoamne, though.
Look at Odo go!
Is the Sunfire Aegis enough? He's punching. He's doing what
That's
he
a
can.
scary tree.
Being helped by Trimby. He will burn them down as best he can. The TP comes back in. Zeka is there. Barrel is low. Is his Q up to jump to Krugs? It is. He's got to stay alive. He'll just barely live. He's got no turret, but no one's in the chase anymore.
Malrang is on the dragon here, trying to move Rogue to Soul Point.
Rogue's 3rd Drake, if it happens there. Juhan spots it. Know what's going on. Be careful. They're going to dive in here for the Maokai. Just locked up. Pops the shield. Will it be enough? Flash for the Comp. Comp kills him. Ulti doesn't do a whole ton from depth as everyone else gets back to safety. Comp is down his flash, but will it matter? Zeka gets nothing from the ulti. Kingen now forced out. Honestly, 5v4 just feels like Rogue owns it. And it's going to be 5v3. Larson gets the final kill into Kingen.
This Maokai is a really big problem for DRX. He's doing so much work in the fights to lock down the carries. You know, the Lee Sin and the Akali have so much mobility to gap close onto Comp, and Odoamne knows that. He's keeping it
making the call to just give it up. Rogue now on Soul Point with Baron. Damage is not insignificant in these fights. This is a Divine Sunder or Trundle, and Odo is just in the mix.
Yeah.
Slapping people with the base damage.
Zeka.
I think it's the right call. And I mean, do you see how annoying this is for Zeka? He's constantly trying to move into that side brush, threaten the flank. Odo just has it. You're always going to have the brushes covered. You have map hacks with this champion. He's going to keep you safe on those side angles. And Odo is not afraid of mixing it up with the Akali.
Spirit Visage from Thief as well. Only 1 healing reduction onto King, and ult's coming out to zone them away. DRX, maybe they can look for a turn here.
Oh, good stun.
Oh, Barrel.
Bullet of 3. Is it going to be enough, though? Scoop into the wall, buys some time. But it's still kill. It is mid laner down. There's only one carry left in this one. Odoamne holds the front line. Zeka dives in, but he can't find the kill. Brings a stopwatch. He's invisible. She won't push him out of it. But DRX cannot follow through this huge front line of Rogue.
Well, and again, DRX are not on the same page here. Deft had already committed his ulti, then Barrel goes in, and Malrang had already pillared the ulti from Deft, so he had no...
Maokai ult to zone them away again, but this could be an angle for DRX. If Kingen can base and look for a TP, they might look for a fight. Two ultimates down on Rogue. Do they stay longer? Do they wait for these ultimates? Synergy with the Amumu. This is their chance.
5k health. The ulti's there. No way you can make it happen. Being set up by Rogue. They've got all the zone control they need.
DRX for time and time again losing out on this vision game. Rogue has been just relentless in denying the vision, cutting down these wards. Kingen now very far out. They're going to TP for this. They want this.
Here. Yeah, Pillar may be down, but I don't know how he has a way out. No flash available. He got the turret, chooses to stay, and Comp finds his 6th kill.
I thought they would just slowed for so much. They're actually barreling down mid.
Gale forces in. Zeka's at a half HP right there. Minions block the rest of the Golem, but still diving forward as Comp feels so safe. With the Guardian Angel, full items. No one's going to stop him. Middle inhibitor goes down.
I actually love this from Rogue. You know, they get full mid prio, just running straight down.
They full Rogue with Odoamne just being in the face of DRX, showing pressure and slowing them down exactly the same as the Dragon. How does Yuhan get past this? He's trying to find an angle, but it's already gone.
Time. Ulti comes down for good measure. Kingen will just simply die. No one's even around him. They rest from leave, and it's his 5th death of the game. 15-9. The time on in for Odoamne. Sets them all up. Ulti. It's going to mean absolutely nothing. Comp finds a double. Burns a stopwatch. Resurrecting now as Zeka runs away, but no one is left to watch the fall of DRX, who will drop their first game of Worlds. Mad Lions couldn't do it. RNG couldn't do it, but bet your ass Rogue can. They will find their first win of the World Championship, their first time winning the LEC, and so far, 1-0 in Worlds. The Nexus falls and Rogue is on top.
The first team to take down DRX here at Worlds, undefeated through play-ins. Rogue played a beautiful game here, and DRX had no answers for the Bash Bros from Rogue in the front line there. Odoamne and Malrang going crazy in these late game fights. They could not get through the front line. They could not approach the objectives because Odoamne was untargetable. You could not even go for him. He's keeping them out from every single objective. There's just no real answer to it. When you're keeping Larson and Comp this safe, they're always going to succeed in the 5v5s.
Yeah, as much as Comp was doing so much damage and playing with so much confidence, did make that one mistake, barring that exceptional performance from him, but it's Odoamne who's just in the face of DRX constantly. It's Odoamne who's just shutting down these carries, not allowing them to enter, and just kind of saving the game next to Malrang. So much frontline for DRX to deal with. It's so hard for Misfortune to ult every time she does. Pillar. Anytime she's in range of auto attacking, she's rooted, she's knocked back. The ult comes out from the Maokai. It's so hard for DRX to navigate fights up against this Trundle Maokai.
Absolutely. I mean, between Nami Wave and Trundle Pillar, and you have a limited window when you actually can find that engage. DRX was never able to get vision, so they couldn't actually pull off these pincer plays that you want to with this style of comp. You know, they really wanted to be the ones maintaining vision, and having Zeka on the side coming from one angle, while Barrel's coming from the other, and everyone's collapsing at the same time, bullet time over the top. But Rogue never gave them the in to do it because they so masterfully denied their vision and made them approach through a sapling minefield that was denying every angle they wanted.
Good showing from the first.
Doubt once this last pick comes in, it's going to be the Jacks instead. 4 games played, 3 of them with victories. Lyric, I'm going to come to you first. Let's zoom out and talk about the compositions and how they want to win respectively.
Yeah, I mean, this whole game for both teams is going to be bot lane centric, right?
Peacemaker goes forward. The dredge line is dodged away from as Beryl uses stand behind me, and Jackie Love again is bullied out.
Things look so rough, but Trevor, you're still not done.
No, we're not. Way away. Will he survive? Counter-strike start. Courage shot. Now steps forward. Hop, skip, jump.
He has about 200 stacks here on the Draven. So much additional gold waiting to be grabbed up.
It looked like they were going to try to play for themselves. As both AD carries getting chunked depth quite low, and Tien has ulti.
I mean, those spinning axes. There's the depth charge. The soul to stop the battery's got him to it. Now depth is alive. So many auto attacks are being blocked by the unbreakable wall, but finally the flashes are committed.
And now Pioshik is here and Mark is in trouble. Zeka arrives and he has the soul ulti. Jackie's gonna go down.
Oh, look at that. Jackie's caught out. DRX win the fight.
Oh my god. I mean, that's Jackie Love losing over 150 stacks there, and Zeka looking for him once more. Everfrost does hit the slow. Barrel's coming over.
Oh my word! Throw everything at Jackie Love.
off of it.
Unbelievable start. 12 minutes in, that goalie continues to balloon. Zeka, 3 kills.
But Zeka isn't balling for it.
Cease and desist has been hijacked. Teleport is being channeled. Pioshik's making his way forward. Does Zeka fancy a shot? No, Pioshik's turning. Jackie Love is going to be caught up with help of Mark. Jackie's running for his life. Mark is caught in the river. He's down. DRX are
finding a play through this, getting this kill on the tower for Knight, getting that solo gold into the Azir. It's just all eggs in the Knight basket, it feels like at this point.
Level up, figure out the meta, figure out what their strengths are. It looks like it's doing a lot so far for DRX.
Actually pulling out the blue buff and stacking up on the blue buff, not actually taking it for himself away from Knight, but just leeching it back.
The DRX actually were the ones to do a brunt of the damage.
Lyric, you said it not 5 minutes ago. Faith for the upset. Do they have faith for Beryl to survive? Jackie Love is spinning them axes. He's getting that adrenaline. He sidesteps the pressure, but he's been jumped on. Cleanse and flash, and Jackie's running for his life. Zeka misses the chains, but he stole the whirling death. He goes golden, thanks to the Ogos, but the first kill is secured by Pioshik. The win is down. TM is down. Top Esports are getting obliterated.
They are crushing them. DRX lose no one in the fight. Again, Jackie will lose all of the stacks, and Kingen already in the top lane pushing in. DRX will crack the base.
Yeah, DRX potentially going to be able to get an inhibitor. Looks like they're thinking about maybe pivoting towards the Baron now.
From the LCK, not a team that a lot of people had the faith in to be able to bring the level of consistency to take down someone.
With the push they have from Baron, they're also able to put themselves on Soul Point, and things are looking doomed.
There's a soul hope remaining here for top. He does have the death cap complete. He is incredibly strong, comparable with the strongest members on DRX, but the problem is everyone on DRX is a threat.
0-0-0 for Knight. Jackie Love is melted. He waddled on the slow and was burst by the 4th seed from the LCK. Pioshik's got himself 3 already. Knight gets at least 1 back, but the tower falls. That's 2 more. The Quadra, the Ace, the base. DRX have done it.
Pioshik was so huge in this game, making sure Jackula's famous Draven couldn't take over.
New York City, you will remember the day that DRX struck back against Top Esports.
What a performance from DRX here. Absolutely incredible, entering themselves into the conversation here to really mix it up with the big dogs. The laughs, dance for death. You can see the emotion on the fans' faces there as they stepped up big time, and what a monster performance from Pioshik. He was everywhere he needed to be.
Can I tell you something? That these play-ins teams need more respect on their names. As we're a few days in, DRX stepping up, RNG stepping up. Congratulations to DRX. What a phenomenal performance. I mean, Lyric, I know it's 1 game, but this was not what we were anticipating.
No, I mean, even the way that they did it, right? Because fans, it's impossible not to love Deft. That's why we got the support alpaca up on the desk.
I mean, you just have to love the emotion of the fans.
Yeah.
I mean, we see fans literally move to tears, cheering for Deft. You see how meaningful, this upset is.
And think about it, right? They were going up against Jackie Loves Draven. We were highlighting this is a signature pick that Top Esports can almost always find a win on. Deft was the player under pressure, and DRX delivered and reinforced him perfectly.
Absolutely, and this game, I think, came down to so many small key moments where there was incredible players stepping up for DRX. I really do credit
Or for a Kaiser Leona game.
All right, at the very end, I believe that is locked, and it's going to be Rel on the bottom side. So yes, aggro tools are here. Ornn is the primary engage. Rel can certainly help, and even if she doesn't...
Are likely stronger level 1 than the Sylas match. But if they wait long enough, they can push him off. And also, they waited for Lee to walk through.
Look at the knock-up. Zeka's on the way. Kadi, though, as well. Is it going to be enough, though? He's got to have the chains. Looks for the stun. A lot of damage. Ooh. First blood goes through to Ornn. Pioshik even gets the Kindred mark. And Kiaya can't catch him. Has his stun, forcing the flash away from Kingen. And now wants to fight Zeka a bit more. Knocking him away too. They're going to get absolutely everybody down. Running for his life. Talia would love to live. of how long till King has another stun, though. How long until everyone else dies?
No
Zeka walks
way.
in, just dashes in. It's already...
Really interesting interactions about like leaving camps up, because sometimes it like more likely puts it in the space where it's going to be securable by yourself. So I don't know all those optimizations, but Kindred mains definitely do. It's a very complex mark system.
Yeah, I know a little bit about it. So like if someone takes, like let's say both scuttles are up, right?
Yeah.
Because we're okay, yeah, we gotta
Let's watch
die. We
the
gotta
dive.
dive. Hold on. Zeka, level 5. Flash over the walls, in it, blade stun. They gotta have the burst, and they do. Kill goes over. Oh, with
reset.
Herald up, it's definitely yours. Doesn't even need to auto them at this point, but yeah.
This is crazy.
So he's gonna miss a recall timing. This also could have been a Drake timing as well, but
Yeah.
they're gonna go for turret damage. They're actually saving the Herald itself. They'll just work this one down.
And then they can herald to another turret, still get placed. They can even give it to Deft after he resets and
I love that.
can get accelerate him. This is so good for DRX.
I love reason.
The gut is to just get yourself further ahead, but you actually need to win the game at some point. So once you have the lead, okay, then take the objective because you're powerful enough, and then you can get ahead later. So I like what DRX is doing there, getting the Drake with Death's power.
Bolt's trying to get some wave clear, gets to preempt the stun. With that though, Jax is still there, B gonna hold aggro, but Kiaya is too low.
Wow.
Being pushed all the way out, gotta be careful. He takes a turret shot! He autoed to take a turret shot, Kiaya!
If both those carries get to free hit.
You get 2 seconds with Counter-Strike to dodge it all. B, okay, there's the knockup, there's the second stun, and the third, and that is a death. Zeka, second kill of the game. Generally speaking, any Silas versus range matchup, it's Q-Max, melee versus melee, you max W for the Akali, things like that. And yeah, Everfrost into Q is solid 600 damage off of style, and once again, pushed off the tower, 35 CS deficit. And despite outbacked on the minions, but it'll be enough that Def can kill this. Barrow will take his share of the gold, 175 each. Teoshik wants to go for a little bit more.
Rosenheart, the Talia doesn't do that much damage at this point in the game, so he can just walk up whenever he wants.
Alrighty, walking up right there. They're gonna find the three-man engage. Barrow sets him up on the backside. Death is a rocket jump away though. Will they find these kills? Style comes in. Kai's good for one. It's traded back and forth. They got Death low, and they're gonna have Kiaya get a second now as well. Style will drop. A 2v3 on the map now. Better than maybe expected. Diving back in for more. Stun's gonna land. The rocks help a ton, but over the wall goes Barrel. And Cowdy in the wrong spot to help this one. Flashing over. Ulti comes across. They get a second kill. A third, I should say. But now he's been left alone. Again, it's still +1. Zeka is unstoppable.
Him first, and it's a flip.
Oh, stolen by Levi. Can he get out though? Stunned up and shut down. That is money in the pocket, though. That was not just a steal.
I'd imagine. And this mid turret should be breakable.
Down it goes. Gold shared amongst them. They push in to get the wave. They so 4,000 health. Yep, it's dead. See ya. We'll get mid wave. Would like a bounty on mid lane, but they're not even pushing for it that hard. Levi doesn't even auto it as Beryl takes the wave. Baron is shown to be dead, and he might be too far up. Talia ult, or an ult. Here we go. Is it going to be a fight? A triple knockup.
CC.
Hello, Beryl. Done, but Beryl dies for it a bit too early. Levi can be the target, though. Pushed around. Gets the knockup. This is maybe a fight to be won. A shutdown comes across on Ornn. GAM goes 2-0 in the battle.
Beryl saw the group and said, I'm going.
Oh,
okay.
I could jump in time, though. That's the problem. There's always enough time. Def has the hands for it, and that might mean a bunch of kills.
Re-engaging 3v5
for a stun. 3v5. Zeka is good for 2. Def will get the third, unless W comes up.
Flash.
W. Oh, he stopwatches it. Zeka will be a target, but he burns his own stopwatch, and they're gonna re-engage. A 3 versus 5, and they'll kill 4. They'll kill more. The inhibitor turret's gonna drop. The inhibit self is rubble as well.
Zeka is popping off. 2 are down. He teleports back. He re-engages the fight, and they're going to take more.
They're going to look for what they can. TP and onto the minions, keeping those alive. Nexus turret will drop, and maybe that's all they're going to get here as Ornn is in. No, the respawns aren't here just yet. A 3v5 becomes the Nexus. Style can't stop them. DRX took that personally. A 23-23 victory.
What an acceleration of the game state there by DRX. 10-1-2 for Zeka. He has been performing so well all the way through play-ins, now into groups, and he moves DRX into week 2 with style.
That was impressive to decide, you know what, we've got what it takes. I like the idea, hey, we're 5v3, what if Deft isn't ready? What if he doesn't rocket jump in time? We kill him, 5v2, we get it. But the Alpaca gets himself another win. it was a lane kingdom in the bottom side. It didn't feel like it was about them since the game started 3-0 from top jungle mid doing stuff.
Yeah.
And the end of the game was like, well, yeah, he's ahead on Silas. He's going to do Silas things. But bot lane was a lane kingdom, and the top side just had control the entire time as well.
Yeah, I can see the analyst desk frantically running back to their stations because that game definitely ended before people expected it to.
It did.
We're like, oh yeah, DRX is just casually taking Baron, and less than a minute later, the game is actually over. It's so quick how that happened. And to your point, I do understand why GAM was going to take that fight. From minute one, they were in a position where they needed to take a lot of risk, and time again, DRX didn't.
Actually gonna flex the Rumble up there.
Nassus! We're going Nassus, baby! We got all kinds of stuff in this game!
Teams have delved so deep into their jam pool to look for counters to Aatrox.
Zeka is here first, but again, after this wave, Larson can show that might be enough time to play it. Queuing from the Fog of War, they can go for the play on Odo. He shorts the flash. It's a miss out of the jungle, and there's the spicy hotpot. A smite for help. The iPods King gets it, and Malrong's left alone. Despite the missed flash, it's still a 2-for-0.
Able to get it. But this time around, that champion doesn't really exist. So outside of Exhaust, I expect that.
Combo, you can get it to shoot a laser out with Heimer support, so that's actually part of the combo. You're looking now at fighting the bottom side. Kalista gonna throw in, and they're gonna find the dunk on the box side. It's gonna be a lot of damage. Malrong, turret's low. The turrets mean a lot. They trade back depth, and now Beryl is on the run. His turret's still helping, but they still got a lot of damage by Kalista. Here are the reinforcements, though. Kingen shows up, TPing to the turret to walk with his ulti. And force the flash out of Trimby. And now Pioshik and Zeka are on the way. Vi can Q ult and maybe catch someone. Under the tower, he might die for it. Cannot find his man.
Yeah, that would be so deep.
Initially, if you stand into those turrets for just a little bit of time, you're going to go down. It's Death.
Equalizer, Death's getting dove, and Olafne knocks him down. The assist goes back over, though, as Zeka TP's in for more. A 1-4. He's got his smite. He's going to claim it, no problem. He's taking enough to deal with his poor Heimerdinger, but Pioshik is around, and that's going to be an ulti. That's going to be the kill. Zeka. Beryl gets killed with his
Burster, if you walk in, you get comboed. Grenade on top of your head. All the turrets get their charged up shot.
Yep. Oh, wow. Big damage. And the Calm just pulled right back in.
Mirror brush, where there could be a Heimer waiting. And the issue now for Rogue is that even though I think
Walk into the objective, DRX can just take mid turret first, then rotate on back towards that dragon, and it gets even more annoying.
it makes it very hard for you to play the game. I would love to see DRX index even more heavily into stacking Amar, because already we see Kingen going for. I think we're seeing DRX really snowball the early game, and it ends up being a Mountain Drake, which I think for Rogue is basically the worst case
On
scenario.
the wide side of the ult W, Drake's
Again,
gonna be killed.
the iron grip, they keep up their control wards. Beryl says, this is my jungle. He plants the flag over here.
Best second item in a road where you have to fight at 27 minutes. It is really, really strong for that one. They're gonna try now for the bot side play. A flash out for Odo, and he's gonna try to live as long as he can, but that's not very long. TP comes in. 21.
Another hawk shot.
Here we go, though. The window during the recall of Beryl was utilized effectively by Rogue to get Vision back on their red side. Here's another engage.
The rocket lands, and they're gonna kill him right away. And barely has a second to toss the ulti down, but Equalizer does nothing of the sort.
I haven't even talked about this, but Deft also going for a build which not only spikes very hard on 2 items, but also gets the build with Sand into the Rogue composition. And it's slow, it's steady, but they're getting the job done.
Oh, they are laying a waste to Rogue here.
Well, I think that's too aggressive of terminology.
They're the inhibitor turns to 25.
Everybody up there.
Kalista will throw him in. They know they can wither afterwards. The E will reveal him under the shroud now as well. Will there be a play? TV's coming in for everyone else. Is it enough? The King in the front line wants to kill Larson, who's supposed to flash away. Throw by some time, can get pretty tanky, but he will get shut down. In goes Zeka, but can't kill Malrong just yet. Pioshik will go, and he finds it. Zeka, stopwatch was perfect. He immunes Larson's disengage and just kills him for it.
Overall, it's a pretty big win for Rogue, as long as they can get out of here. Zeka does a teleport available, teleport is cancelled, Trimby goes in.
Flash, Wither, E is there, they're gonna try for the rest, the stun, point blank arrow, Cobb's cleanse is 7 years too late, Private Jack dies, and it's
A lot of time on the front line. Rogue were able to burst him down, even with the extra peel, but then Oh, with the Shroud into the stopwatch there.
Share, but look at Def's health bar. It's not going down.
Re-engaging into the turret territory there of the Heimerdinger while Ash still has ultimate. So Barrel peels on the bottom side there.
And the stopwatch get added to the inventory, by the way. Now Deft has one. He's going to be even safer than last time, and he didn't even die. And you got the play already. Hey, guess what? Vio's back up, and this game is all over. Mountain Soul was claimed, the double kill into the bot lane. Baron, if you want it.
Yeah, that's got to be Baron now. DRX supremacy around this red buff jungle. 2 quick kills on the flank.
And it's looking bad, unfortunately, for GAM as well, because the moment that DRX get themselves the win here, which is looking more and more likely, Mountain Soul now picked up Baron in their hands as well, and their siege with Ash. And
5v2, 2 picks. Trimby should know. Trimby saw them. I think he saw them come in.
The fabled support Heimerdinger Death Brush, though. We finally got it. They face check into it, and the full power is unleashed.
Well, ulti's on. A rocket belt for safety, not going to matter. Arrow's going to stun him. Stun's going to combo up. Barrel has his 3rd kill of the game.
And DRX, it's slow, it's surgical, it's methodical, but as Rogue, there is nothing you can do. There are no angles. There is no crazy team fight. You are just getting choked out of this game.
Looking for 30 minutes, the victory here. DRX will improve to 3-1. In doing so, will eliminate Vietnam's GAM Esports from playoff contention and will eliminate them at the bottom of the standings. We'll see if TES can keep up. We'll see if Rogue can still fight for first. There's still many more games to play, but it means DRX can move towards that top of the standings. It means there's more to do here. Still have the fight in the front side. Kingen holding it pretty steadily as the turrets drop. One more dive. A great stopwatch for Zeka. Gets away, and Trimby is going to be too squishy. A solo go for the mid lane. Ash in for a double now as well. Stuck onto the fountain. Comp barely lives, but Rogue does not. As the LEC first seed finds their first loss at Worlds, DRX moved to 3-1.
And DRX, in their most DRX, weird drafts, centered around Barrel trying to push his champion pool as far as he can. And more so than any other team, when DRX get a lead, they play it out as slowly, as cleanly as possible. And I gotta say, coming into Worlds, I keep getting surprised by what DRX has shown, because I've seen this team midway through the LCK split, and let me tell you, they didn't look even a little bit like this.
What a fun one, though, overall. Pretty beautiful game. It's fun to see it come out. Unfortunately, Masses could not play with the lane pressure that Ash and Heimerdinger had. The coverage was there, and Morog went for an aggressive look, right? It was red, skip Raptors, Grump, like...
With the Akali being changed up, but no, they will change things up, David.
Oh, that was an instant lock.
Wait, it is
support!
The master Kyoshik now on the same side of the map. The question is, what will happen in mid lane? Zeka has the push. Good stun comes out the bot side.
BA at half HP. Deft under a little pressure now, but Styles gonna have to be careful. Cleanses away the ignite. Barrel fires off some rockets. It's GAM left with lower health bars here as the dust settles.
I mean, it's kind of Armageddon in the bot lane. Everyone's so low. Levi, oh, he's not going to be spotted. The turret has such low vision range.
The turret can't see.
They don't know he's there.
Levi is ready to go. Deft wants to fire back. He flashes in, but Levi's ready to go. It's first blood of the style, in style. But Pioshik makes his way to the bottom.
And we'll see if GAM can find that advantage right now.
Okay, Kingen 1 versus 3. He's got to stand his ground. Worldender comes out, flashing away, dashing away, trying to fight back if he can. And interrupted! Crystal Arrow from all the way back home. Kingen will live, and GAM will fall.
Positioning perfectly in the arrow from base there from Deft, making all the difference, and now it is GAM again on the Dragon, but DRX are coming in from all sides.
Okay, Levi's already got the objective. Pioshik has to get back out. Scatter the weak, won't scatter anyone other than a turret, but Zeka's made his way into the fight. There's the Cataclysm. Zeka trying to stay alive here in the pit, but he's 1v3, and Levi's got the kill. One's gonna come back, and we're trading 1-for-1 equal so far. The fight continues. Diego looks for the reset, but a double kill back by Levi. Now Deft will try to kite this one out. They got turrets, they got bullets, they got everything they need, and GAM is trying to find the solution, and they found it. Barrel's on the run, and Levi's on the hunt. Katie's right behind him to provide the damage. The stun.
GAM in this game.
But look at the health bars, just so low there. Now Kingan, nice sidestep on the parry. That was critical, but Levi's gonna look.
Levi's still trying to the sidestep back. Kingan is so clean up here.
Oh my god, they're really tier 2 boots, and BA on the bot side and Hyoshik on their way.
That means DRX wants the counter punch, and here we go. GAM's gonna start it off looking for Barrel. They'll get the kill, but now, how can they deal with the rest? Levi's gonna be the focus here at the start as Style gets away with a Cataclysm versus Cataclysm combat. Zeka kills the AD carry, and Def takes down, and it's GAM getting the second trade.
I think it's the right call. Kiaya has no TP without it.
I think DRX also have a very clear window of getting a good cross map
Full
here as
tower.
well. You can see this will be the exchange of towers. This isn't a safe play for Kiaya to make, because if you look at the minimap as well, you'll notice Viego already starting off that Rift Herald as they get the push out in mid, though. More fighting in bot lane.
Oh, BA, he's only at 300 HP. They can't throw him underneath the turret to try to continue this just yet. He gets himself away. Levi's coming in. They want the kill in a barrel here. Cataclysm in. Should be able to get back out. Levi throws down a flag. Katie's coming in trying to pick up Dev. Forces a flash out of him as well. And it's an overload in the bottom lane from GAM looking to take down this tier 1 turret.
I mean, what was Beryl thinking? He's trying to go for a solo queue play there. He's 1v2, his AD's not even in the pit. He's trying to go for the one-shot on BA. Ends up not only giving up a kill, he gives up the tower, he costs his own flag.
And it's Kingan who's going to be found out. He pops the World Ender trying to get away. Waste as much time of theirs as he can. He's running straight towards an enemy turret.
But look at the map, right? It's the play to mid, right? They're giving up so much. Look at all those members that are actually down there trying to play for bot, but Kingan might even get out.
Kingan's keeping the dream alive as he goes on the miracle run. Now top side, it's Kiaya having to escape in a 1 versus 2.
That's brutal. They just commit so many members down towards bot. 4 members from GAM go down to try to take down Kingan. They lose their tier 2 mid. They're going to lose the tier 2 top as well here. Those are really valuable. BA trying to get up here and see if they can make a counter play.
Bring
But
Zeka in.
they're rushing it.
We go. Are ready to challenge. Callista, the Ren. Keep it in mind, it matters so much here for the Drakes, but it resets the ping. The arrow is fired, but it missed. The damage still flies out. The Dragon's going over to GAM. But what about the fight? Kingan's in the back line here with the World Ender looking for a big Q3, but he's not able to find it just yet. Death goes on a killing spree. The bird is down, but not quite fully. A double kill back over to Death. They are being crushed by DRX, and GAM have only one man.
It's just, it looked good initially for GAM, but it ended in disaster once more. GAM now looking to steal away the Baron. Can Levi make the miracle happen?
Levi getting out there, the Ash arrow shot over the wall to try to lock him down, but it hits Katie instead, who just now used the teleport to try to get in range.
I mean, they know it is actually hilarious. Saved by the Anivia passive.
You can see Kiaya just trying to be a Fiora that's behind in the game, farming up his top side. There's not a whole lot else for him to do. DRX continue to move forward, trying to take these turrets. Anivia is such a brick wall to get through in these situations. Katie's under pressure. Levi has to get back away, and Katie with the defensive flash stays alive. But the turret will no longer be defended. 30 seconds still to go here with the Baron.
Still, pretty good job. They actually delayed a lot. They're not even going to lose an inhibitor tower here. They're going to get the TP out of Kingan and actually defend the tier 1. Style was holding it down in mid lane, so yes, the tier 2 bot will fall down. But GAM do pretty effectively stall out this Baron with the Anivia here and buy themselves at least a little bit more time.
All right,
so hard to get in. They're going to try to play through mid, but Zeka here zoning on the side. Depth is there. Doesn't have his ultimate just yet, but oh, the ulti grenade!
Oh, the bounce stuns too. Levi's going to find himself alone in the back while Kingan pushes forward with Zeka in the stasis right next to him. Levi's going to be killed off first, and Dev continues his domination. They're traded back 1 for 1. Zeka's taken out. Dev still able to free fire, but Katie's doing a good job zoning him away. It's 1 for 1, 4v4, and the fight stops.
Critically though, Levi is down and Kyoshik is still alive here, so they can go over towards this dragon. That is a TP back in from Kiaya, it looks like though. Katie coming as well. They're actually going to double TP back in. They want to try to see if they can get something done, but Kiaya face checking.
Oh, Kiaya! Kiaya, what are you doing? Walking into the brush like that. He'll try to get back away, back to safety, but he's only going
1,000. But I was going to say, prior to that pick, I've been so impressed with how GAM are keeping these fights surprising.
So maybe the miracle fight can happen, and they do still have a while if they can delay.
Okay, GAM. Kiaya in trouble again, riposts the Infernal Chains, but that's the entire enemy team. Kiaya can't get at about 1/3 HP. GAM cannot get their jungler in there in time, so Baron will be
Push
secured.
forward in mid, they clear that out. Right now on top though, there's no Anivia there to actually stall this out, so they're getting pushed on multiple sides here. Katie cannot be anywhere. He can't answer every wave at the same time, and no one else can really wave clear but this Anivia.
Yep, you've only got one Anivia on the team. Everybody else can't do it. And now that Def up here in the top lane, he's got the ability to zone a lot of the other players on GAM away. Meanwhile, you still have Kiaya trying to defend bottom, Katie trying to defend middle. It is a three-pronged attack from DRX, and the attack will miss its arrow here in the top lane, but the volleys are still flying out. Beryl goes for the stun. They try to use the wall and catch Beryl out, but he flashes away to safety. Now Katie's under pressure. If you kill Katie, you win the game. As DRX takes out the first inhib in the top lane. Second inhibitor turret, down in the mid lane. Third inhibitor turret down in the bottom lane. Mid lane inhibitor's about to fall. If they take all of these out all at the same time, they are perfectly synced up. GAM's coming out. Levi's going in. Beryl in some trouble, stuck here with the Cataclysm as Kingen has to get himself away now. Kiaya is going to be taken very low and finally killed. Death goes godlike, and DRX go in for more. That's 4 down. Katie's the only one alive, but the Everfrost seals his fate, and DRX will earn their place in the quarterfinals.
A phenomenal performance from DRX. Back-to-back games with the Ashe and Heimerdinger bot lane, and this bot lane continues to look dominant along with the rest of their team. They've earned their place in the quarterfinals. They have looked very strong in this group, and DRX are a team that many people underestimated, but now a team worth fearing.
Absolutely, and now they move into a tie here at the top of the group with Rogue. And this group will be decided in these next couple games here. If both teams are able to be top, they'd be tied at 5-1. It would be a tiebreaker there. If both teams lose the top, then it's 4-2, tiebreaker there. So the only situation in which this will be decided without a tiebreaker would be one of them wins, one of them loses to really separate themselves out. But it's been impressive week 2 here thus far from DRX, bringing out some real creativity. The Heimer Ashe showcasing that to great effect in back-to-back games.
And of course, with DRX's victory here, this will be GAM's last appearance at this year's World Championship. It's been a long time since we saw them, and I think that everyone was a little bit worried last week after we didn't get to see as much from them, but this week, they really had a massive impact, and I'm just gonna let the crowd do the rest.
Was sorely missed on the international stage for way too long. The fans are glad to have him back. I'm glad to have him back.
And they got to really make their mark on this group and on the tournament here.
Hey man, they saved Europe, okay? They did it for us, okay?
Europe was not yet dead. They potentially saved you.
Get to see Betius and Shocks on the edge of their seats cheering for GAM behind the scenes. Wait, what do we got here? Oh no. I have lost.
Start to fall behind. You don't necessarily keep that relevance.
I don't know if I like Misfortune Lulu.
There's just not enough lockdown. It's only the Maokai, really, to hold you in place. We'll see. It's going to be this contest on the Scuttle. Tien is cheating around, but like he doesn't really have his team with him.
There's no ultimate on Wayward right now. It's very difficult for Top Esports to actually get this engaged, but Kingen is ready to start the fight.
Kingen's got his ulti though, and that's the big difference maker. Wayward's stuck in the pit. He has the flash, but they won't let him near the wall. It's first blood over to Beryl.
Yeah, Wayward just makes it easy for him. Walking in there, does get knocked down. They get the Herald, they get the kill, and Def loses nothing bot because he was able to actually fully shove out that wave first. Now Tien is going to try to keep Kingen away from top, trying to zone him away. Knight is moving down here as well, and King Zoom.
This could be a problem. There's a stolen Maokai ulti coming after the real Maokai. He's down, and Jackie Love gets the kill.
Top Esports can do. So of the plays that Top Esports have made, they haven't really been able to utilize their windows properly. perhaps now they can find their first kill of the game.
Kingen throws out the ulti, trying to save himself, but Tien's already made his way in. The twisted advance back the other way just to try to farm anything he can on his way.
It's like Maokai's getting behind, but Ornn isn't going to necessarily be the difference maker in these fights. Whereas getting the MF ahead, getting the Azir ahead can really be that difference, but it could be a smite fight here.
Looks like it's going to be, and it's claimed by Tien and by side of DRX. A big chunk of that being the turret plates that popped up on your screen just a second ago. It was twice as much money, about 480 extra gold for DRX through plates. And there it is, first turret of the game for DRX now too, as Kingen is trying to stop the wave here. He fires his ulti back. No minions are tanking the turret.
Oh!
This is absolutely beautiful from Kingen, who goes in, tries to finish off the Viego, and it will not happen. That was nearly sick.
Man, that's heartbreaking for Kingen. If he wasn't so behind, imagine if he had a mythic like Wayward. He could have been able to pull it off, but that was really...
Towers, they even have a Drake up. Why do you keep talking like DRX is just in so much more control? And it's because of the map state. Right now, they've already secured...
Kingen to be actually getting hit by these Azir soldiers, to be getting ulted by the MF. There's so many tough things to deal with, and now Tien way too far in.
Tien very far forward, very far away from the rest of his team. Gets caught by the ulti over the wall. Pyosik trying to chase him down, and he puts bullets in his back.
His ultimate and barrel. Tien is looking for a steal. He cheekily took away the last dragon. Can he do it again?
All right, Tien's inside that shroud, trying to make his way forward. There comes a Tien steals it, and there's still a minute to go for the fight. Pyosik's gonna be the second kill. It's 2 down on DRX for only the one of Top Esports. Ultimates be damned. Top Esports knows how to team fight.
Tien just doesn't miss with these smites, stealing it away here again on the map. But we'll see how heavily they want to try to commit to this, if they feel like they can still do it in the face of night, but I wouldn't think so.
Look at the minimap as well. You can see them moving up through the river. Top Esports want to make their way towards top, and Knight!
Oh my god, what an engage coming out from Knight. Zeka's at 100 HP, and Jackie Love knows an opportunity when he sees it. Top Esports hit him
here. So Top now will be in control. They get the kills. They're going to get the Baron, and we can watch this one more time. As soon as these 0 ultis, we'll see if he can get an angle for a smite fight.
Okay, here comes Maokai's ulti. But how are Top going to respond to it? Ornn ult fired right back. Nami ult used by Mark. Control maintained, Drake secured, soul point acquired for Top Esports, and now with a stolen Maokai ulti, they might be able to find the re-engage. Kingen's already down. The bullet
team fight. Flowers has been very quiet this game.
I'm chilling, man.
There have only been small windows where we've been seeing those kill exchanges, but as the game has gone on, Top Esports have turned that 3-1 kill advantage in the early game to...
The Zeka turret will fall, but Zeka himself gets away. However, because the enemy mid laner's gone, that means that Top recognizes right down to half HP. Mark fires off the wave. Pyosik will even be able to make it into the pit in time. The Drake is secured. The soul is found. And Top will now try to get their way back out. Stolen bullet time fired off by Knight, as now he should...
DRX just trying to buy time. They're trying to get Def towards this IE. It would be such a big spike for them, but Pyosik pretty far forward is the way we're going to look.
We're trying to find Jackie Love goes in. Barrel's going to be taking low bullets. Won't do much. And Jackie Love's unstoppable kill into Barrel and Pyosik. Top have a 5v3. That Baron's free.
Yeah, they're going to take the Baron, no problem here. Pyosik gets knocked down. Barrel gets knocked down. Top in full control of this game. They may be out of worlds, but they are showing what they can do on the international stage here, looking to take down DRX.
What an incredible game overall from Top Esports. It has been calm and controlled, but they've won it in their way. Of course, the Nexus still needs to fall, but Top Esports playing with confidence.
There comes the angry cats of the Soul and Silas ulti. They will rip Kingen to pieces, and Top Esports will do the same to the structures of DRX. Tier 2 turret broken here in the top lane. Tier 2 turret broken here in the mid lane, as you still have 30 seconds before Kingen can come back alive. Top Esports now breaking into the entirety of the base.
Top test, they're hoping they can try to hold the line here at some point, but without Kingen alive, Top can just push forward. Knight is threatening the flank. He's going in!
It's a tall order to survive this. Knight here on the front line. Zeka into the stasis. Knight now buying a little bit of time of his own. And DRX collapse as it's Top Esports absolutely slamming on. kills, 1 man left alive. Triple over to Jackie. Top Esports will win this game and force this tiebreaker here in this group.
What a way to go out for top. Crushing Rogue, taking down DRX, showing that they are still a force to be reckoned with here. Battling their way back into this game, and what looked like it was going to be DRX in full control in the earlier stages. Their carries were more fed, but it was the jungle duel here between these two players, always going the way of top. Again, stealing multiple dragons away made such a difference, put so much pressure on DRX to try to take these fights that they weren't really ready to take.
Absolutely incredible performance here in these last 2 games from Top Esports. They will take their final bow of Worlds 2022. After watching those last 2 games, it feels bad as a fan to know that they're gone. I want to see more of them, man.
I mean, man, it all comes down to the GAM game earlier.
It does.
2 auto attacks on the Nexus, and we have a 3-way tiebreaker, and no one has actually locked through to quarters yet.
It's got to feel incredibly frustrating for the players. You really got to see what they were capable of today and how close.
Was getting 2 pinched. They wanted to have comfort for Odo, so they have to blind. And when you're on red side and you're blinding your top laner there on 4-5, that really does put you at a disadvantage. But we'll see if they can play their way out of this hole, because I do think they've drafted themselves into a little bit.
DRX bot lane continue to apply pressure, but credit to Comp. It will stay even in farm for now. They have their eyes on Kingen here. That's big.
Okay,
He is
jumped
used.
in. Yeah, he already used his hook shot. Odoamne still trying to get away. Kingen, I don't think there's a whole lot of ways out of this one unless you pull off something wild. Not happening. First blood over the road.
And that's a big blunder.
Here, it's more of just a defensive option, making sure Odoamne can get this wave crashed in safely. Kingen jumps in after him there, finds some decent damage. Kingen flashing back out before Malrang is able to find a good kick angle, but he flashes in and gets it anyway. Kingen just keeps going in when Malrang is lying in wait, and that's going to be another kill over to Rogue. Meanwhile, bottom side, the Herald is dropped with only 2 plates remaining. So first turret goes over to DRX.
Away from the Mythic, so Malrang really has been the difference maker in this one.
And talking about Mythics, when that turret was taken bottom, it was Deft getting the money. Kingen's in trouble. They just pop him. They drop him. It's Odoamne grabbing the kill. But now, what else is going to happen? DRX, they strike right back. They get 2.
We'll see if they continue now. Larson going to be pushed back here. DRX was in position to go for this. Nice sidestep from Larson, though. Will get a safety or will it?
Love to be taken away. Q timing is just a little bit slow there. Barrel underneath the turret by himself immediately clears the wave. Rogue wants to move up, but I don't know how well that's going to work. Trimby is burning, burned. Larson's ready to follow it back up. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. Zeka finds Larson here in the river, but it's pretty easy for LeBlanc to be able to get away. Malrang safeguarding right back over the wall and kick.
Quite happy to give up Trimby in that exchange with Zeka once more.
Oh, gonna find it. No, not quite. And Comp barely gets away.
With this late recall that then got stopped from Comp, Deft would take so many plates if you didn't go up to answer, so Larson covers, but it means they're going to fall behind across the map.
Oh man, Deft going in there trying to use the ace in the hole plus Gale Force execution combo to maybe get a cheeky kill onto Larson, but it will not work. Meanwhile, back in mid, Pioshik said, hey man, I heard you don't have a flash. And Zeka gets a killing down. This tier 1 turret grabbed themselves a second turret for the game. Looks like Rogue's not going to have a lot to say about it, as the minions can do enough damage to take it
out. And look to really kind of exploit that advantage that him and Malrang were able to build.
Oh boy, Odoamne getting stuck in a Hextech ultimatum. Zeka's showing up with a stolen LeBlanc ultimate. Odo throwing out the Mega Gnar, looking to take one with him, buddy.
All the difference is Zeka on that TP flank, and now tier 2 mid has been cracked. The Herald's gonna get a charge.
First Drake of the game go down. It's DRX looking to take.
It's hard not to feel like it's just a mid-diff right now when you compare the amount that Zeka,
his playmaking kit ready to go with the Zonies and Everfrost.
This level we've been seeing from Pioshik as well, as he continues to attack these side lanes, constantly looking for picks. Larson though with the double chains. This is killable here.
Kingen flash, hook shot away. Larson cannot quite chase it down. Kingen is getting focused and beat up this game. That's sort of a bit of a silver lining here for Rogue, going up against what DRX has built. Odoamne dead for 25 seconds. and the top lane tier 1 falls. DRX continue.
Pioshik is just getting the better of Malrang, and DRX are just taking objective after objective.
DRX looking for that tier 2 here in bottom. Larson and Tremby, they don't really have a whole lot to say about it.
So well, pressure through bot with the Caitlyn Lux. The only kind of pickup has been top lane. Pioshik in trouble now.
Pioshik may have been caught, but instead, it's the absolute art.
Caitlyn, though, pushing towards IE, which is very, very scary. And we'll see if DRX can find a pick here.
Odoamne on the front, soaking up the bullets. Death's firing them off. Gale Force in, net back out, headshot goes through. Ace in the hole, blocked by Bomb. But Odoamne now can't fight. That's your frontliner, that's your team fighter, that's your engage, and he's got to go back and heal. So DRX, off of some aggressive shooting there from Deft, they're going to get their first inhibitor.
Rogue's going to try to find it here. Odo almost has Mega Gnar. They're going.
They're ready to look for it, but Malrang's the one who's been found. DRX shut that down.
It's just clean from DRX. They don't even go for the 5v5. They're constantly looking for picks, and Rogue is giving it to them. DRX are so good at finding these windows of opportunity, and they found another one.
There's the Mega Gnar ulti coming out from Zeka as Larson stuck in the Hextech ultimatum, and Pioshik kills him next. Odoamne tries to get back with the flashback over the wall, but DRX.
They have not given Rogue a single window, and it feels like that they have found the formula to shut this team.
Preempt the TP play. Rogue at the very least will steal away a dragon, and this should be a bounty, so they do get a bit of gold, but it is more than 8,000 in the lead. Now pick.
Larson, nice. They pop the AD carry. They slow the War Machine, but now Larson's got to be careful. It's Zeka waiting to go after him. Trying to get the E2, not going to find it. Kingen goes in, and a nice kick to take him down. But now Trimby's got to try to get away. Second E2 from Zeka, not going to find the target. Kingen still doing some DPS into the front line. Zeka goes in, and that time he gets his man. Pioshik still in hot pursuit, and Kingen has vengeance to exact. Rogue are ace. The game is over. The tie is broken, and DRX win the group.
Zeka goes off 9-0-3 on the Silas, and DRX makes short work of Rogue. Not even 25 minutes into the game, the Nexus will fall, and they claim their rightful first place in this group.
A team that was consistently underrated. Expectations were incredibly low, yet continuously this DRX roster continues to show growth, finishing first seed in their group. That is 3 LCK teams have qualified from their group. With only Gen.G left to go, LCK is looking to reaffirm their dominance on the world stage.
And you've got to give Gen.G pretty good odds to get out of their group. I don't think they're too worried about it, but DRX just deserving him so much credit. This team definitely overlooked. This team underrated for sure coming into Worlds by many, myself included. They really have stepped up. They've played such a cohesive game here that I think no one really doubted some of the individual skill on this team, but they doubted that they could bring it all together. They could make it look so cohesive on the world stage, but this is stock standard League of Legends. This is perfectly snowballing a game, start to finish. Yes, their Camille died a few times, but besides that, what's there to criticize?
That was never really a lost condition, though, was having the Camille be dead over and over and over again. Not when Zeka is able to do what he does on this Silas. Not when they're finding these advantages like they were in the bottom lane with the Caitlyn and the Lux barrel setting it up. So Deft was able to have the damage and then moving that Caitlyn around the map like you're talking about, Vedias, just continuing to build all those leads, build all those advantages.
Engaged by any means, but there is a tremendous amount of scaling here.
Okay.
And it is going to be a pretty good matchup, you know, at least in the early levels up into that Fiora. So we'll have to see, you know, how this top lane matchup is going to go. Absolutely. They're going to be able to start stacking up these dragons here. But one concern I do have that we haven't really touched on is, you know, generally when you see Kennen in the game, you're always going to have an answer. And it's starting to feel a little bit like bot versus top, right? You're looking at the gold advantage between these two players, then you're looking down towards bottom lane. Even
step up, they put the wards down to get rid of the vision. And as Scout heals back up, it's going to be claimed. Without Shockwave, the fight is harder. Zeka a bit low on mana. That's a stun, but will it be enough, though? 100 HP, Wish comes off in time. But they're still going for a bit more. First blood, the latest of Worlds comes through. Kingen gets a single vital. Will it be enough to kill? Yes, Pioshik takes him down. DRX 2-0. Viper still slowed, fights back on a dash.
Wander has
Flandre
ult.
kill him. It's a stun. Refuses to ult though. Does not go for any more. Finally, dives on in. Gets the 3-man stun. The single kill. The stun away onto Pioshik and nothing more than that. A 1,000 gold lead and 2 Dragons. DRX in the lead.
Oh, very back and forth there, but at the same time, Kingen goes mid, and he is like potentially going to knock down that full tower there. Pure crushes through that, but now Scout!
What a shuffle. Barrel goes for a ward. I don't know if he saw Scout or not, but gets punished.
DRX find themselves in a pretty comfortable position right now. The next major objective they'll be looking to play for is this Dragon spawning in about 2 minutes time.
So will be a kill on that tower unless they can somehow stop it from charging, but I doubt that they can. So the turret does go down. Kingen can actually come back.
So important when it comes to the big team fight. The arrow comes through.
Actually just tags Lee Sin, who's just standing still. Takes the tank, but he's going to be fine at the end of the day. They know where Kingen is. He walked over to the Zero turret, couldn't find a better flank than that. So just sitting behind, hoping for an angle. 6,000 health left on the Drake. Barrel on the top side. Another mid-wave catches up. That is already 100 gold denied away from EDG, but they stick around for more. Level 13 on the Azir. Gonna look for the play onto Barrel. Finds the shove back, kills him without a single spell cast. In glows Flandre. There's a second. Mako over the wall. The chase down for Kingen. Gets single kill. Kick back, but not taken down. Staying alive. Down to half health. Finds a 3-man slow. But JJ on the chase. Q's gonna be sidestep. Stays alive. Flash in for Viper. Nearly dies, but forces DRX to flash away. Flash back in. The second gets the kill on the Viper. A chase in. JJ missed, but Scout is here to finish the job.
It's an absolute bloodbath, back and forth. Skill shot just barely not connecting. Deft on the wrong side of the map, and Scout is here to kill his former teammate.
W auto Q comes back up. There is the ring. We know Pioshik's around, so a steal's not going to happen, or it is going to be flipped over what I should say. King indeed looking for his flank play, but doesn't have it as yet. Scout, no flash, but has the ulti yet again. And once again, looking for this Dragon. Most of them playing inside the brush. A blue trinket required to see where everyone is. Flandre still is behind his own team. Cannot find the actual flank. He's going to be up on the front side instead. Zimmer pop. Nice smite. Pioshik grabs it.
DRX are playing the map so well.
3-1 in turrets. 3-0 in...
Didn't actually see the graphic of that, which means he's not going to be able to smite it. You can, of course, smite while you are stunned, but not if you do not have vision of the dragon.
Yeah.
Top side, and they're clearing out all the wards in this area, as well as pushing up towards mid, and they should be able to knock down this tier 1 here pretty easily.
Fog of war yet to be spotted. The teams have reversed compared to the last time we saw this Dragon fight. Flandre hovering around behind. They don't see Kingen on the flank, but here comes the arrow.
Arrow hits Scout. Smite fight. Not just yet. It's going to be reset on the Drake. Fiora still not in. Shockwave catches one. Mako stays alive. Here comes Fiora. Finds the kill. The cannon goes back in for 2. And you got a bunch of damage still on Azeka. Stopwatch buys some time. Fiora goes for broke, but his ankles are just that. The kick. And it's Scout securing the kill. On for a triple. And EDG win as long as they possibly could.
Created by this Azir, opens the window for Flandre to fly in with his ultimate, for Viper to go forward as well. Everyone, it is EDG truly in the driver's seat here, i.e. nearly done for Viper. It will be after this Baron power play because he already has all the
side. Siege slows down a little bit. Ash, Heimer, Orianna, pretty good defensive tools. And despite grabbing this Baron buff, EDG actually behind in turret kills so far. Of course, more to do as mid lane tier 2 should drop. And Kingen will finally get his own recall off. So still about 50.
Unless they're willing to commit, he's going to take advantage of his range to chip away at these towers.
I mean, that is just the flat pen build there. Q plus 1, maybe 2 autos. It's a good 60% of Def's health there.
Yep.
And they're just going to punch it right through, knocking down the first inhibitor tower. The inhibitor is going to be gone very quickly here. We'll see how quickly Kingen comes back because he is still up in that top lane, still pushing. And it looks like they're going to be willing to give up this middle inhib as well. They don't feel that they can defend it. So they're going to try to potentially trade for a top lane inhib. And you can see Flandre going back now. They're going to try to stop the recall.
Okay, yep. They get a couple more seconds off of the Lee Sin, but it's going to be middle inhibitor gone. Kingen doing what he can to get every objective possible. Can he kill his turret in time? With Demolish, it was close. And maybe there's going to be some wave capabilities on. Watts go. Flandre has several vitals up, but the W's already burned. Q, auto. It's going to be the last shot. He can! And he can! 700 gold and a runaway.
Kingen will try to start with his life. Sivir ulti, I believe, burned. Nah, they can't get. They're just walking up. They get 3-man top lane, and you will delete structures. So EDG rush down the Baron. Recalls take 8 seconds. Inhibitor is gone. Quick wave clear comes through. Now Barrel's here. He can put down wards, he can put down turrets, and they're going for the base. Scout shows up, but can you find the shuffle? He's able to get it, but over the wall they go. A stopwatch burn, and Viper gets the kill. Viper flashes, they get the second, and just like that, Scout is legendary.
Yeah, that's huge. They get back. Both the carries of EDG do arrive, and now they're going to try to go for an end of their own. They're TPing back in here. 4 members of EDG are going to be here. There's only 3 from DRX.
Is going to be enough there. Def not going to be locked down too much just yet, but they're going to go for the wave as best they can. They know bot lane is flooding in. Zeka's wave clear is only so good. A new cannon, a new Superman is on the way. And they've got a 4 versus 3 inside the base. Sivir still walking over. She TP into the base. First turret dropping pretty rapidly. Still trying to clear out the minions. First turret is down. A stopwatch burn, but that should be a kill every time, right? Def going to be locked in place. Here goes cannon. The kick back. 2 kills. And EDG going to take the very first game. The attempt at the Nexus does not succeed from DRX. The early game was not enough, but Scout drops. 3 alive. Can they kill it in time? Gen.G gets low. Viper is still hitting. He's got the Guardian Angel, and the Nexus falls. EDG takes 1.
In typical EDG style, they will team fight their way to victory. And while there were windows for DRX, they were very quickly shut in the face of the overwhelming reigning world champions. EDG looking good here in game 1.
Man, what an exciting game, though. It really was, creativity here from DRX, both with the draft, bringing out the Heimer Ash, trying to also play a much trickier style of game here, looking for the side lane, looking for the back doors when things started to fall apart in that 5v5. But as you said, Betty, it is the team fighting from EDG that really stood tall here.
They are one of the best team fighting teams in the world. The reason why they were so competitive in the LPL during playoffs was because of their incredible team fighting. And that man in the mid lane, Scout, he will once again be on the Azir. He'll have the Lulu as additional utility to help. Is committing to this play. Kingen does have the level advantage.
Here we go. Finds for a stun, slow combo. He's going to flash, find the stun, and a flash over. They're going to have it after all. Beautifully set up, beautifully secured. First blood goes to Flandre.
That was so well done there. Double flash straight in onto Kingen, and they hold the Sejuani stun for after Kingen flashes so they can catch right back up onto him. Really, really nicely done. And now we're seeing the inverse of what we were talking about play out here. Pioshik, though, looking for a wraparound on bot, but Barrel may just be dead.
Barrel has no summoners, and he's going to go down to the first kill for Aphelios indeed. Yes, it's a trade kill. Well,
so is Scout.
It's reading that there's going to be a longer play from the top side. Scout has indeed walked up. They're going for the play here. Ulti's then going to land. Seconds coming around. Those are going to be enough. They shuffle the boat for the turret. No one has aggro yet, but the damage should be enough. It is traded back. Zeka reads the play. And
Zeka playing the laning phase very well. Let's see if he can translate that lane advantage into the team fight later on, as JJ has found Barrel.
Oh, what a great stun. Will it be enough, though? Summoners are down, and Viper secures
that. He thinks that even if he flashed over the wall, he was going to get hit by the Sejuani ultimate, so he decided to flash left. But it looks like that with no flash, he ain't getting out of this one.
Stuck with a slow, can they give it over to the AD carry yet again? Looks like it is going to be claimed by Sil. Despite being down in kills, able to play the lane out pretty well. And they're going to get even more as long as Def should stay in range. He is plus 610. Thank you very much. Def is huge at 50.
He's like in the lead right now, but I feel like a lot of these gold leads being generated by DRX are just small individual lane advantages being built, but in the grand. And credit to Flandre, because this is historically what he's known for, right? The weak side player, the one that often gets a lot of reasons to throw. Good ult from JJ.
Themselves a stun. Will it kill Barrel for the 4th time this game? In comes Jackson. Flandre gets hit.
Maintaining that level of dominance for so long. EDG setting up the dime here as Kingen comes in.
Versus 1. Kingen flash the way, gets a ton of knockups. Locks JJ down to the turret, and he's got reinforcements. Will it be enough? Not just yet. Everyone getting away. Poppy, evict, flashes in, looks for Scout. Not quite killing him. He's got enough reinforcements, and with Mako around, the durability is too much. The rest of the DRX are coming around as well. Over the wall goes down. Half HP on the Viper. EDG 5 men strong, running away.
It's EDG forced to play on the defense. They were the team setting up the dive, but the response from DRX was swift. Barrel has his eyes on a play, but I don't think they're going to convert it into much. The TP coming out from the Ezreal, going down towards the mid lane. The ultimate just to delay the backs. DRX want to secure objectives, and they're going to do just that. Top tower secured. They have their eyes on mid as well.
They're going to get 2 towers and a Herald off of this. This is actually brilliant. We saw Def just TP straight towards mid. Barrel, they'll pull back on the tower.
Oh, had to flash the ulti. Gale Force! And the Q!
It was last year that Beryl had to lose at the hands of EDG in the final. And here in game 2...
Second drink of the game. Looking to go to EDG's way. Pyosik is around. Could try to find the smite. Zeka zone out for a second. Go for the stun. Smited. Well done. But the team fight is here. Big damage out of King in an eviction on a 1. JJ going to be attacked. He should go down. And yes, the kill goes over to Def. It's DRX trying to find a team fight in the mountain. Actually, it's the Infernal Rip making it easy to chase on in. That means Mako's going to be in range. And Mako is going to drop. EDG have the Drakes, but DRX kill the champion.
And they have a Herald as well. Could they go to Baron here? Or are they just going to push for towers? There's no jungler alive. They didn't make the call. They're going to play for gold. They're going to go for the inhibitor tower here. Tier 2 will fall quickly, but can Scout prevent a second charge?
I think in a one-shot we have seen JJ getting the better of smites. Not only last game, but this game as well. Taking away the red buff, for example, over the wall goes King in. A lockdown. Viper tries to run. Lulu helps, but he's still going to go down. Pyosik gets the kill. Credit so far to the edge. Punished a lot for it in the early game, but now 20 minutes in has gotten so much for them. 4,000 health left from this one. JJ has flash, he has smite, he has the ability to play it out. Question is, will Poppy keep him away? The stun, he still gets the ult off in time. It's going to be smited. Pyosik guarantees it. That was beautiful.
DRX are just taking over.
Incredibly well. Now Zeka is looking for a pick of his own on the Scout.
Gonna find it there. ER all gonna land, but with his jungler around, it's gonna be enough. Oh, the R2 is late. The stun lands as well, and he's burning, and he doesn't have lethal damage anymore. The E would be all that would kill, and it wouldn't land at the end of the day. 100 health left on him. He's got some honey fruit. The jump on in for Scout. The shutdown comes through. Drake is alive. Heimer kills it. Bot lane gonna drop the Aatrox as well.
They're getting stuff on the other side of the map, but I mean, he had full info. He knew that was a 1v2, and he decided to just try to take it anyway. Not able to find the execution there to make it happen. He does get the flash off of Scout, so at least it isn't afraid of summoners there, but Zeka really didn't have any reason to try to take that 1v2 while his team is just getting so much on the other side.
Yep, EDG, while they will be happy with the single kill and the tower.
Goes flash Gale Force. He should feel pretty safe. TP now comes in as well to bring in Scout. This could be the fight. Eviction from Poppy. It's not going to land. Goes out a little bit too late. That might mean the angle. Pyosik cannot get rid of anyone anymore. Shrelly has popped out from Mako. Not going to matter there. King going to be the target. Gale Force again cannot find his stun, but Pyosik could be chunked. One more auto gets the stun, and they can kill him. He flashes, just barely stays alive, and waits for the Warmog's region to kick back in. They keep this 5-on-5 going. The Drake is alive. For now, there's no Drake. A flash. Force at a barrel. A Scout goes in for more. Could have got his own flash. Doesn't go for it. Could come right back around. And now Pyosik is regenning.
He's regenning right back to full, but Kingan has no flash, no ulti, so this Aatrox is going to be a lot weaker in the fight. They also use the ulti on Barrel. They use the ulti there on Death. EDG are going to start this up, and they do have the ultimate advantages and the summoner advantages right now.
Big 3 ults up right now for EDG. True shot rush coming across. Now it's only Akali. Stun's gonna land. Dragon burn down. Soul plate for EDG. But can they get out? Here comes Kingan. Oh! The knockup. But the rest of the backline stays safe for now. Tackle won't find the stun either. Zek has to jump back out. No one dying just yet. Kingan almost stunnable. Zek won't find the rest of it. E2 and R2 backwards, and there is no kill to be had. A Drake secured. EDG on Infernal Soul Point.
A very tense exchange between EDG and DRX.
Play up. Take the punishment, come back out of combat for 10 seconds and go back to full HP, basically. They stack on up, but you can see Zeka putting the top side, doing very well on the Akali. It's top tier 2.
And I think it's really, really smart for JJ as well. You're looking over, Death is constantly poking away at them. They have a Bloodthirster on the fellow, so he can shut off the poke. They're looking for Scout.
Viper out an easy target there. You got Scout going for the knockback on a second, getting him away, but that's 2 ultis down for mid and jungle.
Everything looks good for DRX.
4,000 health left onto this one. When does he get into the pit? Does he have a chance here for JJ? Gonna Q, flash, smited away by Pyosik, well secured on the Baron. Is this team fight gonna happen now? Is Kingan gonna push out Flandre staying alive? JJ cannot leave the pit. He's gonna drop.
Gets into the pit, it's down to 700. And he had the smite. It looked like he was trying to do a combo, but
knocked back on a second, huge damage, invisible. Does he have damage in his Scout? Oh! Yes, he does! Death captive, baby! It's gonna be one, a Gale Force, but not in range for the rest. Zeka Zeka gets away.
Wow, Zeka is able to get the solo kill onto Scout. A bit of revenge after game one. This time he's able to find the ultimate, and this time he'll shut down the mid of EDG.
And now that's a lot of the wave clear gone here for EDG. Azir is their best wave clear here, so they're pushing in through mid, they're pushing in through top, they're getting deep. But look at this, a TP flank coming in here from Scout.
Okay.
Can he actually find Daft?
Can Deft survive? Arcane shifts one. He's got a QSS. He's going to shuffle away. Keeps it up for a bit more time, but he should be the target, and they kill him. Gary is down, but the base is under attack. On to the Nexus turrets they could be, but don't want to take an actual 5v4. Pioshik finds a bit of time there against JJ, who wants a slow knock-up. He's going to land. He doesn't have the last shot just yet, but maybe with Jax they have it. No, he's going to get away. But 10 seconds until Dragon Soul, and Def is 30 seconds after that.
And they have the inside track, but they could go top. They can actually go top here and try to turn it into a chaotic game. They're sending 3 top. They're going to try to go for a second inhibitor. Who goes back to defend? Pioshik is harassing them. Mako's base has been canceled, so it's Flandre and
2v3.
Viper.
2v3. It's enough to defend the Nexus turrets, though, is the thing. He wants to go in for more. I mean, without the big carries, right? Zek is the only one. Jumps in for Viper, but zoned out. Ruined. Stopwatch. He can stay for the stun. Goes for Barrel. And again, he finds the Heimerdinger. Aatrox kills off Lulu, though. The fight's still going across the map right now. Dragon Soul has been claimed. And Flandre
the ward.
has what? He has vision. Ward. Flash stun. Second. Oh! And
the tower
hits the minions. And Zeka gets away.
Oh,
the bottom side, though, Scout is being attacked. Does he have the damage? He does not. 10 to 10 and kill.
Wave is pushing in, and DRX patiently make their way
Viper
towards
ghosted.
EDG.
Viper wants his kill. On lands! And Viper screams! Watch, he doesn't have infinite safety. Zeka skiing back over to his own shroud. Not going to find the play just yet, but with Scout sieging, with a stun on the jungler, they're going to push him off to go for the mid turret. They should kill it.
Yeah, they're going to be able to
get them away. The vision is fully there. Mid will be pushed in, but Zeka on the wings gets rid of Scout's Banshee's Veil. 6k health. Already getting burned low. The damage is so incredibly high. Pioshik stuck in the pit, gets stunned, and Zeka waits in the wings. He has not yet looked for the flank as he gets rid of wards. Pioshik low but not down. Flutter jumps back in the team. And Barrel safe for the wings now as well.
Barrel being forced back incredibly low. This is a big win for EDG. Pioshik looking to try and heal on the backside of the Baron pit, but good highlight there. Zaylan Freak, that top wave is continuing to push in, and it's something that EDG have to deal with. Instead, they make their way towards mid.
Flandre had walked up. Poppy's going to recall. She looked for the play, but they've already recalled out Scout, so it's going to be just the push towards mid and the retreat back, because guess what, though? Poppy is on the flank. Poppy's on the flank. She's going to get here before Azir. They've got a chance at finding the kills. Viper has flash. Viper has flash.
Oh, the roost!
Stun to Pioshik. Will it be the kill? Stone plate is not enough.
EDG's Baron.
I don't know that they can. They don't have a jungler here, and Barrel has no flash.
Def has TP. Def TP's to the top lane. They've got to get back to the base. They've got to answer him.
Double TP.
They're going. They send more. Seth gets the stun, but inside the pit, they're still playing for Baron. It's secured, but Def kills turret number 1. He kills turret number 2. And the Nexus is in his eyes, and he's gonna get the
The inhibitor is back up! What?
He cannot get the stun.
No way! Oh my god, Def, no! The game was in your hands, Def! It was right...
And Elder is spawning.
I cannot believe that just happened.
It's just insane. And the stop on the Aatrox as well. The stop on the Aatrox, you have to wonder how much faster could it have gone down? Would they have had the extra damage with the Aatrox here to actually get the kill? I think they would have for sure. So the Sejuani stopping the Aatrox really made all the difference there.
Oh no! It's so painful to watch.
It's so close, and Def loses everything here. He loses the TP, loses the GA.
I can't believe it. I've never seen that in all my years of playing League of Legends. I have never once in my life seen that happen. EDG will now secure the Elder.
It is Elder, it is EDG pushing forward here with Viper feeling like an unstoppable force. But DRX must find some way to stop him.
Zeka has TP. If he finds a way in, it's not going to happen there. Flandre is actually in base. Def's going to Arcane Shift out away. Theoretically, it is 5v4. Against Elder Dragon, it is tough, but Flandre is playing to make sure there's not a TP. Gale Force down, has Ghost, but no Flash. He is killable. They evict only minions. This small wave can be cleared. Shirelia's popped, 30 seconds in the Baron. Walking in for a bit more. Pioshik chunked a bit. Zeka waiting in the wings still. King in on the side, jump now on by Jax. Viper still playing to the edge. One hit will kill Pioshik. He tries to get in range, can't find him, but Ghost is now popped. No defensive tools left. There's a shuffle back. It's a stopwatch to buy some time. But does he have a target in his eyes? It's not gonna happen. A solo kill for Flandre inside the opposing base. Flandre may die, but doesn't matter because the base is going to fall. Death dies Nexus to Nexus, and EDG go up 2-0.
What an incredible game between DRX and EDG. These two teams battling back and forth to the final seconds here. A game that truly came down to the smallest of differences. This is one where you will be able to go back and watch and find 10, 20, 30, 40 different things that could have changed the outcome to this game. The smallest decisions really changing everything.
I'm lost for words. I've never seen that. And you can't, like...
Digs it out here, it says, this is the right call for it. We get Renata Callista, a lane that's been highly sought after for like the entire last half of this year. It's come and gone, sure, but like still very, very strong, and Def knows something he hasn't played in forever.
A huge amount of control on the bot lane, 2 versus 2, so it makes sense. And they will convert this and over that early pick to Pioshik.
Nicely done. One objective on the board. DRX. See if they can get anything out of it. The ult across gets all 4 stacks already, but Kingen heals back up reasonably well. His Q, his auto's doing enough. Ninja is around, but does not land the skill shots. Has an ulti, still holding on to it. Does Flandre have the damage that their sweet spot's going to land? And King gets back to half HP. Without a bunch of bonus AD, the ult
Really been able to get much done. It's just been kind of keeping Kingen somewhat safe.
might. So it's stealable, but doesn't land it. Is it too much from Zeka? He's ulted, and he dies!
Yeah, Pioshik and Kingen looking like they're wanting to try to contest here. Fiora did TP to mid, so Fiora is arriving, but they are pretty heavily committed to this.
For the play under Grace, he's going to be fine though. Sweet spot hittable, gets the eye. Pioshik gets the ulti. Now, it is going to be an almost certain death. Kill goes to Gen.G. One on the board now for the Grave. Could have been a good share of gold. EDG with their kills. Up 600 gold in the early game. Some more to be farmed though. Mako goes for the ulti. Gonna not. Oh, he does land on a death. And that means the combo can land. Oh, the cash executes Mako. Viper comes in for the rest. Barrel certainly cannot survive this one. They'll wait. They'll rend him in the end. Viper should get the kill. And it's gonna be gold positive, but at least Def got...
EDG have the kill lead. The gold is still very comparable.
It really is. I don't think you can favor scaling it too much. Really nicely done, I think, escaping what was a pretty difficult situation. And Kingen is up at least a bit of farm.
Ooh, gets a smite steal on something, but it's going to be enough damage. Might have to ulti. This one does so. And as he's pushed away, not quite a dive. An ulti for a red steal might be okay, but Scout's coming around. Zeka lands the stun! And he makes good in his play from earlier. Everfrost lands. He is out.
Borrowed.
Borrowed.
As Zeka's looking to return it.
It's our ultimate summoner. 3,000 health on the Cloud Drake. Everyone else walking in there. JJ would like to smite. It's going to be claimed by Pioshik. No execute yet for Death Kill, and in fact, forcing the ulti out of Kindred now as well. Pioshik, that is a very long cooldown. It'll be up in time for the next Drake, sure. Not a lot of health given.
Game's up, but DRX are not going down without a fight.
Certainly in quite the battle here. Only a 1,000 gold difference. Scout going to go ahead and let this wave get crushed as he knocks down these minions into nice much gold and XP as possible. Zeka only now walking to this lane. He lets the wave die. He'll get the rest of this gold, pick up the 500, and walk away clean, putting the game a little bit. Yeah. Oh. Okay, ulti goes in for more flash or flash. That means he's low. Ultiable. Goal! Step by Kingen.
Look at Zeka. He's so far behind them. He actually TP'd in there. They're going to look for the deep flank.
Big flank. Wants a stun. Is he going to find it there? Make this a shield.
Waiting.
Get ready for the rest. What's he going to steal? Looks at the Everfrost. Nothing else. Doesn't want this fight anymore. Immediately pulled out by Viper.
Yeah, but that's Mako's flash. Mako flashed immediately there before he got pulled out. Gonna be a sidestep on that ulti. He's gonna try to read the other side, so gonna be a little bit more difficult, but Pioshik isn't the pit. Remember, he can ulti the dragon if he wants. Zeka.
Steal, Berserk hits absolutely no one, and claimed by Pioshik. It's enough time to jump in.
Gonna get them the tier 1 as well. That was a beautiful position from Zeka.
This is something we saw a lot from him in the group stages. Zeka stealing away Maokai ultimates to act as zoning tools. Now EDG committing to a dive.
No flash, no ulti anymore. It's gonna drop down. Flutter gets the kill credit. Something on the cross map. EDG need to wait for the next wave to kill the next turret, but you can see DRX grouped up around Baron. TP is up for the victor. He can join the team, and that 4v4 is more than DRX wants to play. Cashes in and goes huge.
Yeah, for Scout, he's now up to nearly 900 gold, 800 and something.
This mid-wave has been a massive point of contention throughout this series, and it's all because of this tier 1. But EDG are saying, this is our time. We're looking to secure it.
Shirley's gonna wait for Zeka. It's gonna be enough space to knock down the mid lane outer turret. So 3-3, all the outers. Only gonna send one for Drake, though. The rest of us are already gonna try to poke you off the Baron, down to 11k.
I just don't know that they can do it in front of Scout. I don't see it as realistic, but they're going to try to rush it down. They use Zeka for the zoning ult again, but there's just no way you can do it in the face of this Victor.
The other problem is you have no real tank, right? We talked about for the taking, but they have their eyes set on the tier 2, and it looks like DRX don't have the wave clear to stop them.
Yeah, Deft has got to be so careful. You don't want to lose your stacks at this point.
Keep going.
He's got to be close to 500. They're just going to keep going, as you say. Yeah. There's no answer here. I mean, the wave clear is horrible for DRX, and that is one of the big advantages that EDG have.
2v1 top side means nothing. Fiora just takes the farm, feels good about it. They will stay a little bit, but keep in mind, it's going to be a 5v4 soon. The difference, though, is Shirelia's diff. It is, of course, it's on cooldown for now, but you still know that Renata can give teammates haste. When you land a spell on a teammate, they get even more above that one as well. And they're going to walk away. Zek getting chunked down to half HP, rended, and pushed out. They're still playing in this fight. Fiora deeping in the mid to guarantee the kill. Renata ult, going to land on Fiora, and they're going to catch a whole lot of damage. Scout has to burn his Zonias. Will the re-engage look good? He's silenced, he is shut down! A huge fight for Def! He gets the auto he needed. Flandre is low, gets to repost it, but it's already a second kill in for Zeka. What DRX needed may have been found, and he's got to stack up the Ren. He's got to stack it and pull it, and it's not gonna happen! 3-0, DRX are back!
A 1,200 goal cash in there for Deft. He gets so much off the fight, and they're gonna head to Baron here, surely. It should be theirs for the
It is he who comes out on top. DRX will secure the Baron, and they will walk away the victors.
Massive, and now DRX have the Baron. They know Scout is top, so the wave clear isn't here, but he's gonna TP. Can they kill the tower first?
They're gonna try to get a bit of damage. It's gonna show up onto a silence. Renata gonna get the disengage, but not enough. Another turret falls, and DRX looking to find a win. They were robbed in game 2 by a quarter of a second, and now the gold lead balloons, grows and grows, 4,000 nearly to their name. Next dragon is a soul.
We haven't seen LCK dominance in a number of years, but with the way DRX is playing, we'll see if they can make the reverse sweep happen. Zeka once again dashes in.
Pioshik, and finding it again, low health bars. Pioshik, yes, he's going to be inside the ulti, staying alive for this one. Middle inhibitor is gone, but the fountain, of course, is on one side of the map, so EDG get their health bars back. Look at a bot lane, but time is limited. Baron only has so much healing. Summoner Heal and Wish are up. They're going to feel comfortable for this one. Without Kindred, the burst is still a possibility. Bot lane inhibitor turret drops. They cannot find anything too big out of Flandre just yet.
DRX don't need to rush this though, they can take their time. They know that Death is incredibly strong and they have the empowered minions on their side. 2 inhibitors down, now they just need to disengage.
5v5.
Certainly do. DRX have been in this position before. It was about an hour ago. They had an exposed Nexus, and they were incredibly close. Now, of course,
Drake is burned and slain, and a Cloud Soul comes through for DRX.
And Pioshik
roster.
Absolutely. You can see Viper, who knows the physical damage threat there is massive. Looks like he's building towards probably a last item Randuin's here. But here comes Kingen and Farrell.
Kingen wants to walk in. They're going to throw in the Renata. The Scout nearly dead. Gets the Zonias away. Gets away from the flash. Berserk on the backline. Isn't enough damage. It is not. Renata dropped. Pioshik gets the ulti with 50 health left. And he's going to burn the stopwatch now as well. Flandre needs to live. Gets a bit of healing, but it's not going to be enough. Chicha mostly left alone. Knocked up and slain. And Jeff will take another head. And another. And another. And that's going to steal the deal. Scout left alone, trying to clear waves, but DRX are 3v1.
DRX do not falter, they do not give up, and they stand strong in the face of the reigning world champions. They will bring us to another game, and they will take down EDG.
The inhibitors likely will not save you now, but we'll wait till the whole thing falls. Kingen dives in for Scout. Cannot find his man just yet. May in fact drop, but they're on to the Nexus. Deft finally gets the shot. DRX take a game.
What a game from DRX. Happy birthday to Deft. He knocks down his first Nexus in this quarterfinals, and DRX stave off elimination here. They're gonna have to do it 2 more times if they want to stay alive in Worlds, but this was a great first step. And Deft gets his first ever career win on Draven here. Not something you would be thinking you'd be saying this far into his career, or at such an...
Oh, it's at the board. We weren't far off.
This is actually really fun. This is something we saw Sven bring out a couple times in NA. Has been played around the world a little bit. Very often it's Hail of Blades, and we might actually even see double Hail of Blades.
630, DRX. A lot of control here. Top laners haven't been back to base just yet, but both bot laners on Vamp Scepter. Gonna withstand the poke. Jidget, best he could do is counter jungle a 90 gold Raptor camp. Mountain Drake worth so much more.
DRX firm control over the early game once again towards top.
First base from both of them, so we'll get a lot more dangerous. Scout could be in some trouble now.
One more auto will be this time, but Scout's W backs up. Actually has to burn R for it, save the cooldown. Flash away, it's gonna be Barrow flashing out himself. Early burn on some cooldowns right now. Def's gonna be the better of that trade, it looks like, but his support quite low. Now playing the top side, is it going to be enough? They look for the chains, look for the kill. Will they find Kingen? A big knock up there from Aatrox. Smite for help. First blood comes through to Kingen. Smite comes across the rest of it. Pioshik will drop though as well. Scout able to claim the actual eye himself. Zeka getting dropped. Doesn't have any cooldowns left. Wander needs his Q back up, and he doesn't have it. Zeka gonna get away.
Nicely done.
Kill. And I'm wondering where the third Q comes in from. We don't have time. Scout lands the root.
Yep, that's been forcing the cleanse out. Verisol lands. There is no way out for Ash. You gotta believe this one's gonna be killed. Stuck against the wall. Pioshik can see it happen, but can't make the play. Scout comes in and secures the kill. Nicely picked up. Dragon on the board. The top scoreboard favors DRX. The bottom scoreboard is the Rift Herald, and here comes the pending team fight. Down to 4K. Pioshik wants at the front line. The eye gonna be hit again, and it's gonna be a smite. It's gonna be ulti on a Jidget, and it just deletes the poor Lee Sin. Renata can't help now, but the re-engage looks good. Kingen quite low. No kill just yet. Second flies in, but everyone flashes back away. Re-engage. Ash finds the knockup. Smite claims the Herald, and Zeka's killed off Mako. Chasing in for Flandre. Next attack would kill, and they'll knock him down. DRX taking the lead.
Sure, at least doesn't proc, but he's shrunk down to narrowly above half. Kingen, though, on the top lane, is going to be able to take down that tier 1 tower, and that should be the first of the game, and it's going to be solo gold, so a lot of gold.
4, and it means they know. You can see Scout sees him on the waves, says, hey, cool, I can go back to mid now as well. Dragon will be handed off. Now it's traded.
That was really clever, though, from Deft. You know, gets the eyes on it, sees the desync recalls, gets over the wall, and is another tower going their way. That's when you have to really start getting pretty frightened, because this was actually a draft. Oh, a Scout. We'll have to pull back. This was a draft where both the Akali and the Sylas were banned out first phase by the game, as he seems to be doing thus far. Then things get harder.
Uh-oh. That's a chunk on a barrel. That is a very dead Ash. Burns the arrow. Deft himself a summoner's
attacks.
And he wasn't sure that he would have enough damage in the tank to actually finish off Flandre.
EDG looking for a way into the fight.
7,000 health. When we get the ultis coming across, the poke's pretty solid. Flandre just hit to the front line. A little poke towards Zeka's going to be still okay. 4,000 health. Lee Sin can come in. When does the fight start? Dives on and looks for the kick. In the wall. Not going to Pioshik. Smited by DRX, and he stays alive. On the other side, we've already seen the kill on Renata Glass, but it's a 1-for-1. Now 2 as Zeka safely fires to the back. Flandre pushed away. Scout could be the target. He is stunned, and Barrel shoots them from behind. Is it going to be enough, though, as they throw in the clone? Going to be able to stop that with his own passive, and Scout still on the way out. Should be able to survive this one. Turret will fire once, maybe twice. Over the wall comes Pioshik, but can't find his kill either.
Wow, DRX are out team fighting EDG, and they're doing it in convincing fashion. The TP now comes in from DRX.
A quick slow, needs one more auto, and he can find the stun, he will get it. Here's the rest, flash volley, it's a flash to safety. Viper chunked again.
Man, the slows are so oppressive from DRX. It took so long for EDG to be able
of game 4. After we thought that mental would be broken after game 2. They've come in and they've shown EDG a plethora of different styles and a confident
Zeka plus Def can do the damage that you need. But King in.
Okay, the play towards King and ults to ignore it when he can, but kicked right back out. Hookshot gets a lot of space, but will it be enough? Other side of the map, of course, is 4 versus 3. King buys what time he can, goes for the sweep, gets a slow. They're going to find the rest of these, wants to hook away, gets a shield, and a Zhonya's a stopwatch to buy some time. Baron is still low. He almost finds the kill, but look at the other side. The 4v3 looks good. Scout, it's his clone. It's Def getting 25 gold, but it has stopped the Baron. Pyosik, low on health.
They're going to start this. Oh, they're going to choose to disengage.
It could have been dead.
Scout.
Out flash. Team fight coming soon. Pyosik could walk forward. It would be Dragon Soul if he claims it. Gonna jump in. 2k health. Trying to find the fight. Picked up at 11 HP by Gen.G. In the backside is Azir rooted out of place and stuck away. They're all running. Does Scout find his kill? He dives in and he shuts down the mid laner.
Scout will find the pick and they're looking for more. Deft is on a sliver of HP.
A lot of damage to the backside, more and more poke coming across Flandre, nearly dead, just a death's dance, burning him down. Over the wall they go, Gen.G barely stays alive. Scout needs his ulti back in 10 seconds. WRQ would kill Deft. Flash in, there's the E, but it's not enough just yet. Ludens gets the kill, they get the other one. The bot lane is dead, and it might time to look for Baron.
And EDG prove once again why they are a phenomenal team fighting team. The positioning, the execution, everything comes together as they secure the dragon, and they will take down DRX in the fight.
Oh, Viper's left alone, and that was a fog guess. I'm pretty sure he's coming, but he's far away.
Another TP.
It's a 2v2, but will it be enough? Zeka has everything. Can Scout make it happen? The first arrow misses. King goes in for the stun. Cleanse, but ult makes it happen. There's the shutdown. He still kills one, but a 2-for-1 in favor of DRX. From Kingin, heroics to dive into a fog of war brush. Get a 2v1. They kill both carries.
On the push here, going to be looking to see how much they can take down. They only have the one wave pushing right now, though. They're actually going to lose a tower in bot lane, so not going to try to bounce there.
Not going to get the arrow stun. Is going now towards Grievous Winds himself. Knows there's some healing in the opposing team's Viper. Gen.G, Flandre, all doing a bit of that. So it is Ashe getting Grievous on the squad. Still going for volley poke around the wing. Looks for the engage. Oh! Gets the stun of the W snap back. And Scout is bailed out for just a second. A kickback of the tank might not be nearly enough. Rooted in place though. Viper does what he can and Ignite secures the kill. Pyosik has to flash to stay alive. It is a 2-for-1 though. It is a fight. Victory for DRX.
What an ult from Pyosik, though. Had the Mad Life read there with the Sejuani ult. Nails it onto Scout. They get multiple.
Now, almost every smite has gone the way of Gen.G. Is it going to happen now again? Pyosik at the front line. 3k health dives in. Claims the soul. But on the backside, Scout nearly picks off an 80 carry. But the health bar is getting so low. Scout, that is his clone. The clone drops. The jungler, though, does as well. 1-0 DRX. Barrel still holding the front line, but not a big damage threat. 1-0 and a soul is plenty good enough. DRX happy with this fight already.
And DRX, they walk away with 5 members alive and the soul. They're even able to get the kill onto JJ, so they feel confident to TP back in and look for the fight.
Zeka has ulti, no flash, but is it enough? Gets a slow, gets a whole hell of a lot done. Berserk buys some time, flash in for the Q. Viper and Scout combine for the shutdown. Pyosik barely lives. Scout needs the rest. Able to get away from the arrow. Barrel on cooldown now.
In pocket. Plus a 4,000 gold lead, so you can say it's about 8. Yeah. Or thereabouts.
Oh, bit of a slow. Pyosik going to be rooted in place. They catch Gen.G. It's not going to be in for the kill. The ward hops away, but Scout has nowhere to go. Knocked up by Ashe and shut down by Def. Thank you very much for the double kill. Both soul lanes are down. Berserk going to mean a whole lot of nothing.
That is such a big pick. Scout, one of the biggest carries of EDG, is shut down, and DRX, they continue to turn heads. They continue to surprise the world as they're looking to bring the reigning world champions to Game 5.
He's going to go wide. He's on the way out. I don't think there's anybody chasing down here.
I think for EDG now, your last hope has got to be a play.
A team that is consistently underrated are turning heads here at this year's World Championship.
And look at Peril trying to play in Poggy. We'll look for the arrow.
Not quite going to land on the target, but it's going to be up in 30 seconds from now, so get ready. And it's going to find a different stun. A Freljord combo looking pretty decent there as Mako's pushed away, and the bot lane inhibitor has been laid bare and will be slain. Double inhib down. Looking for the rest of it. Now top lane has no wave, but they can cut this one and get the push to happen. The TP back in for Zeka to make this push one that ends the game. Has to burn a stopwatch, stays alive with it. Gen.G low, attack again by King and Flandre. Stuck in place here as well. Bailout not going to be enough. They've killed off Scout. They've killed off Mako. They'll kill off Viper. They'll kill off everybody. And this Nexus is not going to be saved. They're going to take game 4 and DRX bring us to silver screen.
Doubters be damned. DRX is here to compete. They will push us the distance. Reverse sweep now on the table. Both teams at match point here. And what a series. Back-to-back days. We have had such incredible series delivered to us.
Korea is looking to prove itself on the world.
Sejuani ultimate. So they're going heavy for this poke lane. Most played pick all time for Deft here. Extreme comfort for him. Extreme comfort for Zeka as well.
And what I'll say is Doran's ring rather than the Doran's shield, opting more for a little bit more damage in the trading plan. Obviously doesn't have any mana issues. See Zeka very low.
Oh, goes in! Wants a solo! Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Scout replays it, might not have had Q! And Zeka gets the first blood.
I don't think Scout had the energy for it. He ran out of energy. He went for the flash follow on the Q, but he didn't have it. We gotta watch that replay again. I wanna see for sure. But I think he ran out of energy on the flash follow, and Zeka makes him pay in game 5. It is Zeka with first blood in the 1v1 here.
Unbelievable. That was actually
He could die to
unbelievable.
this. Like, I don't know how you, I guess with the 2-on-2 they feel good enough. They're actually gonna look for Pyosik who flashes, they find the stun, follow, and counter-strike is there! And Jitch is gonna get the kill credit.
They don't quite have the mana to overcommit, but still gets a bit of damage off.
And once again, crushing the lane outright. We got a play now on the top side there. Flash in, can he find the stun? Yes! Reinforcements!
Kill into an early Drake.
And this is huge. Yeah, they grab that dragon as well. You can see the bot lane for DRX has not really created. He should look for a gank bot, it feels like, because they saw Sejuani on top side. And Lulu and Aphelios are pushing, so they're going to go for it now.
Flash follow, but Dev pretty far zoned away. Here comes the jungle. Is it enough for him? Lands the Q. Ulti is a knockback. Viper buys what time he can. Goes for barrel. Can't kill him. Pioshik's on the board. 2-2.
Good play from DRX. They recognize they need to make the cross map happen. And Viper and Mako are pushed up way too far without having proper jungle support. They definitely can.
Stun might be enough. Flashing away from it. Looks in for some damage on a death, but he flashed just to find himself dead. Gifts away a summoner spell.
That is mad.
The objectives. JJ will be spotted on this board, but this means an easy cross map for EDG. They have the Herald. They have a wave stacking up.
A lot of reinforcements here, and JJ, he did attack the turret, so he is, of course, easily in local gold range share.
2v2. Definitely feeling really good about that. Won't be able to quite finish off the tower here, but we'll see exactly how much. Oh, he's actually staying in because the plates fell. Yeah, so it gets very weak there.
Very good here with that up 6 CS. 1-0 and 1 there as well. Scout going to find his play on the top side. Ult comes across and gets many of the markers here. Has to flash away because that ulti tick could have guaranteed the rest of it.
Because Scout interrupting his base means that Flandre has a huge amount of time here, and he should be able to secure this tower completely uncontested, meaning the EDG can equalize the gold a little bit easier.
Yeah, and that's just going to kind of leap Flandre ahead. You know, he got that first tower gold up.
Very close to having enough gold to secure that upgrade, which means that he will have the rocket belt ready for the dragon spawning in a minute's time.
Here comes the dive on in. Wants to find Auto against the first stun. Nearly a kill and a Scout. Needs to get the shot. Oh! You got it!
And we'll just see now. It's EDG moving into the river, trying to grab their second dragon here. Barrel does have the tether onto Flandre.
Flandre could be taking a lot of damage here. Puts the ulti down, but still loses half his health bar. Nearly drops stones back to his team. You can see how much damage DRX can put down. And King is here. Lulu ult required. He can't quite find his way in.
Scout the team. Scout on the flank.
Has the ulti still. No flash, but that might not matter. 9,000 on the Drake. One apiece so far. Flandre leading the charge. Gen.G, no ulti there either. Scout wants to jump in. Gets hit with the stun. Looks for depth. Misses a shuriken. But they're going to find the damage. The rest of the squad dives on in. Scout no longer has the invisibility, but they found the stun and a King. Will it be enough, though? In goes Flandre. Buys some time. But it's Pioshik going for everything that he possibly can.
The reset!
Gets the reset. And he's gonna do it all. Death may not get the kills, but his teammates are here to back him up. Flandre left alone. He's certain to fall, certain to die, and you can hear this crowd cheer for DRX.
EDG is wiped off the map. DRX are looking to make the reverse sweep happen, and even though Def lost his life, it is Zeka and Pioshik that come up clutch. Exquisite performance in the fight allows them to shut EDG down. They will take the mid tower, they will take the Drake, and they are looking to make history.
Succeed in the way that they would a Gen.G or a T1, but DRX are showing they are a force to be reckoned with here.
For sure, and the growth, the incredible growth that they've made in the short time of this tournament has just been spectacular to watch. So many players stepping up, question marks surrounding Zeka. Well, what are you going to do if he doesn't get his champions? Well, what are you going to do when he does? The man looks incredible, and DRX are looking to continue this aggression.
Pretty good here, steals the Akali, finds the stun. R2 isn't going to land, a flash. It's early from Scout.
To go and do it to him. JJ now face-checking Barrel.
Oh, this is going to be a lot of pain for Sejuani. It has ulted up by the Fiora. Getting the last of the marks, thank you for the heals. And it's going to be now actually immune to the stun there as well. Can't really move around, takes the kill. King inside, 2-0-3. Flandre forced to run out now.
Oh, not again.
Number 4 in a row. Zeka 6-1-2.
The man is just better. Zeka!
Incredible performance. He'll knock down the tier 2 as well, and he's closing in on that third item.
In his 2 years in the LPL.
And it's the single biggest difference in the match.
It is just incredible to watch here, and EDG feels like just falling apart a bit now, but Zeka's going in!
Looking for the fight, he's got Scout's number, but is it going to be too much? Has to for the stopwatch. Will he have safety? Will they have the team? Flash back out, stun's not going to land. A little bit of damage from Viper. Drake is alive. They find the stun. Ult out for Pioshik. Stays alive himself. Scout waiting the fog, waiting in his own shroud. He will get rid of the control. What do they get? River control.
That Mikhail's from Barrel was huge. He just completed it, was able to Mikhail's the Sejuani ultimate off of Pioshik there, keeping him alive, and Kingen now threatening the flank.
They see him.
What do they do? Can Viper do enough? Can Scout do enough? Ulti still saved on the Akali. Spots Barrel. That's the root. That's going to be enough damage. Follows the Eon in. Can he find the kill? Gets it. Scout's on the board. 4-12, but is it enough? King is still on the wide. On the side. Gonna spot out Scout. Decent damage. Can blast plant bed over, but keep in mind, Scout has no way to heal back up.
He needs to go back to base. He does have the teleport, and he can rejoin the fight.
Exactly. He's got a TP back, and they have the Warmogs on JJ, so he's healing it right back up. EDG taking a commanding position in this area. Kingen is spotted, but Flandre's gonna mark him here.
Kingen riposed a bit early. Q's back away. So that gets a blue buff. TP coming back in now. Jungler still alive. It is not Soul, but the stacks certainly matter. Claims it. Def pushed out. No Shuriken to land. But now they're zoned out of the fight, and there is no play to be had. Down 7,000. EDG to find out what they can do about this one. 8,000 health. And the poke is going to be pretty massive out of Deft right here. Steals Sejuani ult to find the engage. Bot lane turret already dropped. Flandre was given so many resources and yet cannot keep up against Kingen. Burned his own ulti. Now there is a TP up for Flandre. He's going to walk back to the base, get his mana bar back in. Not find too much more. Ooh, a chance. They're going to find the stolen stun. Is it enough for the kill? Trying to live as long as he can. True shot barrage hits 3. Mako nearly dead. Def finds the kill. And Scout could be next. Viper! Away, but Viper is damage. TV coming back in to reinforce the Baron play. 5,000 health. JJ doesn't see it. It's still getting put lower and lower. 2,100, they find the stun. They keep the jungler out, and it's Def. Who else? Who claims the Baron? King holds the front line. They're trying to find that kill on a Fiora. Mikhail's flash, triple stun, but not a single man dies. Pioshik can't find the kill. Zeka has the Zodiac, and Zeka's will die. DRX desperate for anti.
For a Zeal on top. I believe that was a 900 gold shutdown that he was able to pick up. That is massive, but it's still DRX.
Oh, Def! I've seen it before. Does not get the kill, but Def can no longer fight this one.
Oh my word, Viper just looked DRX in the eye and said, you will not.
Has flash. It would be so risky to go for it. And Kingen just pushing on the side here has the potentially get a little bit of vision.
Oh, they're playing for the vision play. Blue trinkets are all the way down. They don't know they're all mid. They don't know they're all mid. And that's a Polymorph. Repose knocked impossible! Deft has a flash, and he'll stay safe. Without a top laner, how do you fight as DRX?
A massive pick onto King. He does have the TP, but he does have 50 seconds on the death timer. EDG now setting up for the dragon. Let's see if Def can land the poke to potentially be a game changer.
Spam Q's goes ulti back up, 4K health, should be a clean smite. Whoa, it's stolen! Pyoshik gets the Ocean Soul! DRX don't need a top laner, they got a summoner spell. Viper attack, stays alive, double stun, Def will not fall! Zeka will not allow it! Going with the quadra kill in his first ever World Championship! And on his back, he lifts the world. He lifts DRX, and New York erupts as DRX march for the Nexus.
Zeka takes the Quadra, and he claims his rightful place in the World Championship semifinals.
2,942 days ago, Deft won a World quarterfinal, and today, thanks to Zeka, he does it again.
The reverse sweep happens for DRX. Deft is able to remove the curse of quarterfinals, and he will find an incredible win over the reigning world champions. He will not only defeat his former organization, but he will stay alive in the World 2022 Championship.
Beautiful moment there, hugs between Deft and Scout, Deft and Mako exchanging an embrace there. They get to take their time here to celebrate. DRX overcoming the 0-2 start here against EDG, taking down the defending world champs in what was an incredible series here. Just what a monster performance, though, from Zeka when it mattered most. The 19-year-old here for DRX.
Oh, yeah.
You may not have heard of him before Worlds. You certainly have now.
It's just, it's a roster of defying expectations. We talked so much about it. This year, no one was even paying attention to DRX. But before we get into that, we have to commiserate EDG, the reigning world champions. They put on a heck of a show. They're going to be frustrated. Scout is going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
He had a phenomenal series, and in Game 5, Zeka got the better of him. That's not to say that EDG did not put up one hell of a fight.
It certainly did. This was, such a memorable series, so many memorable games here as well, so many incredible moments. It was a quarter second from being 3-1. The Nexus rush nearly worked. Deft almost single-handedly took that one. At the end of the day, it was Zeka with, he took that little bit extra in an overextension from Scout. And from there, just took 3 more solo kills back to back to back and said, you gave me an inch, I took your entire team.
And what a birthday present for Deft.
We talk so often about team play and team fighting. His laning phase is solid, yes, but there we are. Soraka going to be the cog here against the top catch. The silence incredibly powerful. And again, more curveballs being thrown by the DRX bottom lane. Advantage is going over to them. And now they're going to try to capitalize on them. Lands waiting in the brush. Pyoshik now going in. This should be an easy kill. There's just everybody in the bot lane. Surprise, baby! That's a Camille and first blood for DRX. Bars Q does a lot of damage. Charge? Okay. All right. Doesn't have the damage. Good splat per minute. Right now, the gold within touching distance. 200 gold to the Ocean Drake on the side of DRX. Really the only difference. Deft has no flash. Yes, be careful. Deft walking away. The clans. Torrent, is he just going to walk him down the heel? Now coming in from this rocket. Is it going to be enough? He's trying to piss it away. Oh! The 1-for-1. Torrent, no! How does he? Big gold swing over to Gen.G. Gen.G, no fear to step forward here. And we talk about the 2v2 matchup. We forgot about Barrel. DRX engaged. The Tumken shield is crucial against the Sejuani, but Zeka can look to shuffle. Still in the area. They're ready to flip this on the 50-50. He can go unstoppable over the wall if he needs to. Chovy. Can he find something? Barsalt is going to be big. Peanut now locked up, but that's the Tom Catch ultimate coming in. King is still in the pit. Chovy still in the pit. Looking to get it. He's going to lock it down. That's Gambler now going in. Zeka fishing, looking for an opportunity to grand challenge issue. That's the 2-man from Lehens. The follow-up now from Gen.G. They will take their kills. Of course, he has #1 jungle proximity. Peanuts always hovering around his AD carry. Here comes the second Herald onto this mid tower. Deft doesn't have the MF ult for the next 3 or 4 seconds, so he can't use it.
Breaking mid lane, are they going to push for the second on the bottom side, maybe hoping to find a pick? It just means that the entirety of the top side jungle is off limits. Doran going to find the parry, now dashing out to safety. What's he going to get? Grand challenge, looking for multiple marks. Now going to get locked up in the Hextech, although Mayhem should just fall here. A little bit more healing. Is it going to be enough? Needs to dash forward, but no, that's the shutdown. Find those avenues and angles. Gen.G take control of mid.
T1, of course, losing that game yesterday in game 1, but then bouncing back as the series progresses is a good example of that. So what DRX have done right now on the map is they've actually sent King in towards top. They know that bot side is a liability and they can't stick around. It might be 2 for 2, but Doran has flash. He's playing a very confident next to Lehens.
Really want to get this kill, but of course the Tom Kench being there stops it in its track. It's going to be tower for tower now. Match DRX.
It's been a consistent 4,000 gold lead roughly for Gen.G over the last 3 or 4 minutes. They're holding on to it. It's very hard for DRX to find plays. Doran is there. Now they'll start to move forward, so you expect Gen.G will start to push DRX back.
They see an opportunity, they want to get it because Depth is waiting over the wall, but keep your eyes on the ultimate. It could be big, but it is not enough. Leaping in now, Chovy diving to the back line, taking the ultimate away from King in and finding the kill. Just like that, Gen.G see their opportunity and they're right onto the Baron.
Ruler arrives and in a blink of an eye he starts to fight onto Piosik. Actually gets the kill in the roots, so Piosik can't even respond, do anything at all. Chovy takes away the Camille ult, E-Flash ult on top of Beryl. He has no way out in Gen.G.
Sort of a DRX mistake. Very unlikely they'll grab anything else. That said, Plan's there to back up, waiting, gonna go for the Devour, waiting out the timer. TP now coming in. Gen.G think they have their fight. Now it's the Camille that's been isolated instantly. Doran now leaping forward. Grand challenge, stepping in, finding a bit more healing. DRX on the back split. Gen.G, they want more. They got the wave to back them up. A single cannon minion, Beryl locked down. Beryl taken out. Death to the Soraka. Now the single cannon minion, all that remains. Zeka gonna clear that one out. A new wave to come in, and Gen.G taking control of the mid lane.
Health bars are low, so Gen.G are going to send their top jungle to force down this tier 2 on the top side while Ruler gets through this tier 3 in mid. DRX have thrown so many things at Gen.G, but they found a response to absolutely everything. And you can't really blame DRX. Their only plays this game have been overcommitting numbers to side. How can they engage up for the next 20 seconds? They didn't get the inhibitor, and they're trying to push in a bot wave right now. Chovy doesn't have the TP, but there's the E.
Heads! He's just eating the top laner, doesn't even mind. He's a support, but he's got the team to back him up. Ruler
are, well, their team is as well. Little to no mistakes.
Locked down. Zeka, the knock-up now coming in. The Soraka healing will not be enough. DRX have yet to find a win against Gen.G, and this game is not the game where it'll happen. Absolute dominance from Ruler, from Chovy, from the entirety of Gen.G.
37 seconds. Lehens pops the stopwatch, manages to live through the ultimate. Does he die? No, he doesn't.
Forward, Def locked up, instant cleanse, not enough! Def taken down, and we talked about it. This is what makes Gen.G terrifying, the consistency and execution. It is top tier, flawless League of Legends.
You can't fault it, can you? They play it by the book, and they play it clean. DRX do everything they can in their power to find these plays, to actually find advantages in any of these lanes, because all 3 lanes are pushing into them. They had to do something, and Gen.G knew it. They read them back. And Ruler on the Varus, despite falling behind in the early portions of the lane, the Herald got him back into it, and he kept farming mid-waves, was sitting very quietly while his team sorted out those side lanes, got his 3 items, started the fight, got a Baron. So, yeah. Can't be faulted.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the team-wide effort to make sure that the Camille and the Sejuani looked absolutely useless this game is outstanding play across the board. It is not just the Tom Kench pick, it was the excellent vision, it was the discipline to not over-push. Debating the option is, can't go for Sejuani instead. The Ornn! You want fights this game, you're gonna get them. Ornn and the Gragas ready to kick things off, most certainly, but the early game naturally where we have to keep our eyes anytime there's a Caitlyn Lux in the game. Camps are being cleared. He is betting so much just to be here. He reveals himself on the bottom side. Beryl immediately flashing forward, waiting on the binding, but the binding goes wild. Head still standing. One, looking for more stacks in the mounting dread, but they cannot find the kill. Only the summoner spell on Ruler firing back. Oh man, he's a monster.
The ward, no, he's gonna run straight through, but Lehens has no flash, and he'll be here first.
Ruler's also a very scary boy. Meanwhile, on the top side, King and Doran trading back and forth. Piosik. He's only level 4. Lehens isn't even concerned. He's not even scared. There's no red buff to back him up. Oh, looking for the 1v1. Kingan now getting hit. It's a big hammer. The Ornn now trying to get him down. They're both ticking. Oh, look at the blinking out bars. The flash out. It's so tense. He's buying time. He's waiting for cooldown. That's the passive backup and available. 8 seconds. He gets the healing just in time. The thumbs up, baby. It's okay.
Ruler, this should be an easy first blood tower, and this gold lead will go in favor of DRX. So bot lane has fallen apart, but they've now relied on Zeka. Are they going to keep going here? They see Doran top. They know Peanuts on Dragon, but they are going to back away.
Fishing with the charm, they will not find it, but it is on the back of Zeka. The individual advantage he was able to build, that they are able to use that Herald in the mid lane. Now Deft walking down, trying to zone away. Piochik on the way in, is he just gonna smite it? Baiting, taking it out. No one had smite! Nobody had smite! That was real! Just trying to make sure the enemy AD carry gets absolutely as little CS as possible. Goodbye to that cannon. Making sure that falls. About to spawn, they will turn their sights towards the top side of the map instead. Don't really feel like they need the dragon stacking as a win before they have to go back towards bot, so they want to force something, but they need to make sure they're not too impatient. Use the traps. Gain point control they can. Right now, fishing. Ruler gonna get caught out over the wall. Zeka desperate to get a sidestep on the Lux. That's the Yomu's Ghost play. The extra movement speed, taking him out to safety. Gen.G pulling back for now. Brief pause. 5K. Dragon getting lower. Junglers with smites this time around, wanting to go in, wanting to get a little bit more. Who will take it? In the end, it's ticking, it's resetting, but the Kindred will smite it and take it down, and now the fight turns. It's Kingen on the backside. DRX standing, 4 members strong, pushing in. They want to break Gen.G. Kingen going over the wall will get locked up. Nobody going to fall.
Game from game 1.
Barrel. Locked down, Barrel clean, binding over the wall. Barula coming in, Peanut flashing to the side. Barrel flashing out to safety, knowing the ult would be the end of him. Ulti will not connect.
Look at Zeka. TP behind, that's King.
It's going to be big trouble. Would be everything. Peanut running. Kicking off to the side. The Barrel's going to be big. Zeka now leaping forward. Zeka trying to land everything. It looks like he's going to take down Lahed. Lahed still standing. Lahed still alive. Peanut finding, but Kingen finding one. Kingen looking for a few more, baby. That's the power of the Gragas, and Piochik will live to see another day. Blocking him down the dash forward, the traps, it just keeps coming, but it's Chovy up to the side with the Lux Laser.
Gen.G who will pick up this tower. Lux Laser won't be enough to slow down the push. And the game goes back and next. All the damage lands onto him. The E there, Knights Calibernet to get the auto attack in. The ultimate means that
picture in picture. Live screen, the play now going out. Peanut may have been caught out again, leaping forward. That's going to be the pick.
DRX, that's massive. DRX are going to push it mid. That's a free tower.
Going to be big. DRX, the siege now continues. The power of the Caitlyn finally online. The sieging potential of the double 80 carries. They will break open.
There's the TP.
Peanut
There's the double
in.
TP.
Can
DRX on the dragon.
Peanut off to the side. He wants to make it over the wall. He wants to steal it, but it will not happen yet. Doran in enemy territory.
Chovy getting close to that. Rabadon's forces will come through. DRX need to keep mid push though. Piochik in trouble.
Burn angle. Piochik locked down the snare. Surely going to connect now. Piochik can throw down the Lamb's Rest, but it's Doran from over the wall. Piochik sidestepping the healing. Now going to come in. Oh! The combo is clean.
Onto Barrel. Zeka has the ultimate. Kingen is back here. Lehens and Ruler looking for a target. Ruler no flash though.
Ruler caught out, knocked back into the wall. It's going to be a big laser. But it won't finish the job. It's just a support Lux. Doran getting pushed out of this one. And again, they don't have the damage to force the Baron, and DRX know it, so they move into the pit. They are fishing for the kill. Zeka leaping forward, looking to lock Doran down. The flashback of the wall. It's Chovy on the backside, but it's Chovy in turn who will be locked up. He's ignited. He dashes out. He's ready to dash back in, but what was not.
For an incredible flank around the side. Ruler has no flash. This could be a big.
This could be a big damage. The clutch over the wall. Fall off Ruler. Taken out of the fight, but they don't quite have the damage to finish it. Now instead, turning back to Doran, taking the Ornn out of the equation. The ulti will hit nobody. Zeka! Zeka! Remember his name! It was his landing advantage. It was his charm, and it was his charm again. But Peanut can be the difference maker. He can look to turn it, but he will not take the risk.
Instead, Kingen has the TP. They might get this bot tier 3, but DRX will get so much more. The dive coming in though.
They overstayed. Kingen is now going to make it out. They need to trade this back for a major objective. Deft and Piochik burning through it as quickly as they can, but now it's all high-stakes League of Legends. Every single choice putting them closer and closer to death. Gen.G taking the inhibitor, the parent. Now going to be the trade in the end, the Baron and the Infernal for a single inhibitor. DRX feeling good at the end of the day.
It's a consolation.
But again, remember, the DRX, while they are barreling down the bottom lane, while
just to get here, so many 5-game series, regional and international. Up against EDG, they managed to pull off the reverse sweep. Force Gen.G to base from that bot side.
Chovy has to be careful, leaping in, forcing the flash out from Chovy, turning their attention instead. Everybody is recalling on the side of Gen.G. DRX have caught their opponents sleeping. And we'll look to take this inhibitor down, uncontested. But meanwhile, on the bottom side of the map, it is Peanut. Peanut trying to get a Chovy pushing for more. Chovy potentially looking to try and end or just at least leverage this wave in the bot lane, take open and take down that exposed inhibitor.
This is great from Chovy. They should be able to pick up this in. If DRX have to force this, Zeka stayed. He could look to end. DRX need to get this down quickly. Chovy doesn't have the TP, but he could end the game. Kingen's here.
Dragon. No TP, it's the 4v4. Dragon as well. They're trying to force the fight. It could all come down to a 50-50. Pioshik versus Peanut in the pit, but they're trying to zone him away. Doran already getting chipped away. Toby running the fight to the side of DRX. Redemption could down, but Peanut, no! He's buying time. Pioshik, you madman, you genius, holding on to hope. A lamb's respite, indeed, buying the Dragon a brief break so they can take it down in the end, but still, Toby remains standing. One man versus the world. Will he be enough? Never one without the other. Pioshik on Kindred keeps the Dragon alive. Peanut smites into the Lamb's respite. DRX are looking to end this game to death. 1v2 against Ruler Lands. Barrels behind him. No inhibitor this time. DRX and Deft will take the Elder, and they will take their first game off of Gen.G in 2022. What a turnaround for DRX. That game one, they couldn't find a single play. But you give Zeka a playmaker, and he will give you some kills. Manages to find Ruler so many times in those fights. DRX get a lead, DRX stack the Dragons. And just a clean execution, no panic. On the end towards the Elder, they send Kingen back to base to deal with Chovy, and Pioshik deals with Peanut. Beautiful game. Beautiful comeback from DRX again. The start of that game, Peanuts dissecting the map, splitting the map. The dominance that we saw from Gen.G across game one and the start of game two was truly terrifying. But the fact that DRX fought back from that makes it all the more impressive. Kali feels like it must be the pick. Zeka will lock it in. Wow, chance to prove himself on it once again.
Gen.G don't have that much spread damage. Yes, he is. He knows something's up. Kingen needs to save mana here. He needs... Oh, he just used the W. I don't think they can dive now. He used the cookie. I don't know if they have the damage to kill this Sejuani. We're about to find out. Level up will help as well. Doran's holding the wave to make it so Kingen or Pioshik has to tank. It will crash, though.
Last game, the first game for Pioshik was a disaster. Will this one be better? The Ignite now taking down, tagging the tower, and first blood.
Chovy when he's trying to crash waves into Zeka. A lot of things they can use here. They can even use it for a Herald. But look top again, Doran.
There it is. Pioshik stepping forward again. Now Doran in trouble. Doran taking it down. On the bot lane, it's the best of the time.
He's catching the wave, but he is getting his way down towards his bot side river to help out his
level
jungler.
6.
Could be a 4v4, but Death's under tower.
Again, so many tools from DRX to kick this fight off, to isolate and lock down a single target, instantly trying to burn. Hands looking for the reset. Pioshik getting into the pit, but it ticked down, igniting, burning Zeka in the back line. Getting pushed out of his own shroud as well. Team retreats, but still, he will take down the hands. DRX finding the kill in exchange for the Dragon. Can they get anything else? Ruler over the wall. Looking for poke. They've corralled Chovy. They've corralled Peanut. They're locking him down. They handshake it back into the waiting arms. And DRX take the fight.
Barrel is a little bit slow, so the DRX take the 4v3 while they wait for Barrel. Does Pioshik look for the steal? He has no flash, but he has the ult. Let's watch Zeka though. When does he go in?
To the side, the Ornn has been blown, but it will be interrupted. Looking for a bit of vengeance after that lane phase. Kingen burning, taking, falling down. His hands will take. Atlanta cheering, ready for more. Dragon dropping in favor of DRX, evening it up as you highlighted. 1,000 gold advantage to them now. Bit of trading on the top side.
Wait,
Taking
kill
the
here.
tower. We want it. There it is. 1v1. Get the solo ball.
The jungle support just lost their flashes on the side of Gen.G. Zeka is on the way and he's hunting. He's blocked by the Crux. He couldn't get around the wall there, but he does see Lehens, has the flash, has the ult.
For the stuns, now going to find the lockdown immediately. Going to get the reset. Now he's the car making and brother will kill brother as a hostile takeover gets the job done. Ruler taken out. Chovy is here. Chovy will try to strike back, but he's thrown in. He takes one back in return. Chovy trying to hold on. Chovy trying to keep the ship afloat, but DRX continue the push on the.
What isn't enough to trade back is Chovy. Arrives a little bit too late. Maybe could have been here.
Well, that thought Barrel caught out. Handshake coming in. Barrel trying to retreat as much as he can. Will get burned down. Instead, will not be bailed out. Ruler grabbing that kill back in response. Gen.G showing signs of life. The bottom side will deny a few more creeps before knocking this one down.
First brick. Also be a lot of gold over to Kingen. 450 in his back pocket. No plays.
Is going to back away. And you highlighted it again. The two players that matter on the side of Gen.G are Chovy.
They're going to get this mid wave in and they're pinging towards the top side. Gen.G want to look for a cross map, but Kingen has TP. There's the Herald.
There's fishing, locked down. Death now going to get taken out. They're trying to burn through, but he's still standing for now. Hostile takeover. Can he get it? He lives for far too long. Pioshik now looking for a little bit more, and here Ruler just a bit too slippery. Zeka on the flank. The Herald will finish the tower, but DRX have their eyes set on the kills.
Ruler flashes away. Zeka is still hunting and looking. Peanut barely escapes. It turns into a 1-for-1. DRX want to force this tower down because Chovy's taking their top tower, and they should be able to get it pretty handily. Lehens with no summoners can't walk up too far, and DRX strike back on Gen.G's play once again. Deft living for so long to turn the tides, but overall, it's an even trade. Kill for kill, tower for tower. Summoners blown across the board.
DRX, you can see
Barrel's hovering around. I think he can walk up in their face and just try to clear the wave. I don't think there's that much of a threat unless they hit the tower. I think it's going to land the knockup. The tower will die.
Chovy over the wall, hostile takeover. Now dashing out to safety, that's the TP now coming in. Peanut is still healing up, still holding on for now. The TP has been canceled. Clean play coming in from Doran off screen to stop Zeka from coming to the fight, but Peanut will fall in exchange.
Well, Chovy doesn't have a tower behind him. Does have the TP though. In comes Pyosik, full committing.
Push back, not gonna matter when he's unstoppable. Chovy into the waiting arms of Pyosik. Hand delivered. Not interested in facing them in the 5v5. Looking for Doran here in the side lane. Pushing him away, threatening, and now looking for the pick onto Peanut, but Peanut is a very tanky boy. Huge ult from Ruler trying to burn down Deft. The bailout will not be enough. It's clean.
TP from Doran to make sure they're safe. He knows Zeka is looking for a play. Hostile takeover is big though.
Big. Ruler now has to cleanse it out. Looking for the fishing for downtown. Now Pyosik getting the reset. Stepping forward as the Karma wants to get the snare desperately. Zeka waiting over the wall. He's been locked up, but it's a clean ulti out from Pyosik. He will not be locked down. He will not be stopped. There's no CC left on the side of Gen.G. DRX retreating back towards the dragon, ready for the 4v4.
Pyosik's having the series of his life right now.
Doran handshake. Zeka on the flank looking for Ruler. He gets it. He gets into the R. He gets everything he wants, and now he can try to find another one. Zeka 2 lead again. Zeka time after time in the face of Chovy. 23 minutes into the game. 6K in the lead. They're going to get that third dragon from Deft on the bottom side. They're going to get the Baron from the other 4 members of the team.
They're trying to mark him as best as they can. Deft has no flash, Zeka has no flash. It's quick, hard to walk up. Gen.G have a little bit of range.
Keep your eyes on the ultimate and the shuriken flip from Zeka. If either of those connect, if he gets into melee range, he will eliminate the carries. Hostile takeover, zoning away. Ulti, zoning away. Call the Forge guy.
Finding a way to get on top of them with the Arnold, with Zeka, with Pyosik. And now it looks like the 1-4 is coming in. Siege onto mid with 4. Zeka ready to respond and move mid when he's needed.
Zeka playing without fear. 10 pages in the book. The Magi is stacking away. Happily sitting in bot lane against 2 of the opposition. A slow, steady siege in the mid lane. Gen.G have to find a way to break this, but it is so hard. The ulti now connecting from Deft.
The control is Zeka pushes in bot, TP down to get this tower, but he'll be a looming flank, and Deft needs to be careful.
Good sidestep, catching out Kingen going face first into the pillar. He will break it, but now he's forced to flash out to safety. Chovy fishing. Kingen going golden, trying to buy a bit more time. Hostile takeover, the flash coming out as well. Ruler hitting Chovy left and right, and it's Zeka onto the back line, but for now he's only hitting Doran. Fishing for the angle, trying to get something done. It's into the back end. Again, it's Zeka! How do they do it every single time? This man might just be the cleanest Akali in the world. DRX take the fight, set their sights on the mid lane. They don't need the Baron.
And they're gonna end. Deft kills Chovy, TP in from Kingen. DRX don't care about this dragon. They don't care about soul point. They care about match point. They care about series point.
DRX, a victory march into the enemy base as they move to match point versus Gen.G.
That man on your screen, Zeka, is making miracles happen here in Atlanta. Gen.G are starstruck. They need to change the draft. They need to change the pace at which DRX are playing it in game 1. DRX matched the pace. They said, we'll play a slow game. We'll pick scaling. We'll pick Azir. Game 2 and 3, they throw it all out the window and say, we're going back to pace. We're going back to skirmish. We're going back to things like the Akali. And it's working. And Gen.G can't keep up.
I'm blown away. The individual levels of performance we are seeing from Zeka, from Pyosik in this game across the board. To weather the storm of the Lulu or the Karma, Ezreal on the bottom side. Ruler, though, you can still see all of Gen.G still smiles on their face.
A surprising Nautilus pick can be countered really easily by Beryl. A lot of different changes here from DRX, especially in the mid lane, but sticking to a similar kind of concept of the double AD carry, the tank top. And she's bot lane. A hook could mean a flash could be a follow-up.
Is also super low at this stage. They're starting to trade. They're getting aggressive. Barrel needs to get out of this one. Unbreakable already burned. Ignite now ticking, but Barrel will walk away safe. In the meantime, Pyosik just trying to take the dragon. It's getting lower. It's ticking. Peanut waiting over the wall. Can they finish it? But yes, just barely. They will find it now. Body blocking. Stepping forward. Zeka. Reset here big though. Now Lahan's looking for the engage, trying to find the lockdown. Locked out Barrel, unbreakable, but now should surely fall. But here comes Zeka and the rest of the team. They're going to lock out. They're going to find first blood. Barrel still alive on the backside. The Lamb's respite, buying so much time. Gen.G knows they need to get something back, but Deft is unafraid. Deft is still free firing at the pullback from Ruler. It's clean, but it's not quite enough to finish the job as Zeka dives into the back line. Still standing for now, but surely he should fall. Everybody is so low. Barrel, are they still alive? But the feathers fly. Ruler finds one, wishes for two, tries to find another. Barrel will finally fall, and Gen.G fire back. Gen.G, big Barrel again. Getting hit with the hook is big. Unbreakable gonna buy a few more seconds. He needs to leap back into the arms of Pyosik. Now the retreat coming out. The hook coming in from over the wall. Big ulti coming in from Deft. And that's the pick now on the backside. Kingen looking for the avenue, looking for the answers, but the side steps are clean from Gen.G. They will not let that cast connect, but it's Pyosik back onto the dragon. Pyosik with priority access, the pick. Giving the dragon over to DRX.
That's the power of the Brawl.
To go from middle of the pack to potentially the best. Fighting for that opportunity now. Chobi holding on the taunt now, coming in. Kingen ready to go in over the wall. Chobi, goodbye. You don't got a stopwatch anymore. Peanut now running, doing what he can to escape, to survive, but DRX are descending upon Gen.G like wolves.
Look at them go, and they're not done just yet. Kingen's trying to find Peanuts. Doran's hitting the top tower. He'll pick up the first turret of the game. Pyosik is around. Barrel is moving up. Deft's pushing out bot. We'll see if they take this fight. We'll see if they try to take down the Renekton.
Looking to burn down Doran. Doran popping the ulti, the burst, if he can turn here, but he's running out of fury. The Kolamik not going to connect. Looking to finish the job with the mounting dread, but just forcing the
well, there's the realm wall, but he doesn't choose to take it. He wants to sandwich the rest of DRX with Doran on the flank.
Over the wall. Hook now going in under the prom. Zeka onto the flank, fishing for the angle. Will lock up Ruler. Ruler immediately going to cleanse. Now the fog coming in for the prom. Ruler on touch to the backside. Keep your eyes on the feather. They could just be everything. That's going to be the shutdown. Doran leaping forward. Ruler untouched. Now Gen.G, they see their opportunity. Peanut stepping forward, peeling back now. Barrel and Deft, the last two standing. Kingen off to the side, but it is Gen.G taking the fight.
Peanut takes down Pyosik, picks up the spirit form, and then shuts down DRX. The engage from Zeka was good onto Lahan's, but the follow-up of the solo laners of Gen.G and Peanut
Needed to see from Gen.G if they wanted to bring us to a game 5. They cannot hesitate on these cooldowns against this Braum or against this Kindred. And now they fish for the dive. Kingen trying to buy as much space as he can. The tower surely set to fall. Chobi now chasing, running. This Gragas, there's no way you can make it out of this one. Locked up, the CC coming through. Kingen will fall. Doran on a killing spree.
Herald placed in mid. DRX are playing on 2 lanes here. They'll look for mid tier 1 and top tier 1. Gen.G, great pick there onto the Gragas. They get the tower. DRX enough to siege because they have wave clear. It's a cheat button to make sure that you can answer a cross map just like that from the side of Gen.G.
Good in touching distance as we crest 20 minutes. Oh, the head caught out. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the concussive blow stack. Zeka waiting off to the side. The support surely going to fall. The Ruler has to be watched, has to be respected. Oh, Doran, Chobi on the front line. They put them into the meat grinder.
Give it up. No real harm done. Evening up the Dragons. They need more time for Deft to pick up a third item. They need more time. Will be a real pain for DRX to get down. They have the AD carries to kite back and deal out the damage, but if he can find that stun onto Pyosik again, Gen.G will win the fight. Pyosik
over the wall, Barrel to follow, immediately fishing for the opportunity, but he's still going to get locked on the fast forward. Barrel and Pyosik, the dynamic duo, support. Because the second he went down, Doran immediately TP'd. They can't afford to misstep. You see the pressure time and time again, but it is Zeka zoning, looking for an opportunity, trying to lock down the reactant. Pyosik coming over the wall, ready to deal the damage. Concussive blows have marked him. Ignite has marked him, and there is no one here to protect him. It is Doran versus the world. It is Doran.
But he wants to zone them away. Don't forget about the Kindred ult. They could bait it once again.
Looking for that opportunity, locking Peanut out of the pit. It's getting lower and lower. There's no jungle, and it does not matter. That is the Baron for DRX. Peanut steal, but instead, happy to just go back to his own safety of the jungle.
It's Ruler. Ruler 1-4 right now. Kingen doesn't have TP, but neither does Doran. Ruler is showing on mid to catch the waves. When he gets that in
for a bit more, this tier 2 surely will fall. The rest of his team now on the bottom side, playing across 2 lanes. doing what they can with their range advantage, but respecting the potential for Gen.G to pull the trigger here in bot lane. Trying to take out Doran. Doran, how much more time does he have? Follow-up lockup is going to hit Lands. It might hit Ruler as well. They're trying to lock down everybody. Chovy being pushed away. It will be the tier 2 falling. Gen.G know better than to commit on that one. The recalls or something along those lines, but it's very dangerous. This is it. This will decide everything. Deft looking for the dragon. Piosik has the smite, has the Lamb's respite if he needs it. Battle lines drawn. Either side looking to hit the dragon. Either side looking to risk the 50-50. Why flip the coin on your future here at Worlds 2022? Taking their time now, arrows being charged up, poke being traded back and forth. All it takes is a single misstep, a single mistake, and either side will leap into the enemy backline. 6K getting lower, DRX think this is their opportunity. Barrel looking for the knockup, and he drives it! It is the soul! And it will be a slaughter in the pit! Piosik and Deft back to back as brothers, slaughtering the front line and the back line of Gen.G. It is Ruler versus the world, but the Gale Force will not be enough. He's dead! Keegan's gonna get the kill! No, Ruler took it around! He gets Keegan! He gets Barrel! He falls! It's 3 members! Nets them such powerful buffs to look for the win. They're waiting on the respawns of Barrel and Keegan to make sure everybody has a piece of the Baron buff sandbox to almost pushing their ticket to the World's Final. Barrel looking for Ruler! It could just be everything. He's forcing it out now, buying as much time as they can with the Lamb's Respite. They want to keep this fight going. DRX do not want a slow game. They find their pick. They find the angle. Doran spotted out. He will not be able to TP back to help the rest of the team. The siege begins for DRX. Zeka doesn't have the TP. He's trying to gap close as much as possible to be ready with the Galio. There's the TP from Doran to help the wave clear. The Baron buffed up creeps are coming in. Gen.G are slowly holding on, but DRX will start to move forwards. They'll start to push them back. They'll start to look for a base break, and they'll get it. Inhibitor will fall. DRX put a dent already into Gen.G. The world champions from 2017, looking incredibly vulnerable right now. DRX looking for Nexus towers. Barrel blocking what he can. A lot of damage under the Nexus towers. Zeka already breaking open mid lane. A second inhibitor surely will fall. Gen.G knowing that this next fight will be their last. Stepping back. Buying brief moments. They're gonna force it. They get it. Stepping in. The carries are so strong. Doran goes into the meat grinder, and he is taken out. It is domination for the team. 8 years ago, Def fell to his sister team in Samsung White, but today, in the face of insurmountable odds, he stands tall. The last dance goes on. The stage is set. It is one final chapter. It is one more page in the legacy of Deft. He has one chance to kill the king, and today he did not miss. And the king is waiting in the World Finals. Gen.G shell-shocked. And for one moment, the world stops spinning. The sun refuses to set on the dreams of Deft. In what could be his final year, he has one shot at a title, something he's never had in his entire career before. DRX are limitless. Every time they have been doubted, they have stepped up. Your predictions against them, your doubt is there, Ambrosia. They are unstoppable. They are the first team to go from play-ins to finals. This is Deft's first final. It is the third for Barrel. Zeka on his wings, on his back, on his Akali or Silas. He has made his mark on this stage. Keep doubting them, and they will only get stronger. Heartbreak for Ruler. What has been such a successful last 6 months of domestic domination comes to an end. We're left with 2 LCK teams in the finals, in T1 and DRX. Gen.G and Dam1 are out. One final bow for this roster. Still a hero's exit. Friends on both sides of the rift. For Gen.G, not the performance they were looking for, but again, for DRX, they just keep finding ways. They just keep rising up. It's incredible. It is incredible. They've taken down the world champions from last year. They've taken down one of the most dominant teams in LCK history. Domestically unbeatable. They had come into this series having never beaten Gen.G once this entire year. They played 4 best-of-3s, and Gen.G 2-0'd them in every single one. But is it in the best-of-5 at the end of the year, in the World Semis, where they find their first 3 wins? And what a time to do it.
And that man on your screen, again, the most impressive turnaround we've seen. This is a guy you knew to be feast or famine, and it's been, oh, feast today!
Doing some kindred jumps there with the arrows. His favorite champion. It's in the name.
Definitely left his mark. And it's just a story you cannot conceive of, you cannot write. If you told me that this was the path to finals for Deft and DRX, I would not have believed you. And the tragedy truly is that it is over the bodies of their brothers, of former teammates and friends, that they must move on to face T1.
And that's the story of Deft, isn't it? EDG, he departs. EDG become the world champions. He separates away from Chovy on Hanwha Life. Chovy lifts a trophy. Deft's always in the shadows of his former teammates, in a sense where it feels like he's the one being left behind. And now he's the one in the World Finals. And it's a similar story for Beryl. Leaving Damwon, seeing them rise above DRX, almost beating T1 domestically. And it's him who goes further. It's Damwon who loses in quarters. It's Beryl who goes to his 3rd World. But Deft confident enough that that champion can get the push and keep the push in the mid-game.
When you're thinking of push, when you're thinking of AD carries, Diver's always the one that first comes to mind for me, especially when you have these solo laners that have the capability to work with here on Zeka with the Silas. He's playing nice and safe. We'll see if Pyosik can find an angle here. Baker still pretty far forward. Flash! Spectral Maw! And first blood over to Zeka! Zeka, the star!
They lost here in summer, and now they're in a World's Finals, and they're already off to a great start.
And I love their story with Kingen and Zeka as we have a trade on bottom side.
Boys, we might not have the time for any story because Dev is about to drop in bottom lane, but he heals through it. Carry and Owner still chasing after. Owner wants to land this. There's a little bit more damage coming out from Carry. A flash into the Tempest to make it happen. And Zeka goes in with a stolen ulti. He'll shuffle Faker right on back, but Owner's on the way, so Zeka can't do any more.
Beautiful play there from Owner, but now it's Dragon started up for Pyosik and DRX, and they should be able to finish it. No Lee Sin around means no attempt at a smite steal.
Oh! Who needs smite when you got it?
We'll be first to the top side river. How does T1 dissect this fight? They're looking for Kingen.
Owner throws out the cube, but he's not going to find it. Zeka jumps in. Owner's ready to retreat back to his own teammate. Zeus contesting 1v2. Owner and Faker ready to join in, but Barrel's made his way into the fight. Owner jumps in. It's secured by DRX. Now the fight breaks out. Pyosik coming right back in. T1 with a lot of moves. Zeka tries to get the kill, but he won't be able to secure it. Zeus charges forward.
Afforded to him. Let's see about it, though. DRX, they bully them off.
Wow. DRX showing up, forcing T1 back a little bit. Zeka's here on the flank. The second Drake stolen. Owner gets it and he gets away. Making the right choice goes a long way. First Herald of the game summoned up here in mid lane. This will be the first turret killed by either side, and it's mid lane tier 1 dropping. T1 claim it.
Step up, Owner's going towards midwave. Kingen will find the bot lane of T1.
Oh, that's not where they want to be going. DRX, they're ready to go. Can they survive? No. Carrier will fall, but he's traded back for Zeka. A 1-for-1 that should favor T1.
That was a fantastic setup for DRX, so a little bit of a backfire to go 1-for-1. A couple ultimates used from T1. DRX the same. Dragon is still up, but DRX still looking for a pick. They're hoping that Gumayushi walks back through this tribe, which I think T1 thought they had to go through bot lane there.
And look at this. Faker goes mid to put up the Azir turret, try and get his mid priority that way, and then he can come right over. Remember, Gumayushi as well stole the other dragon. Can he fish around here? They've got vision inside the dragon pit and teleport coming right out.
All right, teleport from Zeus. Bottom lane, Kingen and Beryl gonna keep him back. Zeus ready to try to outplay here with a soul unbound. Immediately resets his position. His job was to distract, and distract he did. Drake secured as Faker goes in. Deft is on the run, 40% AD. Zeus ready for the re-engage. Fate sealed, and Deft is down. Faker gets the kill, and T1 are ready to go.
T1 so precise, just dominating this game. Zeus, magnificent sleight of hand on the bottom side, but they're not done yet. Keegan looking for the snipe onto Faker. He just walks out of the Inferno Chains and goes for it.
Oh, but Faker goes back in. Faker gets barrel, and T1's ready for more. Pioshik's on the run, but the Ruined King will barely survive. Owner walks away, and now T1 might just pay for it. Kingan's ready to chase down Guma even further. Zeus coming around from the side. Kingan backing away. T1 getting another. Faker getting another.
The Azir's just damaging your health bar. Death falls, and then T1 look for another player. We've got to fight on live.
We've already got that play right now. Pioshik on the run, but he'll run nowhere. Faker goes on a rampage, and Barrel goes down with them. T1 find two. They find the jungler, and they find their way to the Baron.
There's a reason why T1 is undefeated versus DRX. They're outclassing them in every single role right now, and T1 will pick up that Baron just shy of 21 minutes in the game.
Absolute domination. These objectives at every turn.
Zeus and Kingan getting into a bit of a 1v1 here, but Zeka's also nearby. Faker ready to respond too. Kingan is low, and Zeus takes the kill. Now with the full retreat coming out, Zeka's gonna whip the shuffle, and T1 just has to wait it out. They'll take out these minions. Zeka trying to find any sort of a way to get out of this one, but it ain't gonna happen. No, sir. Faker unstoppable.
I especially love the story. Well, never mind. Owner's on Pioshik.
We don't have time for stories. Owner looking for another. Finds the R, finds the Q, finds two. There it is. Owner picks up the kill.
The only story here is that DRX's history after game one. T1 are just dominating them. And you can't fault DRX because they have to find picks. T1 have a Baron buff. They're going to start the siege with Azir and Varus. They can go for 1-4 with Zeus on the Yone. They tried to make the picks happen, but T1 are very aware of their plans.
T1 ready to break the base in half. The first inhibitor turret is gone. Inhibitor, a little bit more. There we go, that'll get him across the line. But DRX comes in with a TP. T1 has...
And T1 story with them, having confidence in their own... Never mind.
Carrier, that's not where you want to be, buddy. Death goes on a killing spree. There's a second, a shutdown. DRX get two for nothing.
20 seconds on the Dragon spawn as well. That will be the soul of T1, but look at Faker. He's just barreling down mid lane looking for another inhibitor. Looks like two will fall because all of DRX are staying. Bases are coming in, but Zeka doesn't have the TP. It's Owner and Gumayushi who will play patiently, and Faker with the TP coming back up soon means that T1 might be able to match the numbers around this Dragon fight.
Faker in mid lane, taking out the inhib. DRX immediately jumping onto the Drake. They want to stop this soul by any means possible. Owner's coming in. Sonic wave over the wall. Owner's still waiting for it. Not going to happen. Objective bounty over to DRX.
Just group up on bottom side, pressure it in, continue to take objectives. Don't let DRX farm comfortably.
DRX gonna hold this, but Owner actually fails the kick flash there. Zeka just dashes backwards the second the jungler of T1 hops over the wall.
And that's very important. DRX cannot afford to just lose a man for nothing here. A T-ball
very quickly. Where's the blue orb from Deft? He still has it, I think, up. He is gonna pop it over the wall.
There's no time. There's no time. T1 already gets each other lane. Zeus leading the charge towards that exposed inhibitor in top. Faker maintaining pressure in mid. Guma's got all the push power in the world here in bottom. Last standing inhibitor turret, that one's going to fall. Guma can just go ahead, clear that out, no problem. Zeus taking out the other inhibitor there in top lane. Two more autos will do it. He'll just let the minions take it out. Triple inhib game for T1.
That's got to be the nail in the coffin for DRX.
T1 will finish up their soul, and then they will march down mid lane to finish this game one.
Impossible position.
And the Emperor TP's back with a Rabadon's death cap. This Azir is going to do so much damage. Zeus might even find an engage already.
Zeus looking for it. Fate sealed. Only going to find one. Kingan getting away for now. Owner still looking for the angle. Flash kick is available. DRX fully in defensive position now as Barrel's only got 40% HP. T1 looking for any angle. All they got to do is find one. An 8,000 gold lead is definitely enough to end this game. Minion wave making its way up. Owner threatens the engage. Chains of corruption going out. Zeka looking for the play, but Owner goes golden. He's going to stay alive for now, backing up yet again. Nexus turrets. First one's about to die. A little bit of HP, still keeping it around. Zeka's only at 1/4 health. He has to heal. Pioshik
Eats the Sonic Wave, no resonating strike just yet. DRX are out of turrets and out of time. T1 still looking for the end, still looking to keep going. The Nexus is all that remains.
I love how Owner keeps checking them, seeing if they will flinch, jumping in on the Lee Sin, but not going for the flash play. And here comes the end.
Zeus looks for Q3. Zeka goes in with a stolen Azir ulti, but it ain't gonna do a whole lot. They still got a little bit of damage, but it is not enough. Barrel's gonna die, Deft is gonna die. T1 will find the fight and find the win in game 1.
Clean, calm, and collected. The well-oiled machine of T1 strikes again. Very similar game to the DRX Gen.G series in that game 1, where it was just clean from the get-go. Out skirmishing, out setting up in terms of objectives and vision. That man on your screen right there on the Azir, just dishing out so much damage, was never really touched in these fights.
You can say that again. Every T1 member clapping in this game number 1, establishing the dominance here right from the get-go.
We got to see individual skill, we got to see team skill, we got to see a couple of sick dragon steals. It's Victor or Faker.
Control Mage makes a lot of sense. You've got 4 range champions on your team here, T1. So much poke, so much lockdown, so much damage. DRX have a constant
Faker. Q2's not going to get the damage, but he's doing just fine. Meanwhile, Barrel up here in the top lane. Grenades and rockets not going to get a whole lot done just yet. Barrel still not level 6. Kingdom goes in. Owner's the target, but now Zeus is locked down. Carry is here over the wall. It's first blood over to Owner, and T1 are absolutely outplaying. Pioshik will not find the damage yet. He won't find the damage at all. Carry gets it. And
these even number scenarios and getting the huge advantage out of it. Another arrow lands into a full combo. It's just a big chunk, but it's while they're also getting the objective.
And they have the Herald as well, so they can push in these bot waves, force DRX.
Oh my God! Carry, are you kidding me? He just sets it up like it's point and click.
Carrier says hello to his old lane partner. I'm sorry, Deft. I'm not going to be able to give you the Summoner's Cup. I want to win.
Alrighty, let's see if Faker can get away from Pioshik and Zeka. Faker doesn't make it over the wall. He's in trouble, but he gets to safety. He flashes forward. It'll be a 1-for-1, but Pioshik's in trouble. He uses the Heartbreaker to get away. Zeka getting back now as well. They'll trade Barrel for Faker. DRX will take that.
To make it a 1-for-1, they don't get the Herald down, but his bot side's in their favor. Kingen fighting against Zeus.
Zeus with the World Ender active, trying to chase Kingen back. However, the ulti is about to expire, so Zeus is going to back off there.
If we can refocus on some hope for DRX, it comes back to one player. Never mind this one-on-one. It's so close.
It's going all the way. Kingen with the flash to get out of the way of the Q3. Barrel shows up, but he doesn't land it until the very end. Barrel, the rocket sniper, gets the kill. But now Owner's ready to go. Buckshot in his back. There's no way home for the Donger. Say good night. Owner picks up another.
Time and takes that so well. So bot lane's towards mid here. Herald spawning in 30 seconds. Pick onto Faker.
Pioshik gets Spectral Maw. Kingan's ready to follow. Hextech ultimatum to stay out of the gravity well. Faker will buy a moment here with the Zonias. He dies. Kingen grabs the kill, but now he's got to get away. Zeus lands Q3 on 2, but the damage ain't there. Zeus tries to get out, but Death is ready to go. And shoot their moment, and they'll have to find a pick. Pioshik already going to start up the Drake down here. Nice CC on the Barrel, but not enough follow-up to take him down. First turret's going to die up there in the top lane. It's Faker getting credit for that one. T1's not going to contest the Drake, so DRX will trade it for the first turret.
Yeah, smartly cross-mapping there from T1. Faker saying he wants the top tier 1, but I think DRX are going to Herald here. Yes, they are, so Faker will move down. Zeus will move up. They're going to get a bit sandwiched here, DRX. Barrel's very low. The Herald won't kill the tower, so they need to get the next wave in. Gumayushi has to use the cleanse.
Nicely done. Gumayushi getting himself back, but the shutdown on Owner means that DRX now have a man advantage. The tier 1 turret still standing for now, but DRX wants to take it out. Minion wave's gonna collide. They're playing it safe. A little bit more damage into the turret is all they need, but they won't be able to find it. Barrel with a flash away. Zeus can't get the kill to follow. Lux Laser's gonna be sidestepped. Another kill.
Go defend that tower, and look at the work Kingen is putting in.
Great shift here from DRX. What you need to do is you push T1 back from mid lane to make them take a longer path to top. You take a shorter one so you can respond if they want to defend. Kingen doesn't have
recently had a lot of men up here. TP coming in from Faker. He just picked up Zonyas. He has it for the dive. Can they pull it off? They're going to miss the stun, but they find the second. There comes the stasis. Cross map arrow. Faker has no ulti. Remember it. Faker's got no way out. And Zeka gets the kill.
Welcome to the bottom lane. Teleport completes, and DRX welcome Faker with open arms. That means the other side of the map, T1 know they've got the numbers advantage. They take away the jungle. They try and push in, but no kill.
Yeah, they can't pressure this tier 2 either. Kingen can just kind of sit in their face and clear away the wave. A lot of pressure in mid here from DRX means that they can collapse quite quickly. The bases are coming through to run towards top. There's Beryl on your screen.
That they make to try and help out the macro when they're pushing top lane for Pyosik to go into the jungle and cut off T1 if they're trying to rotate and
lockdowns. The T1 can't afford to step up. They're going to face a DRX on Soul Point now. It's only going to get worse. They're going to be forced to face check in once again in 5 minutes time. Really wants to fight. Here we go, DRX in the enemy jungle. Barrel's going to be found by Keria, but he does not step into the CC. Zeka now being chased, has to flash out. Faker flashes in. Zeka goes to the Kingslayer. He's trying to find any sort of a chance he could get, but he's 1v4, and he hits the floor. Shut down over to Zeus.
Really good timing here for T1 to commit to the pick onto Zeka. It's still going to cost you an extra really quick reaction times there, and now no Ash Arrow for the pick for T1. They still have the flash advantage though.
Yeah, Dragon's already going to be started. T1 have the aggro, but Kingen is again on the flank. Gumayushi's at 2/3 HP. Drake is going to be secured, but Kingen's coming in. Keria and Zeus go over the wall. Gumayushi is caught, but he goes into the stopwatch only for a moment. Shut down back over to Zeka. Owner's his target. E2 strikes true, and Owner is trapped, or is he? Now he's finally going to be killed. Double kill back over to Silas. T1 gets one back, but they're still retreating. Zeka, flash in. Zeka looking for the triple. Buys time with Zonias. Kingen's ready to back him up. Faker goes over the wall. Zeus tries to fight, but the damage pours in. Zeka grabs a third, as they're now going to find Faker here in the bottom lane. Kingen and Def do the work, and that's money in Def's pocket.
And DRX will come.
Zeka, this kid is the real deal. You give him these playmakers, he will make magic happen. From having a strong lane phase up against the greatest player of all time to being the driving force in that team fight to get them this Baron. No arrow steal, no chance, no shot. It is D on the Silas. Mid lane continuing to be chunked down here by the minions. Kingen getting chased after by Faker. Kingen could be in some trouble. Owner's ready to follow it up. Flash out. Faker gets the kill, and he should be in time for the Dragon spawn. T1 will get the mid tower though, and they will keep on going. The solo lanes are here to respond. Pyosik is lying in wait, waiting for this Dragon to spawn, waiting for T1 to move into this bot side river. T1 should know that he's around there with the mist and the wards being down.
Chunks on health that would allow them a better setup on Dragon. It's just gonna be a teleport back from Zeka though. Level 18 on the Silas. Keria goes.
Oh, flash binding. If they grab Pyosik, they guarantee the Drake. Pyosik with the flash back over the wall. He has Guardian Angel too. Chain, CC. Pyosik goes into the GA. He's just buying time. The Dragon's already up. T1 trying to chase, but are they going to lose out on the Drake? The Dragon's still being burned. DRX are going for it. It's stolen away by Owner, and Zeka has to flash him the wall to live. Kingen stuck in the pit, tries to jump out, pulled right back in by the Infernal Chains. He'll resurrect as well. That is 2 Guardian Angels wasted on the side of DRX.
Find out all these wards so they can't get flanked again. The flanking power of the Camille, of the Silas, has been devastating. It's trying to clear all.
They're going to start it up. They've got the aggro. They're going to burn through it a little bit, but they're taking their time. Kingen's coming around from the side. Keria trying to keep him away. Def with a piercing arrow. Baker goes in for the flash engage, and the Dragon's been taken by Owner. T1 ready for the chase as Zeka and Beryl run for their lives. Zeka's going to be isolated. Zeka's going to be caught. Is Zeka going to be killed? He uses stasis to dodge the arrow. He may be able to use the Kingmaker to get away, but no, it's Zeka traded for Keria on a 1-for-1. Now a TP coming back into the mid lane. T1 with a solid advantage here. Def's gonna look for some poke, finds it on Owner. They're so fast. T1 got it at half HP. Barrel also at half HP. Pioshik and Def ready to fight. Chains of Corruption fly out. They're going to find 3 different targets. Faker is low. Faker is down. Zeus tries to fight. Owner into the back line. Going to pick one back up. Def gets Guardian Angel out of Gumayushi as Pioshik is ready to fight. Sword versus gun. And Owner has to run.
It's only carry and Owner for 40 seconds.
They gotta focus on the minion waves. They can't do it.
They don't need to focus the minions if they're going to be able to focus the enemy team. Carrier drops as Owner is now the target. DRX, a couple minions at their back. They keep nowhere to go. Kingen wants Owner, but he ain't going to find him. The push continues. Inhibitor falls. DRX want to make it happen. Owner trying to flash in, trying to do it, trying to save it. But no, DRX rise to the occasion, and they will tie this series.
They lose the soul, but they win the game. DRX clutch it out.
Oh my god, that game was clawed back by T1. They had a soul and they went for a Baron, but it's Deft who shoots the arrow onto Faker, gets the initial kill. Once the victor is down, the rest of DRX can clean up, and with that one single window in the last 25 minutes of the game, DRX end the game.
What a win. What a win that started off looking a lot like game number 1. What team play coming out from DRX to keep themselves going blow for blow in what is now the longest game of the tournament so far. That beat out game 5 of Gen.G versus Dom1.
My god. It was a mid-game drought for DRX. They couldn't get as many kills as they wanted. They got some towers. They lost 2 or 3 dragons in a row. Come out here from King, and Aatrox is removed from the equation. Double tank matchup. I worry for T1 with this Graves again because you're playing full range, but if you can punish early, then it will give you profit in the mid to late game. Of course, the champion can do a lot of damage. And
Doesn't see the ward.
Oh man. Pioshik walking right past it. He's going to wait here in the brushes. Keria and Guma are staying up. Pioshik with a flash engage. It doesn't matter if they knew he was coming. They're still going to grab first blood. But it's a 1-for-1 trade. Barrel now trying to get away. Should be fine. Plus, you gotta love having Callista for these neutral objectives. The extra power of the Rend plus Smite combo to work together and be able to take those down. Def knows this is uncontested. He doesn't even have to stay there, so they can give that coming top. Can DRX make the dive happen? Gragas would be the target, and he's a pretty tanky guy. Pioshik's gonna step forward here, connects with the Spectral Maw. But Def's just going to be able to chase him away. Zeu's tanky enough to not die here. All they got to do is take down plate number 3. The Herald will be able to finish off the last 2. Deft and Barrel, that's not quite enough. Nope. It will not die to this.
They can't get the tower.
The charge, there it goes, okay. The turret's still standing. Zeus, however, is not, and Pioshik will grab the kill.
He was focusing so heavily on trying to deny the turret that he gives up his life, and DRX aren't done.
Oh, but bottom side, it's T1 also trying to hard force here for this turret. We're still 4 minutes away from play.
Side, no jungler or mid hovering. Kingen has no ultimate either. T1 really want to get this bot tower, but no ultimate on Gumayushi. Might need to take a base soon, has a lot of gold in his inventory. Overall, slightly even, but T1 favored because of how long it took for DRX to set up. Will they get the tower?
Oh, almost, they get it! And Kingen back in the game, and they got the first. So T1 will not be fast stacking towards a soul, but they won't be able to follow it up with the stolen shuffle. Carry is hanging around nearby, as are Pioshik and Barrel. Faker with the flash away. Zeka with the flash follow to throw Faker back into his own team. But now Zeka stands alone. He'll try to get himself away, and Barrel provides covering fire. Zeka with a re-engage back after Carry, and Zeka will finally die to the arrow of Gumayushi. Now you gotta look at Zeus, who there's just not enough damage to take him down. It's mid for mid, 1-for-1, but Pioshik is trying to get away behind enemy lines. Another engage comes out here in mid. Gumayushi with the chains of corruption onto Kingen. A flash mid comes out of the arrow, and Gumayushi is punished. The bailout will not save Kingen. It is another 1-for-1. Barrel and Deft ready to fight back. As Owner gets shunned up. There's the maul. There's the kill. There's the money in Deft.
A little bit of small advantages now as DRX looking like Zeka pushing on top side. 2 hits, 1 hit even will finish that tower off.
Gumayusi trying to fire out some arrows. Remember, with a DPS build, the arrows aren't going to hit nearly as hard as we saw last game.
T1 didn't start the Dragon, so DRX could just push this mid wave in and look to try to herald to force an engage.
Ornhorn's ready to go. However, they aren't going to find what they're looking for. Kingen tries to get away now. The bailout won't save them. T1 are just ready to respawn and outplay. Barrel continues retreating. He's under a lot of threat. The Berserk down into the unkillable Demon King, and he dies here today. Zeka looking to keep the charge going, and DRX 4v5 have already found 2. Zeus looks like a pin cushion as Deft may have overreached. He barely stayed alive. In testing, they're not in any shape to do it. It's only second Drake of the game for T1. Or is it? DRX walking up now, seeing if there's anything to find. Ornn ulti's ready to go again. They knock Zeus up into the air, but you can't just commit onto the tank.
They're too late.
Yoshik has his ulti ready to go again. That ult from Zeus isn't going to go over the wall. Barrel, the hero, but Faker, the god, survives
The engage. Here's a look at how it all started though. On to Guma, and then it was the pick on the front line.
Owner?
Oh, Owner trying to do something here, but he ain't gonna find it. 30 seconds until the T1 jungler respawns. Mid lane tier 1 gonna die now.
More of an advantage to the team with the extra range here, with Faker and Guma especially. But it's all about the timing of the engage for DRX.
Barrel did not time that right.
They flashed from the last time around.
DRX keep trying to throw spells at T1 to try to force a fight, but T1 aren't getting sucked into it. An Ornald comes out, they back away. A hostile take around, Piosik's taking a base. We'll see if Zeka tries to cross-map the tower.
Tier 1 turret and topside ain't long for this world. Owner and Faker will work together to take that down. They're going to build T1 back up to a very, very modest gold lead. But Zeka's about to get one back just as you said.
And he has TP, so if T1 stay around for too long, once this tower dies, Zeka can TP in and they can look for the 5v5. Here he comes!
All right, TP ready to go for DRX. Pioshik had to ult defensively. There's the shuffle, getting DRX away. They're getting juggled around a lot, but Faker's alone. Pioshik finds him. Faker is down, and Zeka gets the kill.
T1 needs to find a response soon. 15 seconds on Faker.
T1 ready to go, trying to see if there's an angle. DRX are in the pit, but this is so risky. Owen's ready to try to fight, ready to try to steal. Barrel at 200 HP, Baron at 4,000. Zeka ready to use the stolen ulti. He throws Owner away. The bear is stolen by Owner in a hero moment. The shutdown of Pioshik, and T1 get it done. Hot pursuit as Barrel will die to Faker.
As the entire world holds their breath, watching, Owner steals the Baron away from the Rend Smite combination. He does it again. He stole the Dragon. He steals the Baron. Owner smites are sick.
DRX though, Kingen might be in trouble. Zeus looking for Zeka's on the way.
Nicely done from Keria and from Zeus. Death is just gonna give him another as DRX crumble around the smite steal.
T1 are running away with it now. That's 4 kills despite losing Faker at the start and DRX forcing that Baron. Owner is showing up in this series with the smites against Kalista and the smites from Piosik. They didn't time it properly and he sneaks his way in despite Zeka trying his best to keep him out.
Oh my goodness. All right, Pioshik fishing around. They want to make something?
They might just find it. Pioshik.
Legacy for players like Owner and Zeus. Keria and Gumayushi so young with such a long career ahead of them. This could be the first step.
But DRX is ready to go. Kingen with the ulti. They're going to look for Gumayushi, but they're going to find Zeus. Half HP here on the Gragas. They fall back to the ruins of the tier 2. T1 confident to hold their lines. DRX's engage fails. They will protect their tier 3 turret, but just barely. And another wave is on the way.
Yeah, Baron buff wave coming in. Summoners blown from Gumayushi, but no ultimates left. Zeka needs to take a Gragas ult or something along those lines if they want to fight this. Giving it up is not the end of the world either. Takes the Varus ult. Does he decide to throw it out, or does he hold on to it till the next couple waves come in on mid lane? Bot and it falls.
They find Zeus there with the chains. Locking him up with the Everfrost now too, but they got to be careful.
The next objective for T1 is this tier 2. Piosik getting caught on the recall.
Oh, Pioshik I don't think this is where you should be, buddy. Zeus on the chase. Pioshik still trying to get away. Juggled back by the Gragas ulti. And it should be nothing but the cleanup here. Faker gets a kill. 5v4 for 40 seconds for T1.
T1 will break open this top inhibitor. You have to imagine DRX could use the Ornal to try to clear out the wave because there's no more Baron buff. And this tier 2 will fall. How much will they press the advantage? So with the
3 standoff here in mid right now. Owner gonna join up, Faker gonna join up. Everybody's here except Zeka. He just now hits level 16. Beryl is zoned away from the rest of the team, but he might be able to find a takeover angle. Owner again, looking for that Renata, looking for the opportunity to blow him up. A TP's coming in, but it's coming in pretty late. They try to go in, but it's going to be the objective bounded for the side of DRX. They go for Zeus. They're going to find a ton of damage. Owner's focused down. He goes golden, but he ain't going to live long.
Pioshik!
Let's do it. Zeus is going to have to disrupt a lot here. Carrier looking to zone Beryl away. Def pulls him right back to safety. Kingin is ready to go for Faker, and they find him. Deft again will kill Faker with the Baron, but Zeka dies to the Baron auto. T1 is fighting back. The Baron still at 3,000 HP. Def looking to go. No way in the world. Def dies now.
with the Varus no! Empowered Varus snipe. It's over. I think T1 can look to end. 30 seconds on death. Waves coming in. Both teams down. They're pushing. One Nexus tower left.
This game will be defined by two. Baron steals. Kingin tries to get him as much time as they can. Nice hostile takeover onto 3, but it will not be enough. Beryl is knocked back. Kingin trying to frontline this, but T1 knows what they gotta go for. They're looking for the Nexus. They'll take it down, and T1 are on match point.
I cannot believe it! Twice in a row, Pioshik. One was against the Smite, but Gumayushi steals it. They had Kalista and the Smite both times. This is heartbreak for DRX.
Get me a replay of that second Baron right now. Get me that right now. I need to see that. My goodness. DRX. They are now going to face another elimination game in the year where they have had to face so many elimination games. The perennial underdogs must do it again.
They always have heartbreaking moments in every series, but this one stings so much. The amount of pressure that is on these players now in this game 4 is unreal.
At the very least, this year has prepared DRX for these moments.
For Pioshik, there's the Fiora last pick as we expected. Triple melee top side. We haven't seen Maokai for a long time. We saw him playing, so we saw it a little bit in groups, and then he just fell off.
Sprouts his head up here again in the finals in a must.
Towards the spot side. The problem is Kingin is very diveable right now. He's picking assistance. Pioshik now running back towards top as quickly as he can, because if Owner beats his head up there, Beryl.
Ooh, Beryl goes in aggressively, but the flash isn't going to get him a lot. Now he and Deft have to back away. Gumayushi goes for the Pierce. Carry able to flash forward now too. Beryl's at 200 HP. Beryl tries to get away. Deft is at 100. Carry has low. Deft is going to block the bailout. Will he get the damage? No, it's first blood over to Carry.
This dragon is free.
And there it is, exactly as you say. Owner making his way over to that one. Q3 from Kingin. Zeus in trouble, but still manages to walk it back underneath his own turret. Pioshik ready to stop this recall here. Ghost and Teleport both available for Zeus if he can get back. Pioshik will not kill him 1v1. They do need extra damage. Faker making his way up to top as the dragon goes down for T1.
That was a critical heal. Zeus got the fleet footwork heal off of tapping Pioshik, so able to sustain under his tower, and now the bottom side with Owner.
Owner's ready to go. Deft is the target. They're ready to try to fight back, but DRX are 2v3. Gumayushi will not fall, and DRX wants to keep these guys nearby. The Maokai ulti's not going to find anybody just yet. Zeus continues running. The little sapling, yes, he's enchanted by the brush, but he can't catch up in time. So T1, they get what they came for and they get back out. Now Zeus ready to issue a fight onto Kingin here with a grand challenge. Pioshik showing up to try to help them. They're going to try to turn it around right back onto Owner. He's low, but Carrion's here to make the difference. However, DRX will outplay. Kingin still looking to keep the fight going a little bit further, but he's got to be careful. He'll look for Carrier. Q2 lands. Where's Q3? Flash coming out from Carrier to stay alive.
Kingen is playing this fight.
Zeus who picked it up, so it's not like Owner can walk this thing around anywhere on the map. As Barrel goes into the hostile takeover, it hits both, as Gumayushi could now be in some trouble. Def trying to fire in a little bit more damage as the 2v1 dive goes out top. Zeus barely staying alive, but there's the kill.
Down before it crashes. That's a lot of gold that can be denied. T1 starting the Dragon all the meanwhile. It's a 4v4.
Really nicely done from Kingen, but now what about the team fight here in the bottom lane? They're going in. They found a lot of damage, but they won't find the kill just yet. Now Gumayushi's going to be popped, and Barrel is not traded back. Zeka taking some damage. Faker trying to go in and find his way through the smoke. Now he's got to run. He's trying to get out, but Twisted Advance will find him, and DRX will win across the rim.
They're doing it! The perennial underdogs, DRX!
It is level 11. Owners in the pit. T1 bot lane. Now on the way up. DRX are on a timer to take this fight.
T1's ready to challenge. Faker is here. Objective at 2K. Faker's going in. Smoke is ready. Zeka getting himself back. Owners taken low. They're ready to keep the fight going. Kingen charges forward, but now Zeus is looking for Pioshik. The killing spree for the jungler of DRX. Where's the follow-up? T1 trying to stay together. Hostile takeover finds Faker. T1 are corralled in the back of the pit, and it's DRX executing.
In a freaking 4v5, yo! They've got Deft on the bottom side taking care of the turret as well.
The only king in that fight was Kingen. He did so much work to get T1 down. Zeus and Owner couldn't take the fight. Tower over to DRX. Herald over to DRX. Mid tower will fall. Top tower is going to fall as well. They just broke the entire map open from one fight.
Even just being here in finals, DRX are already the greatest
second Drake of the game. A mountain Drake at that will be the soul if they can continue this. And away from Faker here bottom side. Faker trying to chase after him here. Uses R1, TP. Finds the E, but now a TP is coming in. Now the ulti's coming over from Maokai. Now DRX have found Faker. The smoke will not save him for T1. Gumayushi running away there, throwing the spear out, getting himself a safe distance away from Barrel. Bottom lane tier 2.
Started up. The sapling will spot out the jungler of T1. He has no vision to work with. Carrier's trying his best to help out. No Kalista, it's a smite fight.
It's time to overcome the demons of Game 3 for DRX. Maokai ulti flies out. Kingen in World Ender goes over the wall. Faker's lost half HP. Faker is nearly down. Hostile takeover over the wall. Wish from Soraka will heal the mid laner, but Maokai says no. DRX ready to fight back again as Zeus is going to be shuffled away. T1 tries to find the fight and they're finally going to kill Def, but Kingen's still ready to fight over the side. Zeka getting chased. Barrel trying to protect. A beautiful handshake from Renata as Carrier falls. T1, 2v3. Barrel may be the target, but Gumayushi is locked down. Gumayushi is executed by the sword of Kingen.
Towards Barrel, chasing them through, but Kingen from behind catches everything. Pioshik with the flash over the wall into the tri-brush, locks him up.
And it's that Twisted Advance. It's that lockdown on these mobile carries that we talked about in drafts that is why
to be up. So I feel like DRX need to make a Baron call soon, and they're going to do it. They haven't pushed in mid-wave, but Zeus will have to TP in.
It's time to go. Objective bounty claimed, and now Zeus is ready to join the fight. Baron at half HP. Owner's trying to find his way in there. He Arctic assaults over the wall. He has no flash. There is no blast cone.
Kingen will jump over the wall here and start to zone him away.
But it could only be Owner that they need. He did a miracle last time. Kingen wants to stop him this time. Baron at 3K. Owner goes berserk. He's locked down. The Baron for DRX.
They did it! So many numbers down here to try to find something before the waves start to crash onto their towers. Zeus will get an objective bounty top tier 1, but the rest of DRX
pushed up into the tier 3 turret. They've already taken half HP. T1 have now finally found their positioning again, but it may already be too late. The cannon minion's still alive. The cannon minion's still firing. The cannon minion kills the tier 3 turret. Zeus, in the meantime, is still top. He's taken out the tier 2. DRX, they're going for broke. They're going for anything they can find. The second inhibitor turret's going to be the target. Faker is now the target. They're trying to push all the way in. Owner's on full retreat. Zeus finally making his recall back into the base. DRX, 5-man push. still looking for Nexus turrets. Gumayushi's gonna be caught. Kingen looks for him, but the Kallista's able to get away. Zeus wants to jump in. Zeka's still safe. DRX now having to deal with Faker. He jumps in, he jumps out. There's no angle. DRX, they'll find the first Nexus turret. Owner charges away. DRX have health advantage. They have stats advantage. They have gold advantage. The turrets are dropping. Zeus is on the flank, but it won't do a thing. Kingen's wings spread wide, and DRX looks to keep going.
The relentless pressure here. They've still got 2 cannon minions. Zeka chasing off Zeus, and Beryl comes to join.
Zeus is low. He's trying to get himself away. The turret's still barely standing. Keria now going to be your target. Kingen chasing him away. Gumayushi goes in. It won't matter. They're done. That's it. DRX are taking us to game 5.
One game to decide it all. Faker and Deft combined have played over 2,000 games. And it's going to come down to one. The King is looking vulnerable. T1 was on match point, but DRX never failed to beat the odds.
The goat versus the alpaca. It all comes down to this.
Deft really does have one bullet in the chamber to kill the King now. One game to do it. T1 will have blue side. They'll select the stronger side that's 100% win rate this game. So not only do they have to win, but they have to win against T1. Undefeated on that side in the series.
DRX have trained all year for this. Every series to get here in summer, they were underdogs, eliminated.
In ways to start the fight outside of corruption. Hecarim for Piyoshik.
Both these teams have thrown everything out of the window. They've come in with different strategies. A little bit of comfort as well. Pocket picks. Poking the Varus on the tower. The Karma is the factor that allows T1 to push back against the Caitlyn. Zeka needs to react to this flash W from Owner. He needs to react to it, otherwise he's going to die.
Owner does not give him the time. Zeka flashes late, and T1.
Like you just highlighted there, Kobe, the pushing lanes are so powerful in letting you use neutral objectives, and T1 are aware of it. Shut down the Hecarim early. Piosik needs to farm to 6 before he can impact the map, so T1 can start getting these early game advantages. Top crab spawning soon. Owner might path his way up there. Herald's in 2 minutes. Piosik needs to get to 6 before that spawns. Looking for some Raptors though.
Trying to steal him away a little bit. Walks on up, pops Spirit of Dread. Gets himself right back out. And now top side, the fights continue. Zeus versus Kingen. Zeus with the ulti. Finds a lot of needlework there into Kingen, who's not able to continue the trade after already using the cooldowns. And Owner will again look for Zeka in mid. He will chase him away as Faker absorbs this wave. Meanwhile, back in top, Q3 hits the mark. Infernal Chain. Solo kill for Kingen.
On vision, and again, T1 have made the call. They leave Guma pushing those plates on bottom.
But they can't finish the Herald. They know T1's ready to contest. Faker's coming up now too. Piyoshik, defensive ulti over the wall. Kingen with a World Ender. He's stuck inside the gravity well, but he goes forward. Faker dies. Zeka gets it. The shuffle to get the rest of them away. Carry has made his way up.
Force 5v4, and then just have Kingen teleport back to his top turret.
Well, the Dragon's low. Owner's coming in. Is this going to be another steal? Barrel will block it with the CC.
And moving in.
No flash on Faker. Piosik has the ult. Zeka has the shuffle.
He's not going to get the angle just yet. Piyoshik looking for it. There's your engage. Knocks him back out of the gravity well. Knocks him into the shuffle. Knocks him to his doom. And Zeka gets the kill. But now he's going to run. Remember, there's no ulti for Owner, but he's still going to grab the kill. 1-for-1 on mid laners as Zeus wants to run down Piyoshik. Owner's ready to follow. Stolen his eel body means 2 for T1.
They're not out yet. Owner now going to ult over the back of the Raptors to escape.
Here comes Kingen.
Kingen's ready to go. Zeus is trying to retreat. Q1, Infernal Chains. Q2, but Q3 ain't gonna hit. Zeus
setting themselves up to retake some vision, now working with Keria on that support roam timer. Meanwhile, Piyoshik wants to look top. Zeus has no ghost.
Zeus also now without the W. Gwen is not immune. Piyoshik with a devastating charge, bringing him right back into the range of Kingen, and Piyoshik gets the kill. Great. Another hit. Gumayushi and Keria, without having to deal with turret plates anymore, should be able to find the first turret of the game right here. Yes, they will. It's Gumayushi getting the credit.
They've been so powerful. Channeling this recall here. Looks like they, not gonna go for it. Teleport comes out here from Zeka though.
Kuma also has a teleport to be able to join up. DRX have started the Herald, but T1's ready to fight for it. They're going to bring Faker in with a TP now too. Caitlyn trap hits Zeus. He's going to lose a little bit of HP, but a lot of patience being lost on the Herald now. Down to 1600, down to 1100. It resets. And now what about the fight? Pioshik at half HP. DRX still grouped up. T1 still trying to contest for this. Herald at 7,000. Kingen back into the pit. He stands alone from the rest of DRX now. He'll continue holding Herald aggro.
This could be the decider of the championship. Kingen off the side, Pioshik getting chunked out. T1 get the Herald.
Dragon's coming up pretty quickly here in 16 seconds. DRX gonna retreat through mid lane.
Oh, Zeka's gonna put some damage on him. Kingen stayed on the flank. He's gonna look for it, but a flash out from Faker keeps him safe. World Ender is a very important cooldown on a very fed
for tier 2 as well. DRX have to use a lot of time to get this dragon down. Kingen's moving up, should be in time to cover it, but look at Faker, he's trying to back up the top jungle of T1. Trying to look for that second tower will be a huge gold injection into Zeus if they can get it. Kingen needs to be very careful here. Faker is still around. Keria showing mid. Def backing up his top laner. Zeus goes forwards.
Zeus trying to look for Kingen here, but Zeus losing a lot of HP. Still has the big shot of needlework, throws it out now. Kingen's gonna keep chasing him off. A1 will lose that critical summoner spell on their AD carry, but Faker's now the target. Devastating charge, onslaught of shadows, but not enough damage. Zeka has to get away as Owner's ready to follow up. Pioshik is too far forward, and Faker takes him out. Now Owner's got the charge to chase Zeka. He's gonna look for it. Barrel's ready to try to protect, and he gets him away.
This is your last game. It's all decided here. TP coming in from Faker. T1 want to pressure down this mid tower. DRX not a lot of wave clear to respond.
Barrel's getting locked down, but he gets away. Lots more damage pouring in, but not enough to kill him just yet. Pioshik's coming around from the side. Kingen's on the flank now too. They're waiting on the TP to come in. Gumayushi's going to be targeted. He tries to get away, but he's going to die out first. Zeka's trying to get away. They're finding more damage as Owner's about to fall down to Pioshik now. Zeus wants to fight against Kingen. The ball keeps him alive, and DRX is winning the fight. Shadow was still ready. Faker dies. Zeka goes in, and Keria will die too.
Circle T1 like sharks, herding them in. T1 didn't find a response. Kuma, can he steal it?
Kuma will have to fire a hell
and they have a chance in this game again.
T1 have more than a chance. They have a push here in the bottom lane. Everybody's ready to go. Zeka staying on the tier 2 in the top side. T1 have already broken the tier 3. They are looking for the inhibitor, and they will already take it.
Dragon's up. T1 want to move towards it. They got the inhib. Tier 2 top fell as well. Faker has flash.
He has the flash. Pioshik's trying to get it from him. Nice ulti coming out from Barrel, but Kingen is here in a 1v4. Kingen is about to die. He will drop. T1 has taken out the Fed player. Barrel gets away over the wall, and DRX are collapsing.
T1 are running this game now. The push in mid comes through, but Zeka's here to respond. Dragon is
the aftermath. That will haunt Pioshik forever.
They need to stay composed now, DRX.
Pioshik activated the devastating charge, but meanwhile the T2 here on the top side will fall to T1.
Zeka will respond with the bot tower, but a lot more gold into T1's back pocket. The cross map's okay. DRX will be in time to wave clear. Next Baron's up.
Right now, Faker, no flash. If they can catch him, they can follow it up with a trap. Zeus with the ghost instantly though for the move speed to run.
Yep, he can get out from it. Kimtech Putrefier, Kimtech Tank, I should say, was not used. Zeus still looking to maybe come back and fight this. Has the needlework ready. Pioshik goes on a magical journey. T1 now, Faker's very low. Kingen's fighting 1v2. He gets himself away. It's a defensive ulti from Owner. T1 and DRX leaving it all on the rift here today. T1 about to take out their 7th turret.
DRX have bounced back.
They're going to be caught out. Missed from Viego will allow him to step a little bit further forward. Inhib respawns at a pretty critical timer here to the side of DRX, but Barrel's about to die. Zeus gets his way into the pit. Pioshik is still behind them. Owner takes a chunk. Drake at about 5,000. Zeus gonna move into the pit. He's ready for that angle now. Keria, Owner, both chunked a little bit. Zeka and the rest of DRX are not damaging the Drake any further. They're going to allow it to reset. Kingen to the flank. Kingen finds Carrier right when they need it most. But now he takes some damage back. He has to walk it off. The Drake's at 4K. A little bit of damage over the wall. Barrel's trying to block it. Dragon is secured. Gumayushi is down. And T1 are trying to fight back. Pioshik's under fire. He will drop. It is a 2 for 3 for 2 in the
Iron Dance continues around Vision, around this wave in mid. DRX really need this tower if they want to start controlling the map. T1 have been holding on.
And as they dance, again, Guma has no flash. He dodged away from the Bard ultimate this time, but DRX still push in. They get what they came for.
That Bard ultimate, it was just to create space for a couple of seconds. Zeus running away from Kingen. Zeus has level advantage here. Kingen doesn't find sweet spot on the Q3, but he's got backup. Zeus is going to be caught. DRX moving in for the T1 top lane, and they got him 5v1.
Kingen's got
T1 have the mid push. They're going all for it. All the cards are on the table.
Flank, flank, flank. They're wrapping around.
Yep, keep your eyes on Pioshik and on Barrel. DRX, they don't even have their jungler in the pit. They are not going to commit to the Baron. They are looking for some sort of a play. Barrel is burning, but they're ready. They're turning. Pioshik has Faker. Carrier barely lives. He's trying to run away, but Zeka and Pioshik are still chasing him down. A bullet to the head, and Death pulled the trigger. Pioshik and Zeka working on the Drake. 5,000 HP left. Death wants to get away. A lot of threat coming out from the needlework. Kingen's very low. He goes into the stasis. He's still going to live, but only for a moment. Kingen down. Soul for DRX, but it'll be Baron for T1.
They're going to force on it and try and make DRX come to them. 5v4 advantage. They're burning it down. Owner has Smite. Pioshik does not.
No Kingen. No Kingen. This has to be a no-go for DRX. They were back away.
T1, they need to be really careful if they overstep. Kingen can TP behind them.
Zeus will be ready and waiting for Pioshik. Pioshik's going to have to hold out of this one, you would think. No! Gumayushi gets the kill.
Might be caught here, Kingen.
Zeus does not have an ulti. They used it for the pick. Now he's going to try to run from Kingen, who keeps the chase going. Q2 finds him. Q3's not going to get nothing more than a chicken. DRX still trying to hold on. Death backing away. Zeka backing away. T1 looking for the inhib. You would think they should be able to find this one, no problem.
Way around. This Aatrox, a pest in the T1 side. They're going through mid, though.
Yeah, they're going through mid here. T1, DRX are pinging this top wave. There's a threat of an end. Kingen's on the flank.
Kingen's looking for it. He has been the X factor, but Barrel's gonna die. He barely gets away. Pioshik's in the retreat. Barrel stays alive somehow. Redemption's coming down. It's gonna heal him up. T1 moved in. Kingen was not able to respond there with the flank. He'll steal the enemy red buff for the upcoming fight. T1 chunking out the health bars. Decide to go for the Elder. Kingen's still ready. TP coming back in for DRX. Zeus and Owner here in the pit. Zeus goes over the wall, but Kingen's ready to find him. Q1, Q2 finds his place back inside the pit. Drake gonna slightly reset.
Gonna come down to a smite fight. Kingen ult is off. Barrel has the ultimate back up. No carries on the flashes.
Look at the trap line. Look at the Caitlyn. He's trying to stun him away. Owner goes in. Owner is down. The Drake secured. T1's jungler trying to do it. T1's going to the base. They're going to the Nexus. Can they do it in time? Kingen comes back. Elder Drake at the ready. But what can he do? Q3, no damage just yet. Elder Drake, the execute. Zeus is down. DRX, hold on.
Kingen, he gets back, he does it! Gumayushi's gonna find the ultimate onto Pioshik, but they still have the Elder Dragon buff on DRX. They're gonna run straight back into the hearts of T1.
Can they end? Is this it? T1 are so vulnerable and wounded. DRX have the Elder Dragon. 4 members down. It's on Gumayushi to hold the line. DRX are coming for their World Championship title.
The Cinderella story! DRX are pushing in!
DRX, they're on to inhibitor turret number 1. Only Carrier is going to be up. It's still 10 seconds on Owner. DRX will march forward. Carrier wants to hit the wave. Kingen goes to the Whirlwinder. Gumayushi is dead. They have been doubted. They have been discounted. They have been dismissed. But DRX are your 2022 World Champions.
They complete the miracle run.
We have just witnessed the most incredible story in history. DRX have done it. T1 are shell-shocked. They're stunned.
No fourth seed had even made it to finals, let alone winning the World Championship. Deft in his 10th year.
He won the world title. He's won MSI, he's won LPL, he's won LCK, he's won Rift Rivals against Korea and China, but he's never won a world championship, and he's done it. He's done it.
One of the greatest finals in League of Legends history. People are going to be watching that VOD for years to come until the servers go down. What a show from these two teams.
Deft beats Korea. They wanted the title together, but only one could walk home victorious. And Deft has had to see so many of his former teammates succeed without him.
All of the emotion. The whole year boiled down to this. The group of friends that made the miracle run. Through all the objective steals. The mentality of diamonds. Untiltable, unassailable, DRX world champions.